Ja? Oké, kom eraan. So, I'm actually gonna be downstairs for a sec, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat some breakfast.
Welcome back to Division 1 China DPC. We have our second series of the day. It's Aster.Aries coming up against Knights. Aster.Aries not looking too red hot. Actually, sorry, I'll introduce my panel members because there has been a shake-up. It's Sheep, Kez is still on the panel, and T-Gov down the end. Just the formalities, we'll get them done and dusted. The water cooler talk. How you feeling, T? Excited to be on panel and for this final series?
Absolutely buzzing.
Buzzing. How would you describe how you're feeling, Sheep?
Bussin'.
Can you top that, Kazu?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
won't even try. Perfect. Aster.Aries versus Knights. Aster.Aries right now going 0-4. They versed Aster, XG, LGD, and IG. The exact same opponents Knights have come up against as well, but they're sitting 3-1. So very different scoreline for the exact same opponents. How do you guys see this series playing out then with that information and having seen them played over the past few weeks?
Oh, Knights have actually won series, so I would probably put
They've
it in
actually
their
won-
favor.
They've won 3 of them.
Yeah, and they've beaten some of the top teams, or considered top teams too, so yeah, I'm just very favoring the Knights coming into this.
Mm-hmm.
I think for Aster.Aries, they've had a little bit of an unfortunate season so far. They lost 2-1 to Extreme Gaming in the first week. They then had to use their coach as a stand-in against PSG, losing that series as well. And then they moved throughout the rest of the tour. It's like, yeah. On the flip side, you got Knights, where they've beaten Extreme, they've beaten PSG, and they're on kind of like the home run of the tour now, where they only need to play Aries, eHome, and Dawn Gaming. So for Knights at least, they can see themselves already looking at the major, because of course, these are the 3 teams that are struggling in the division a little bit more. They're not really contenders for top 4. So yeah, I think for Knights at least, they are the favorites. They beat them here. They'll be 4-1.
4-1.
Worst case scenario, tiebreakers for major. That is going to be insane for a team that literally formed 4 Div 1 this tour round.
I do think that Knights are favored in this matchup, but Aster.Aries have looked pretty good in some of their series, even though they ended up losing them. You know, a lot of them were 2-1 or very competitive games, so I don't think that an upset is out of the question. But yeah, I would definitely give the favor to Knights.
If we broke down how these 2 teams played, 1, how is that? And 2, how do they match up against each other? It feels as if Knights has always been creating the tempo in the games that we've seen them played.
I guess, please.
I mean, my main point was just that for Knights, every time I've watched them play, I've seen Alacrity popping off really hard, and especially on a hero like Puck.
Yeah.
Everyone knows his Puck at this point. It's just something that you have to be thinking about. It's not exactly like, you know, the most meta compared to other mid heroes, and he has those in his bag as well. He's also got a little bit of cheese in his pocket that you should be thinking about, because I think he's actually, I'm gonna say it, he's one of the only players that's actually willing to play Mifo in the current state that he is. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying.
He has picked it, you know. So it's like, Alacrity is a friggin' beast. Okay, I respect him so much.
I don't think I have gone a week
Without
of broadcasts
Yep.
in my whole career of working with either sheep or lizard, and I haven't heard the M word. It is insane.
Lizard's not here. I have to do it for him.
Do it for him.
Lizard, do it for him.
I mean, I hope if they ever were to pick it, just like your head would explode or something. You know, like
Dude,
what happened?
I'm
It's
actually
in
now.
the game.
I'm now gonna go out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna message Alacrity and I am gonna ask him if you guys are guaranteed major. Please, on your final game, final series, pick Meepo,
Dude,
please.
he did it in CDPC last year. And I screamed on
She did.
broadcast.
Yeah.
I believe it.
That's
I mean,
why I am so deaf.
I'm down for that. You asked prior as well about the matchups between the teams. I would like to touch on MKS and Ulu. I think there's a little bit of a... Actually, no, let's, I guess, talk about Alacrity and White Album first. Because Alacrity...
Nope.
No,
you can have whatever you want, T. Say
it's
no.
fine. I was just waiting for the numbers to load up, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess going back towards this is, I guess, the first step for the comparison because Alacrity has been popping off. So first of all, White Album is going to need to do a lot of work in the mid lane to prevent Alacrity from opening up the game. And you already see stats-wise, they've both played, 4 games. So you're looking at Alacrity just performing better over the course of the DPC so far. And then the carry point that I wanted to make, I feel like Ulu on his, at least maybe like his Alchemist and other heroes, his itemization hasn't been as clean as other players. That has forced his team to be a little bit more disjointed. Whilst on the flip side, it's, so much cleaner for the side of Knights.
It feels as well, Ego.
And I meant Ego, not MKS, I apologize.
It happens.
No, it's all good. It feels that Ego just loves being active. He really enjoys being in and around his team a lot. How do you think Knights have been able to utilize that playstyle to their advantage, Kezu?
I honestly think they've been doing a very good job. I do think one of their slight weaknesses is that I don't think they have the most diverse hero pool. I think a lot of their openings are very similar. It's a lot of like 3 SF or some Lina +1. So I think if you're Aster.Aries, that's something you should look at. And the same as, which one of you touched on the mid lane matchup? Was it T? Yeah. I think a lot of the heroes that Alacrity plays, they could run into a little bit of trouble against heroes like Ember and Pango, because he plays like, he plays like Puck himself, he plays the Pango. So I think these Ember, Bad Rider type heroes that can do well in the lane and shut them down in the game, I think these are the type of heroes that Aster.Aries should have like an, pay extra attention to.
I want to see White Album DK. You know why?
I like that too.
Because I feel like Puck is a very strong hero, but the way that they've been picking it is very like blind. They see some weakness, they pick it. And I think DK was the old school counter when Puck was rampant, let's say a year ago, because you have the instant stun, you don't care about the lane, you never get pressured, you always do stuff in the game. The new Midas into Ags Manta build helps you play into later forms of teamfight while still shutting down the Puck. And I would love to see teams look to try and do that against Alacrity at some point, but again, that's a little bit more draft orientated.
I just want to say that this man is not a one-trick pony, okay?
No.
I just want to bat from my boy Alacrity. Coming
for
into
sure.
the DPC, he was playing like a random hero every game. He played like a Wind Ranger, a Bat Rider, a Zeus, a Monkey King, a Wyvern, a Mars. This guy has very big variety in his
It's
pool.
more the point you were making is that he has this wide variety of heroes. It sits about here, and the Puck just sits that next level up, and when they can't get it, they will.
I mean, he's destroying with the Puck, but I would not say that his other heroes are below that, especially like
Okay, I'm back.
Invoker
Sorry.
do very well in the past. I know his Ember Spirit is also very good, so I wouldn't say that. His Puck is performing up here, but I would not put his other heroes that low
That
down
low.
that I would feel like discouraged by seeing them.
Where in the draft phase would you like to see the priority for White Album to pick up a hero that is going to punish or maybe dissuade a
Did
lot?
I never turn off my camera on last
Want him
night?
to be ready and wait for that.
Give us some winners. I always give you winners. You just choose to not bet on the correct ones.
Early, and then it gets played mid. Other times, at least half the games, it's 23 pick or 24 pick, which is the final pick, be it first or second. It is going towards Alacrity.
Oh,
mid
not
lane.
EPL.
So I think it's hard to expect that. I think whoever's second pick, the mid lane might get more emphasis on that just to provide that matchup.
Knight's a second pick.
Oh, well, guess we're going to see some last pick pucks then.
All right. Any other lanes or heroes that you feel a big crossover between the two teams, highly contested?
Rubik, Treant, maybe.
That's out of
Phoenix
meta.
as well.
Let me change my question. That's out of meta.
That's
There
out
we
of
go.
meta.
I mean, for crossover, I'm not sure, but there was the Magnus that Flyby liked to play a lot on Knights, which was cool. Especially like I think
Buttons
a lot
you
of other
use on
teams aren't
DLTV
really
to
playing
open
Maga so
another
much.
tab. It's
And they like it on offlane.
control
Sometimes we see it
click.
and it's more of like a support, and we're just gonna buff. From the offlane, it's a lot cooler. I also really liked it as an idea against the tree because of the fact that Skewer just like annihilates, you know, all the trees. You can kind of just grab them from out of there.
I really like your shirt, by the way. I didn't compliment it.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Can we get a zoom in on this,
Yay.
please, cameraman? I'm making them do the extra.
Let's see.
Blog
I'm
out.
gonna say.
No,
think,
stay in
Sure.
silence until they zoom in on me.
I think Viper, I think Viper's another good option, by the way. I think when you think about Knights and how they entered the DPC, they were the team. Of course, you mentioned Akrady. He was the one popping off with Viper. I think he indirectly just told everyone, yo, if you don't play it against us or ban it, we're going to be able to punish you with it. And that's another hero that some teams have been banning against him. At least Knights, they respect it so much that they ban
I'm
it.
gonna go Namiga
And some previous
over
teams have been
VP.
respected. And that could be a hero that either team looks to go, maybe they forget about it again.
Yeah.
Or there's new
For
heroes coming up that they respect
1.88
more, then we get to
odds.
play that Viper game, shutting down in lane, putting it mid, just destroying the tanks, embers, whatever that we try and be a
Aster.Aries
bit more
plus
work.
1.5
Do you
over
still see the
Knights.
same idea that we heard from Alacrity,
1.88
like
odds.
Viper, he is
1.5
still
units.
A really good flexible pick, or having
Bet
how
Boom
much some other
versus
regions
Dark
are like,
Side.
maybe
Really, the odds for
play
Dark
something.
Side are that low?
We don't
Definitely
really see
gonna
it
go
mid
for Dark
in
Side then.
other regions, so it's
Dark
kind of
Side
difficult
plus
to tell. I think with
1.5
Viper, at least,
over
the known counter would be
Bet
Reno,
Boom,
that is 100% contest rate in
Oh, yeah.
China.
2.6
It's
odds.
impossible to get into the game. I think if you are to put a mid Viper, you do need something like the
Lions versus Keed.
something that can play on range, and then
This could be an interesting one though. This Key
There's
did
options,
just
but-
beat 2-0, Thunder 2-0.
What playstyle has been the strongest showing in your eyes, Kezu, from Aster.Aries? What was it in those games that they were able to take from, I guess, better teams?
I think it's
I'm gonna go
mainly
Keed.
around them team fighting, but I do think that
Keed
they
over
have done
Alliance,
misexecutions and a little bit
Latam,
of itemization
2
issues
point.
that, you know, broke this apart a little bit.
3.5
And also once or
odds.
twice, I feel like their last pick kind of swayed away from the plan they had initially, where they last picked some Naga when they
Thunder
were playing
Awaken
Shadow Fiend.
versus
That's something I didn't
Infinity.
like too much. But I think what they should continue to do is to have
Infinity
something
over
like
Thunder
go with that, try
Awaken,
to help each other on what
1.83
you want to decide and
odds.
how you want to execute it, and then take it from there. Because as
EG,
I said,
not gonna
not been
touch
that
that
far
one.
away
Let's
from being
see.
honest, I don't think.
CSGO. I tend to be
Don't know,
better at
that point,
CSGO
8
most
out
of the
10
time.
Games, they've last picked a carry, right? So they've really leaned into what do you want to play? Is this it? Okay, let's pick and play. And sometimes in draft, the drafter has a kind of archetype they want to get from their carry, and other times it's just whatever you think is good, you play. So potentially they could be falling into the trap where their carry player is having a slightly different read on the game, going for these heroes that aren't able to mesh as well, but that is maybe an overgeneralization.
Oh, they have
on the
Xello
draft.
now in Sprout.
I think that's
Okay, this is kind of an
why
interesting.
I'm
What the
getting
fuck? Sprout
earlier
doesn't
stage.
have any Germans in the lineup anymore?
Mid lane matchups that we might be wanting to see in this series because they're so used to having carry later down the line.
Huh.
Flip side, they change up their entire drafting pattern coming into the series and they surprise Knights, which I kind of want to see. I think when a team, when you look at your Dota buff page and it's just the same thing happening 6, 7 series in a row or whatever, 4 series, there's time for a little bit of change just to put some
Nope.
flair into that. Disjoint
Nope.
the preparation a little bit.
I really want Aster.Aries to win because I would love an interview with them. It was, you know, we always do these speculations and generalizations, but it's because we haven't had that ability to talk to them. Is there anything else in the back of your mind that you guys aren't really
Fours
sure on
versus
about Aster.Aries
9.
And you're like, if we ever got a win, this is what I would love to know more about.
4s
I think
over.
maybe one or two
9.
things about these last picks, and then also just to hear from them when they have lost these series 1 to 2, like where they were very close. What is it
Monte
that they
versus
talk about after?
Apex.
Like what did
This
they
the
pinpoint in terms of this is the reason why we couldn't win, you know, the game 3 in all of these series?
how
I'm
is
surprised that you guys
Boros
didn't
not
know
in the
if you're
top
doing
team
shot
though?
calling or the main
Monte
drop.
doesn't have the full
That would
roster.
be
I'm not
nice
gonna
to
touch
know.
that. X
I
Finest
I
versus
feel like they always have
Eyeballers.
such- Like you guys kind of
Eyeballers
highlighted
is
this,
kind of a
they're
shit
really good at
team,
fighting and brawling.
but
That's
they
why
also
some
don't
people
have a
enjoy
full
to
roster
don't
yet.
Like to draft forwards,
Yeah.
and sometimes they just
Oh
like
no,
misexecute.
no,
I'd love to know like what they
no.
think of that and how they improve it. You
No.
know, 'Cause a lot of teams just say like, oh, we just pub more, pub more, pub more, and then
Just
in
keep playing more Dota.
yeah, but in that situation, you know, do they feel bad about that because the DPC is 3 weeks, so it's like a short amount of time. You don't get to pub as much between each series.
I think in regards to that, they already have a coach which is OP. Quite a
Is the
well-known
VP
figure
draft
in the
done
scene.
then?
So I think draft-wise, they already have some good leadership. I think in-game, they've also had players be together for some time on that kind of academy Aster team. So I think, yeah, it's it isn't a more interesting one. I think a lot of teams expected him to be a lot better, and in an interview, it's more kind of trying to dissect at what stage do you think things started to go wrong. Was there these external factors that like maybe?
It's not a great. It's a shitty Rubik game.
But, you know, I feel like when you look at
The only
players,
plus is the shard. Eye
they
shards
should be doing
lift up.
better, so
Okay, let's see what
yeah.
did they
Maybe
finish
how
up.
it
They
didn't
finished
do
up with a
well, but
4.
sitting 1 and 4,
Yeah.
not really
Zeus.
It's
I'm
like,
gonna
yeah,
go with a
exactly.
offlane
DK.
DK. They have a lot of good team fight
There
though
are
on the side of
some issues,
VP,
that's why
but
we're
I'm
not
gonna go with
draft.
Namiga
Yeah, that's why we're not in game. I had a question about knights, and now I have
on game 1.
explaining
I can.
What's your favorite chess piece?
What?
Wow.
that. The bishop
Damn, not knights.
Not the knights.
Christ.
Is
yeah,
yours the
kind of
knights?
cringe.
Who the fuck ever chooses?
Is yours knight?
Yeah.
Queen.
Queen.
Surely people say queen. OP.
Now, rook.
Okay, all right.
It's like a nice
Alright.
play style. You get to, flank and play on the wings.
That's fair. That's actually valid.
Queen.
The lowly pawn.
I said it same time as you. Whoa, the lonely pawn.
The lowly pawn.
Why?
Because he is so brave and valiant, going first and giving his life away for the betterment of his
Queen.
superiors,
Yeah.
his queen.
I'm glad you guys
Yeah.
filled with that because I do remember my question now. Do you feel that knights are just running the same style over and over again, and that it's a little bit one-dimensional, something that's easy to figure out, even though they're winning? Is it just they have that tempo and they're able to execute, and people just can't shut that down?
Yeah, I just think they have really, even if your drafts aren't too different, I think the heroes are changing, playstyles relatively the same. I think they are just showing that they can execute really well. I think specifically the game 2 against Extreme, they have a very loose-looking lineup where they have Puck and Lifestealer as their mid and carry. Their offlanes are Visage. Supports can't really jump in. And now it's like they don't have this innate centaur type
So-
offlaner, but they're still able to play with the tempo and position.
How you guys
to
doing?
Pick apart a team like Extreme Gaming,
Ready
who
for
are destined to go to
some
the final.
amazing Dota? I'm actually a
Well,
big
they're
fan of
able
the
to
Knights because I
always
like their
execute with
forward
their heroes
position.
rather
Felix
than
Schauber is an
needing
amazing
to
dude.
change things, 'cause if you're in the game and mechanically very good, you can be more creative with their drafts, which they've not been too creative, but they've leaned a little bit on the side of this shouldn't be working as well as it should be, but we can make it work.
How are you doing, Cora?
Yes, sarcasm.
I
SU?
just think that their drafts haven't been as versatile, but they're usually within like the same type of range where your offlaner is. a
How
one-sided
have they
or
not
organized,
started drafting
your
yet?
mid laner is a tempo creator that is gonna get help from the support, and then your carry just kind
I
of
keep getting the-
carry to carry matchup.
I
Or
don't
he can
really
do
know
assist. So even if you ban some of these heroes, you can always find very similar ones that
where
fit, like,
that
the same role.
ad is coming
Is
from.
that anything cheap? You could say
I'd
no.
be hyped to see if they pick Ricky
Yeah.
after yesterday when we talked in Europe about Ricky with Saksa.
I was gonna say that's actually a really good point because we see some fresh ideas, playstyles coming from Western Europe, and we've heard in many interviews that China really likes to draw inspiration from there now.
Well, they picked it before the
Twice,
so
actually,
yesterday.
right?
So that's
But it was like a different sort of success, I guess.
yeah. Ricky is. I mean, this is the sort of the conversations we had in the past. Ricky was very OP in pubs for a while, and everyone was picking it because the sleep dart is so OP. And then we get into the DPC, no one's playing it. Why is no one playing it? Because
Sorry.
and I think it was like a question of playstyles versus playstyles. You know, Ricky maybe suffers into more of these team fighty brawly situations. Maybe pros are just a little bit more organized where they don't get picked off one by one. But then we saw some pro games where people got picked off one by one, and
Yeah.
Ricky seemed very effective. And I think I'd like to see him get explored more.
Hey,
Knights already
Baldy,
had
how
much
are you?
success with him already.
Me, he
I'm
looked very good
doing
in,
fine.
The games where they played it.
My guy.
I do think that they played it with they played it with Visage both times.
Yep.
Because I think we heard it from Saxa in an interview too. The hero lacks a lot of things, therefore your team has to make up for it. And I think it's not just later in the game; it's also kind of in the lane. I don't think he's the strongest laner. He's either gonna pull waves, or he's gonna like piggyback off of the carry, kind of already winning the lane. So I think having these ranged heroes that help him get through the lane, they work very well with this hero.
Yeah, I feel like Knights just understand the hero nicely. They entered DPC not picking it at all. It took them multiple series to then want to try it. And the way that they've done it is pretty nice. They've got wave push with Pango and Puck, but also that's kind of like global wave push because they move so quickly around the map that they can even...
I will
cover
be
2
doing,
games
I
in
think,
some
the
regard.
first series
And in
tonight
lane,
for South
they
America.
paired it with Visage twice in a row. And I think for Ricky,
Because
he's kind of like a sleeper laner. Just
why
because of
not?
this Blink Strike and the slow.
I think
and
that's
how
a good
tanky you are
reason,
with
right?
armor, you can
Why
jump
not?
into the engagement, tank up soak damage, and then with Visage, that enables him to get the soul assumptions, loaded up, and then you fire from there. So I think Knights, they took a bit of time to get the hero into their playbook, but they drafted beautifully around it to enable it. So yeah, I'm excited to see if they can look at another region, look at another team, see a hero, and then suddenly instantly know how it works with a good draft. That's testament to kind of their support network and how they approach just digesting the world of Dota.
We are going to have to wait, though, to see if they're able to pull in either that Ricky or some other heroes from different regions, because we're still having some lobby issues. We're going to jump to a break. We're going to try and resolve them, and when we come back, it'll be a draft ready for you guys.
They're taking, there seems to be some issues with the 10 more minutes? Jesus! I was looking at some stats in Western EU and I was shocked how bad Secret was playing. I knew they were bad, but not this much. Please. Please don't break my heart no more. Secret. It's already in the dumpster. Please don't fuck up more. So you're gonna hear if they're going back in, but in the meantime, I'll be playing some Skyrim, because fuck it. I haven't played Skyrim with the changes I added. Because I added some mods, but I haven't touched Skyrim since I added those mods. Hopefully it doesn't fucking crash everything I've done. Maybe, do I want mods? Wait, you can just download mods in here? Oh, that I didn't know. Fuck it. Ordination per reset, and this can take a message box will appear when the process is complete. Oh shit, my oh yeah, this is the new menu. So yeah, okay. So this is okay. I gotta sell some shit because my inventory is full. This shit. In all their matches, they never get 20 kills. None of their games.
Says that I have the strength of Israel, and my brother has his smarts.
Ever get 20 kills. Never think games gone past 40 minutes. They never get 3k gold lead even a second, and they played an elk once. And what is worse, in 6 of their games, they only destroy a single tier 2. They're not looking great. I have to admit that. Okay, statistically, I did not know that this. Oh my god. Look at that water, though. I didn't even download any like visual packs for the game. I'm almost at the general store. Hey, I have a quest delivered there. Somehow. Come here! Don't walk away from me! Come back, you bitch! There we go.
Once I've made it, thank you. As promised.
Fuck you, Wasser. Yeah, I lost the Mammoth Tusk and I'm still not fast enough. I hate Dragon Bones.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Everything. Take a look.
Shit. Did I just accidentally... Bro, I accidentally bought stuff. I just wasted like 3. Oh. Oh, that actually tilts me to no end. Oh, I just wasted 2k gold. Fuck me. I went for mage class. Though I need to check something specifically. I went for a new perk system. And it reset all the perks I had. Why does this increase to 32? Because it adds like 17 million perks. But I think I need to input that I get more perks in general. Because I got like 10. Destruction spells cost and destruction spells are 0.25% more powerful per level of destruction. It says raw power, destruction do not deal. Of course, elemental spells and effects cost 30% less magicka to cast unfavorable weather. Actually, I'm gonna go out of this game for a sec. Because I need to adjust one of my mods. I need to get more perk points. Nexus. If you sell item you just bought, will it be half price you bought it like Dota? Yeah. Actually, no, it's way lower than half price. So, I lost a lot of cash. Odin, perk points. I'm actually looking at. Okay. Okay, let's see. I got those 3 perks added. I'll also download that one. So. Okay, so I added a bunch of new perks. Considering they're gonna take forever anyway with the Dota match. Honestly, I will mute it, but can someone keep me posted on how, if the match has started, by the way?
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
There we go. Now we have a lot more perks. So I want to check. Okay, conjuration. Cast conjure spells. Last 0.5% longer per level of conjuration. What's racking? When entering combat, creates 3 undead skeevers under your control. Their corpses can be raised, but they dissipate when combat ends. Use the Merciful King power to temporarily prevent this ability from activating. That's kind of cool. I mean, I need 40 for it, but that's actually kind of cool. Bone Collector. Find 11 types of bone on humanoid corpses. 4 bone altars are marked on the map. At a bone altar, convert 1 of each bones into a skeletal warrior. Skeletons do not count against your summon limit. Enemies can only temporarily defeat them, not destroy them. So I can actually be like a necromancer with an army of bones. Bound weapon spells now summon mystic weapons which deal more damage. These are kind of cool. Let's see what destruction. Let's see what destruction has. I mean, obviously, I want dual destruction, dual casting. Destruction projectile spells interrupt targets that are casting a spell. More of the elements. Deal 40% more attack damage to targets that are taking damage from the burning ground created by conflagration, scorched earth. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Raw power destruction spells that do not deal fire frost are more powerful. Elementals. You may choose one element. Spells and effect of that are 15% more powerful, while spells and effects of the other two elements. Oh, fuck that. Illusion magic. Ooh, next rank. Illusion spells cost 50. Illusion spells last 1% longer per level of illusion, and mind affecting illusion spells calm, fear, frenzy are 0 per level. Okay, silent storm. All spells you cast from any school of magic are silent to others. That is actually sneaky mage, Darksteel. Dream thief. Activate sleeping victims to steal their dream, increasing the effectiveness of your illusion spells by 50% for chance to fill an alert victim based on illusion skill. I need to be a lot higher level for most of these things. Restoration. Get a point in that. Restoration dual casting. Fuck that. Tome of Many Pages teaches 18 different restoration spells. Each fortifies a single skill by 15 levels. Ooh. When you enter combat, rapidly regenerate points of magic equal to half your restoration skill per... Wait, when you enter combat, rapidly regenerate points of magicka equal to half of your restoration skill level per second. This effect gradually diminishes over the course of 15 seconds. The regeneration does not stop while casting. Oh, that's actually really good. What's alteration spells again? Oh, this is like... Oh, yeah, okay. So it's like armor spells and stuff. Dual casting. What does protection spells like stone flesh are 100% stronger if not wearing armor. So I have to literally run naked. Cool. Enchanting. New enchantments are 20% stronger. Soul gems provide 2 extra weapon charges points per level of enchanting. What does this all do? Death blows with enchanted weapons to creatures but not people. Trap 5% of the victim's soul recharging the weapon. Does not apply to staves. Staff Chandler. When a staff is equipped, all weapon enchantments drain 25% less charge and you gain a small amount of enchanting experience. Oh. Last word. Scrolls are 2% more powerful or last 4% longer per level. Okay. Smithing. Create steel bone mold items and improve them twice as much. All items can be improved 10% more. Dwarven. You can create Dwemer autocannons. What? I can make guns? Assume you get more perk as you level up. Is there a level limit? I don't actually know. I would assume 100 is the limit, but I have no idea. Use the Dwarven powered cannons. Fire parallel to your crosshair for 30 seconds, dealing damage equal. So I could just have an army of guns, but I actually want this one. Arcane Blacksmith. You can improve enchanted weapons and armor. It's Merrick. Contemporary. Elven shit in Dwarven. You can create items of chosen type and afford and improve them twice as much. Heavy armor. I don't really use heavy armor. Mainly because I don't have any heavy armor. Can I like have heavy armor, but let's see. Cushion. You take half from falling. Armor rating of increase if wearing all heavy. I'm actually curious. What's the max you can... If wearing all heavy armor takes 75% less damage from attacks below... Okay. So it's not possible to get all perks. No, I don't think so, at least. Light armor. Armor rating of light armor increased by 20%. You gain a small amount of light armor when wearing at least 2 pieces of light armor in combat. Yes. Sneak. Sneaking is 15% more effective. Sneak success depends on visibility, movement, and light level, sound, movement, and armor, weight, skill level, and distance. Grants tripwire power. At will, places tripwire in front of you for if it snaps when tripped, knocking all targets hit. That's actually kind of cool. Sneak attacks. Sneak attacks with one-handed weapons deal 100% more damage. Sneak attacks with any other weapon or fists deal 25% more damage. This is actually like a lot of cool. You could make a very nice like rogue character with all these skills. Weaker locks are easy to pick. Game of Fate. There are 5 dragons of fate hidden in random lock containers in Skyrim. Each grants 15,000 gold and a free perk point when removed from its container. The name of the container changes to indicate the treasures inside. We'll go for RNG, baby. Robber's Eye. Okay. Activate a hostile automaton to lockpick your way into its engine. Lock difficulty is based on its current health. Pick its lock within 15 seconds to reduce its health to 1 and shut it down. If you fail, you can't try again for 30 seconds. What? I don't get that one. When you enter a dwelling that you don't own, illuminates a locked container for 120 seconds. During this time, it contains valuable items based on your lockpicking skill and the difficulty of its lock. This can only occur once every 12 to 60 hours in game. Okay. Bear traps. Able to pick up bear traps to create them or create them at a forge or anvil and drop them from your inventory to place them. The teeth of placed bear traps deal 2 points per damage per level of lockpicking. You can only pick up and carry 2. Okay. Gives you a copy of a pick lock ski if it has one. Kind of like this one, because more money, more problems. I don't really like pickpocketing that much. At a point in speech. Your intimidation attempts are 4 times likely to succeed. Shouting restores points of health, magicka, and stamina equal to your shout cooldowns in seconds. Grants perform power. Once a day, play a song to entertain up to 5 people with and collect a donation from each. This one's kind of cool. Wait. You gain speech experience and shouting based on you. So when I do a good old Fusroda. I have now literally only got the basic basic bitch talents. I did not find a nice
I'm right behind you. The Jarl. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. All right, what is it?
command state to issue a command to follower. Okay. We've done everything in here, so we gotta get out. Stream's still not ready. See, girl, stop, thought process stopped. You know exactly how I think. Gotta convince Dickhead to stop harassing. Actually, no, I gotta convince the lady to stop harassing Dickhead. Even though it's probably that she likes him, but that's beside the point. Where the fuck is Braith? I don't want to steal it. Wait, can I buy it? How much does the horse cost, sir? Eh.
Need a horse? Talk to my father.
Damn it! Where's your? Oh, that's her. Ah, yeah, and of course. Oh, that's where Skullvar is.
Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. Suit yourself. None of them's older than... Now, the horse I got for sale is 7 years old. We've taken to calling her Queen Aufsiger, or just Ali for short. I suppose so. Got suit yourself. Of course.
Find it. Oh, I can tame horses myself. That's kind of cool. That's new. What happened to Archer Dude? Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Archer Dude accidentally got absolutely slapped. Is Braith inside or outside? I think she's inside the castle still. Damn it. Can I not fly there? Fast travel to Whiterun.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
You got some good pieces out here if you... plenty.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Convince Braith to stop.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Braith?
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
Yeah? Why?
I'm his bodyguard, mess with him.
Okay, I'll leave him alone. I was just kidding around. Besides, if he'd only kiss me, I wouldn't have to beat him up all the time. We done?
Okay. Fuck you, kid. Okay. I didn't get anything out of that quest. Take ledger copy to Arcadia's Cauldron. Wait. That's her shop, right? Why is she not
I
here?
don't fight Lars no more, if that's what you're worried about.
Still warm from the oven.
Ooh. I need to buy lockpicks. Before if... Why is no one in their store right now?
Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? True. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. Ain't sure if they're taking... If by work. You'll want the bannered mare.
Can I sort this by... Ah, okay, now I can sort it by magic. And it also shows me the level and how much mana everything costs. That is what I want to see. Highborn, that's my innate stuff. Active effects. Unrelenting Force. Healing, Healing Hands, Steadfast Ward. Just... Bound Sword, Reanimate Corpse. Firebolt Spark.
See old Hope.
Damn those gray mains to oblivion. They want to back the storm.
I ain't
folks.
done
They'll
nothing.
forget what's coming to them.
Can those guys like... Can you skip time in this game?
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Bro, why is no one here?
I don't suppose you're going to buy some. Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Only breaking in a little bit. Container full of valuables is nearby. Hello.
You look rather pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Yeah, look at the amount of lockpicks I still have left. Ooh! Hello. Kind of looking for this lady's ledger. Also, I need to read that spell. Picked up a book. There you go.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Does she have a ledger somewhere?
I have several elixirs for sale.
Come here, come here. The fuck? Random book just flew about. Lockpicking is... damn it! Isn't that expensive? I just need to buy them before I forget. Hello, lady.
Maybe a hardy Nord like you doesn't need a cure-all, huh? What about an invisibility potion? I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
No. Damn it. The fuck? This ain't Dota. No. Stop teleporting, you bitch.
You have but to ask.
But she has a ledger somewhere. Do I need to falsify that ledger? Everyone has a ledger. There's something about a ledger that I needed to do. Wait. Field leader. Speak to the Greyhounds. Take the ledger of Arcadius. Spoke to and asked him if he handed me a note with details on the job. Reading the note, it seems there have been potential assassination plots. Sue wants me to visit the alchemist and check if anyone has purchased any poisons. Take the ledger copy at Arcadius Cauldron. Bitch, that's the ledger right there. How am I not able to... Okay, wait. In the shadows. Oh, they're drafting right now. Bitches, why didn't you tell me they were drafting? Also, in the shadows. Skyrim. Why can't I find the fucking ledger? Oh, it's on the counter. Okay. Oh. Probably at the B for business. System. Save. New save. System. Bit. Stop. Yes. YouTube. First suppose beating the Mega. Of course, Ticket Room is always wrong.
Knights like to last pick their carry. So this would be like a change from that. Because I don't think Alacrity plays the SF.
No, and every time they've played it in the past so far, this DPC, it's been on carry.
Yeah, so in regards to that, it was Aster.Aries, the team doing the last pick carry stuff.
Oh, my bad, I forgot. It's been so long.
I was going to say, it's been so long since we talked about it.
It's fine.
What else did we cover, you know?
My bad, guys.
No, so that's the cool thing, where Knights are the last pick mid team, and Aster.Aries are the last pick carry team.
He
So
is
it's
wrong,
actually
he
kind of
is
like a
right.
slight
Yes,
difference,
that's
but
the
they
way
still
we
have
rock it.
the emphasis on the call.
Cool. Well,
let's see. SF.
Forward.
moving
Ben.
forward. Let's say something correct. Whoa.
Okay.
Treant.
I was thinking that the Phoenix pick was something that we see a lot of teams playing against the Treant, so them banning it makes sense. I don't think Aster had space, or Aster.Aries
I
had space
mean,
to like last pick it on the first phase. just
If
because
Lina's
it's
banned, SF's your
tough
best
call
bet
to
afterwards.
hero,
Kind of.
which we now see in the Brood. They're pretty open with what they're drafting so far. The Tiny could go support or mid. We've seen.
Like Aster.Aries, they're just covering this pick 8 Brood with the Mars and the Pangolier, of course. Just spider killing prevention.
3 SF, Nature's
Free
rundown
Shadow Fiend,
strat,
which should
come
be
on.
relatively well in lane pre-6 of Brood to actually punish. So they're just covering that.
I'd
mirroring
be
move
surprised
of
if we see
Brood
another
takes lane.
Nature
Any of
Prophet.
These heroes that can rotate and punish Brood, of course you want to ban out.
LP offlane has been
Available
picked in
for Knights,
every
that
fucking
is a
region
hero
at the
that they won't
moment.
pick now, but later down the line they can pick. I think Extreme Gaming picked Kunkka into Knight's Brood, so Knight should be well aware of Kunkka's a very good hero against this offlaner.
I also like it with their picks if they do pick it on 80 later, because Kunkka SF are also fairly flexible within one another. Like neither of them really mind if they go mid or in the safe lane.
Alright, I need to make a bet with you.
Oh, gosh.
Are we going to see, I mean, not like a big bet, like a small bet, like a social bet. But anyway, Earthshaker, is he going to hit an Echo Slam?
On 50 million spiders?
Yeah, and will he then crash the game? Because it will be all the servers, all the spiders, and it goes.
I don't reckon it'll crash. I reckon it will lag severely.
I will say it will not happen.
At all.
He will
Full stop.
Echo Slam spiders, but the game will not crash.
Okay, so how many, okay, so let's say volume of units. 10 plus? Above
20.
or over 10? 20?
Above 20.
Whoa.
It will happen.
You're a
once.
believer.
Shaker.
Alright, nice.
Ooh, Undi
Aster
plus
picking their
Drow,
carry, I
very
think
good combo.
is nice.
SF
I
has
ac-
pretty
I actually
high
think Drow,
base
I
armor.
could have gotten away with like a Spectre in this game because Knights have shown Earthshaker and Treant as their support duo, and neither of these heroes are really very good at like invading jungle. Neither is SF, to be honest. Like Aster.Aries should have a very secure area to farm for their carry and do whatever they want. So them having a good matchup here is kind of like just the most important thing they can do, and they secure lane with the Undying to make sure that their carry basically has a free game.
This is such a hard lane for Knights because Earthshaker is a hero that you want to double fissure, keep the lane near your tower, then you run around and you just grab creeps and don't really play the lane. So now if it's this Undying Drow, they in tandem can just bully this offlaner. Normally it'd be like a Death Prophet or something to synergize like ranged hero enabled by Earthshaker.
So sad I have
But
to go
Aster
to a
is
meeting
you
in
wanna
3
be
minutes. You're gonna
aggressive with this or like defensive,
abandon
you
me,
have to
you
run
dick?
down. And yeah.
Visage for the Knights as the
I
offlane.
think there are a lot of potential for Knights to do lane manipulation and find ways to
Can get rid of
in,
the tombstone
and then
easily
once
at
they're in,
least.
they don't really care about these heroes, but it's the first laning phase. Aster.Aries
Aster.Aries.
the lead, I feel like, in at least some of their lanes.
Do need a last
Especially
hero with
their
some
own
good
safe lane,
control.
as you mentioned.
Maybe
I do think
I don't
that
know,
Knights pretty much
Invoker
just
mid.
have the type of draft that they want. Once again, you have your hard carry laning with the Treant who's gonna buff him up. You have your offlaner that gives you auras and team fights. So I think both teams are kind of getting what they want. For now, I do like Knights a little more, but I think the last picks will really show
SF very rarely
you're gonna
goes
have
mid
more
these
strengths.
days. It's almost always
I'm
safe lane
thinking
SF.
for Aster.Aries, right? I know their position 4. TK likes to play the Tiny, but I actually would probably prefer to see Tiny on mid, and then they pick a really aggressive 4 with the Brood, because I think they can just kill the SF 100 times with that. And then if they're also winning their safe lane, they just come out of this draft with like 2 winning lanes.
Killing
and then
SF
they
with
can
an
win
H
the game.
Treant
But
Protector defending him
I'm
is
not sure,
pretty
do you think
tough
Tiny
because
would be an off
the
here, or do you think that lane could potentially be used? 'Cause,
what's
like,
it
2 melee
called?
heroes into SF, a little
His
sus.
second spell,
I think the
Leech
main,
Seed or whatever.
like,
That
reason
one
why it
actually
might not be
does
Tiny
do
mid
a lot of
because
healing.
Aster.Aries might respect Knight's grouping, and when you pick a Tiny, if he doesn't pop off in the early game and your opponents group up, then you can fall flat a little bit. You rely on this Ags turnaround. Like the ban from Knights, they don't have final pick, so they're respecting some super tanky hero that just exists. And then you can't kill him, you can't shut down Brood. Drow's behind all of that. So I think maybe you can go tiny mid, but if you do that, then whatever 4 pick they do go for needs to be insanely strong, because I think Tree naturally supplements that. So it's hard to really crush those lanes because Tree is there. The puck ban.
But if they pick like a really strong 4,
Yeah.
how and they win 2 lanes, can
DK,
Knights group up?
Lash
'Cause
ban.
wouldn't they just miss the
Okay.
timing?
I'm just trying to
Mid
think of the
laners that are still left. You've got the spirits, obviously.
Most of the teams do that play Brood well is that they try to have a range 4 with it.
Well, yeah, I went for one of the spirits, the Ember.
In order to
Okay, Ember is kind of okay. It's not superb because the enemies are very tanky and you don't necessarily know what the enemy's going to pick in the mid lane, which can be very scary. If they, for instance, pick an OD, you're kind of super ultra mega fucked.
And what I mean by that is that I think they have a very good chance right now to put the SF mid, but they need to make sure that they don't do it with some I put SF mid and now pick Naga safe lane. If they do decide to put the SF mid, then I want them to have like a brawly type of safe lane that can actually like jump in and help enable these cores, because SF doesn't want to run in. Visage gives auras to help enable other people to do it. So
the Meepo game now, Jake.
It's gonna be a
so
primal.
primal mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the last picks from both teams. 'Cause I think
Okay,
Aster.Aries
Primal
picking up the Ember
does
hits
do a
here
good
and
job
makes
against
sure
Ember.
that
Obviously,
go
Ember
for
will have to get searing
team fighting
chains because of
items
it.
if games go harder, they
I
have to
think
get
Knights
them.
can run away with this
You
game
look at
very
Ember, and
easily.
now you pick up a Primal Beast. They're gonna
Oh
run each other
my
into
god!
And for Knights, they
I
use
had
the
a
hero
horrible
just to
Knights.
get onto the Drow, and then it's like my Shadow Fiend will A-click. Your Drow won't be able to A-click because Primal Beast is on top of you. You're retreating the entire time. I think I do prefer.
I had a
Knights
horrible
little
time
bit,
sleeping last
because
night.
they're hitting the comforts that they've had when they've been beating these top teams in China, and it's going to be hard to shut down. It's a lot of pressure on White Album and I think Broodmother to kind of break open the game and stall out for Drow to
Let's see,
find their
what
items.
are the odds?
I think I like Knights a little more, but I think there's something scary about this Broodmother. I don't think they have the easiest answers.
I'm not going to take those odds.
15, so I think that's where
I
Aster
think
really
it's
wants
probably
push
going to be
forward and
Knights because
kind
I
of
think
break the
they're,
game open,
first of all, the better
but
team,
I
and
would
also
slightly
they
favor Knights.
have slightly
Favorite
better
Aster
draft, but
Aries.
hey.
I was like,
Let's
Alex, she's
go.
gonna do it.
I'm
She's
gonna do it.
gonna make an argument for the underdog here.
God, why am I yawning so crazily much?
I do like I think Ember's rotations are gonna be really strong, especially if you're winning things like your safe lane with Drow and you have kill threat with your Tiny and Brood in the off lane. Any rotations for Ember could just lead to kills. I don't think they defend themselves very easily on the side of Knights. So yeah, it's kind of just a lot on these early movements for me and how much they can win their lanes and win the early game.
Well, let's not wait any longer. Let's head into game number 1 with Lyrical and Fogged.
Fog.
Thank you so much, Nat. We finally got the game underway here and Fogged.
I
It's
swear
gonna be a
Fogg's
matchup
jacket
between
looks
two
so
teams that
oversized
Fogg
because
is
it's so
still
long.
in the middle of the pack, but Knight's actually pretty high up the leaderboard right now. A couple interesting things coming out from this draft. We get the Primal Beast face off against the Ember Spirit. We had kind of hypothesized that they could run the Shadow Fiend mid, but this is something that they're really comfortable on the safe lane SF.
Yeah, they've run it 4 times, 3 times with Tree. They won all 3 with the Tree, and they even run it when they won it when they picked the Ricky plus that SF. And right off to the bat, we're looking like perhaps a first blood on the TK.
Quick and easy. XCJ picks that one up.
Relentless, but yeah, really like the way that Knights has actually set up their draft.
No, easy
I'm a little,
first blood.
I'm a little concerned for Aries if the Brood isn't able to actually just dominate and start taking things over. I've seen a couple times now when I see these like, you know, triple agi cores. Sure, Broodmother is a little different because he goes for these type of Greaves and stuff like that, but I'm just looking at their draft and it looks like they're gonna have a really hard time trying to take any team fights versus the side of Knights, which has, I mean, everybody's a good team fighter, so. And not really, not super cooldown reliant either is the thing. Like the lineup of Knights can fight very fast, not really have to worry too much about any downtime. So, yeah, let's see how Aries is able to withstand versus this pressure.
Yeah, as you can see, heading out, trying to secure these runes, it looks like it's going to be 2 apiece, I believe, as Knights heads back and pick up that other one. So the panel was pretty concerned about this Drow Undying lane. And with Earthshaker and Visage, you were sort of talking to me a little bit that you felt like you saw a different way they could maybe play it to help them deal with that high pressure.
I gotta make my...
Yeah, I mean, Undying always... He
my shake.
He's the king of the lanes for now, but the thing
Oh,
that they
look
can
at
do
that
is
Undying
reset
starting off the
positioning
lane
of
by
lane.
stealing
Undying,
12
one thing
strength.
He does lack at is trying to prevent pulls. So we already see Felix, he has boots picked up already on the Earthshaker, so you already know what type of game plan that he wants to do.
It's
Visor
too
block,
sexy.
catch
I am
waves,
too
pull
sexy.
it,
Sub
set
dandy.
positioning of that lane so that his Visage can spam. That being said, though, Ulu should have a pretty good time of free farming. As long as he doesn't get killed, doesn't step up too far.
He should have a good time free farming as long as he doesn't get killed.
They're able to do those pulls off
That kind of contradicts each other very heavily. As long as you don't die, it will be okay.
Facing off against White Album here. And as you mentioned, one of the big ones to watch is this Tree Shadow Fiend lane, which they have run, I think you said 3 times in a row, and they've won every time with it.
Yeah, and we're already seeing the creep manipulation from both sides. TK catching some waves, but
Ego's a really good SF player.
Half of those creeps will be able to walk back toward the SF, so not going to be the best catch there from XCJ. Either way, though, we'll be able to get some type of last hits and denies. So we're going to see some funky lane stuff going on, and probably on both sides, as we see the Earthshaker starting to do his pulling down bottom. But looking at mid, I mean, the first 2 waves, White Album is crushing it, 8 and 5. I can't believe he got 5 denies on the first 2 waves.
I think White Album in general is a better mid laner than Alacrity. I don't rate Alacrity that high as a mid laner. Sorry to interrupt your stream, but would you be interested in custom designs for your channel? I have them. Look, around me.
Not allowing him to connect in for these.
White Album just outplaying these first 3 waves. Super hard.
And that is definitely a great start for him.
Look at this, I even have transitions.
Is going to depend, obviously,
Wait,
on both of these
transitions.
Ability to rotate.
Wait.
Oh my god, just
Transitions?
eyes are right in his face.
I've actually like almost
Transitions.
This type of start on an Ember. He did impress us massively the other day, even as an Ember versus the Shadow Fiend matchup. So White Album.
Primal Beast last hitting the scuff though. Yeah, he does have a not superb attack animation. I got notification that John Guy possibly ban evader monitoring.
There, in the lobby between the 2 teams, and I feel like, you know, maybe a little bit of extra desire here to get some punishment in the laning stage from White Album, possibly.
Oh, okay.
Him. Yeah.
I mean, I don't
really well.
buy custom designs off of people that ask me. Pretty much.
Keeps on just beating him down here.
Actually, Alacrity's getting fucked in mid.
Slight, and he has to back away, and another deny. Dude, 15 and 10.
This is, I mean, I've seen this matchup a couple times, but I've never seen it go this one-sided. This is insane, the way that White Album's able to put the pressure. With his Blightstone, thing about Primal Beast is your armor is a little bit low in the laning phase, so he's just really pushing the limits of putting that physical onto him.
If I sound like a bot or a scam, I just want to sound professional. If you want to see my work, I can share it via Discord. I don't really. Maybe in the future. Send me something on Twitter or some shit.
Very well prepared for that. Just micros his courier back.
Felix can't step in much further.
I mean, you gotta do it somewhere, Dandy, right? You gotta start somewhere. I don't mind it. I just don't need anything.
Yeah.
I got all my shit handled about a year ago or so.
Alacrity runs in, tries to get the rune, and will be able to.
Pop the glyph there, White Album, while the trample was popped just to prevent any type of CS. And I mean, Felix even coming in, I think they're probably saying, you know, Alacrity's probably saying, my god.
Place
you know,
where
this guy's playing
KW
like a
spam
monster
is the
in
norm
mid
and
lane. I need a little
Felix
bit
is
of
mod.
help,
It's
so we'll
not
be able to get
professional
those 2
though.
water runes to help him out. But yeah,
Bitch,
26-11,
this is a
12-11.
professional channel, okay? Unless, you know, it's against terms of service for covering DPC that way, then it's not.
Be able to still just keep punishing him, even though he doesn't have the bottle refill.
It's gonna need to be very careful when that level 6.
That mid's going absolutely horrid.
Underneath and in the tree.
DD is such a good mid laner.
A little bit by flyby here. You can see that 19 and 4 versus the 10 and 3. They haven't been doing the wave pulls back behind the tower that we were anticipating.
Haven't been quite able to. Felix having to walk toward mid and stuff like that has disrupted his usual rotations. Alacrity almost getting aggressive there.
White Album is in the meantime getting closer and closer to this.
Wow. Wow, Dandy's toxic.
Pretty clean play overall right now from Aries.
Yeah, Red Panda holding on to Tombstone. They see an opportunity. Flyby did buy boots, so should be okay, but the levels are starting to really add up there. Drow is level 4, Red Panda level 3. Has to be careful how far he steps up on this Visage.
Just notice, if you lock Primal in place, his tramples does no damage. Exactly. That's the way you kind of handle Primal. You just root him.
Get some distance away by Flyby, and they haven't been able to really put the hurt on at all with those soul assumptions.
The strength of Earthshaker tends to come out with level 3, where they're actually able to try to pressure, but yeah, so far, really well played there by Aster.Aries. Exactly how they need to play this.
They're actually losing mid hard, and they're losing their off lane hard. The only lane that's going pretty okay is the Aster.Aries safe lane. Sorry, the Knight safe lane.
Oh my god, he gets there in time.
He might die for it, but has to take it away from the Ember.
Yeah, I mean, that's really important. Giving up his life for
Ouch.
it. And you can see also things are going
to be maxing trample.
Easier for Alacrity here with 3
Fuck,
points
I
of
need to
trample. Can just trample out that.
refresh to see if I have it.
Deny this if he wants to.
Yeah, he's just going to start spamming. But every time he gets the chains on him, does prevent a good amount of those last hits. He's going to miss.
Okay, now it works.
He missed, I think, 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, he went for max level trample.
He goes for the bottle refill.
Well played. And gets level 6, same time as
no, Felix, but I don't think they're cheating. And I think most people have, even Chinese pro players like FY and Somnus have come out that they don't believe at all that Felix Xiaoba's cheating. I think it's just some fucker that lost on the bet. The LGD game, and he's like, oh, they're cheating. Look, this is my proof.
Targeting, he nukes the Drow instead of nuking the Undying, perhaps for an attempt. So a little bit of a failed rotation.
Yeah, the I don't know if it was. I saw something on Twitter. Someone in Discord posted something.
He's level 7. The spam from the
but
slight is going to be overwhelming.
Felix Xiaoba ain't cheating.
And this is even before they get level 6 on Brood. XCJ backs out.
He's just good.
Have the armor on him, but it won't be enough to keep him alive.
And now they're moving.
It'd be known that Knights are the king of dewarding.
Trying to give him a little bit of those levels because he's very close to 6, so he could actually just take.
I mean,
if he gets it.
So this is the
some people are just really. I've seen a lot of pro matches as well where a team just has no wards because it gets counted every single time. Doesn't mean shit. Just that the other team is super good at dewarding. The accused was both Felix Xiaoba and XCJ.
Do have some difficulties dealing with the Brood.
Bottom. Try and TP out of there. Not gonna happen. Flyby.
They also accused Felix Xiaoba for map hacking because he had some movement where it almost felt, well, where people thought that he could see where the enemy was walking.
Even a DD now being picked up on white,
which is also bullshit. He just played really well.
Yeah, any rotation is just gonna
you know, just like with Flusha back in the day, is if you're just that good that people think that you're hacking, you should see it as a compliment.
Oh, they decide to go into Red Panda here. He can drop the tombstone up on the high ground. And it looks like that's going to be the extent of it. Is this enough to secure the tower?
Here comes White Album also with the DD. He wants a kill. He finds Alacrity.
Couple hits. Gets the pulverized. Try and turn this one. Will it be enough to keep him alive, though? Moves on in on top of the Ancients, but they won't be able to get the deny there.
Oof, Alacrity, Alacrity, Alacrity. Build Enigma Galaxy, failing in Aster.Aries. Sorry, in Knights.
1,500 gold ahead of the Primal Beast. Still bottom with the DD.
Yeah.
Might be able to get more.
And Flyby still not level 6. He's getting burned down.
Wouldn't it be more convenient to use the minimap instead of the cam if you are hacking?
Mid and off laner.
3k gold lead already. This is insane the way they
none of it is really detectable whatsoever.
Try to make rotations.
Because
first one fails, second one fails.
They don't have like someone standing behind them checking everything. It's not a LAN event.
Completely falling off the rails here, and Ego is going to get tossed back onto a spider. Does he have a way to get out of here?
He's got help.
Trying to get the spam out. Turns, throws out the avalanche, but that's going to be the extent of it. And, well, no. They move on in with Alacrity. And
Smackety smack.
Their feet back under him here.
Smoking some crack.
This early game, though, total disaster for them.
Oh yeah, no, Tinker scripts and stuff like that. That kind of scripting, yeah, that is detectable. To a degree. I mean, there are scripts where the response timer gets like randomized. You could do it that way, and then it could just be the guy's really good.
Might just be able to kind of essentially 1v5 to make the space for his Drow to frill free farm. This is insane play by him.
Yeah, and Flyby just hasn't been able to have a game.
No.
Those pulls that we're thinking might come out were never there. And
He's so poor as well. Yeah, this is crazy.
Trampled to kill the creep wave. Alacrity.
It's not looking too good. They're 4K behind already on the Knights. Look at the net worth on Flyby on that Visage. It doesn't exist.
Absolute tear. Gets himself a really nice neutral item too.
The only cheat I want banned is Overwolf. I used to have Overwolf, but my Dota actually ran slower when I used Overwolf, which was annoying as hell.
No overgrowth, he's just diving.
And honestly, most of the time I didn't really care what was banned.
As they finish him off. Another kill for White Album.
6-0.
Now, if he ends up going down and overplaying his hand, he will get punished pretty hard with the gold and experience he's given away. But the question is that even likely to happen? They don't have that like super easy lockdown.
I just want to play my boy OD.
Weird, you know, fissure in
You could also make your account private, then they can't see the overall stats.
The birds coming in and trying to get some type of change done, but they have no form.
Also, no, if you want to play Lion mid, you need to be fucking reported.
All 3 towers, I believe, already dropped.
Long live Overwolf.
Continue invading. Top. Alacrity can't even find the grab onto the Brood. Could not ask for a better start here from the side of Aster.Aries with how this Ember has been able to play. And still dominating the map, taking the bounty runes, even looking for all of these power runes. We'll spawn bottom this time, so we'll get a little unlucky, but...
Tumbler's toy up to the high ground from Felix. He gets away.
My 5-stack won't report me.
12 minutes in, 5,000
Won't they?
gold lead.
Oh, I got a message.
The type of plays that you would want to see out of this lineup from Aster.Aries. But, you know, there is still tremendous team fight on the side of Knights if they can get together and make the move.
It's all spotted, though. Alacrity TP's bottom. There's a sneaky ward over on that side there that sees him again, so... Immediately, they're already rotating. They're bringing White Album.
Bringing a lot of heroes.
It gets scanned.
So, White Album in the area. That ward is also scouted. Has Overgrowth ready. They have the silence down. Tree in trouble. XCJ. Tree armor. It's not going to be enough.
Good lord. Now White Album immediately in the mid lane. Okay, Ego's there. He'll have to give a bit more respect to it. But great read again, Aries. They see the movement coming. Immediately start rotating. They'll find a D ward instantly, too. And continue this free farm for the Drow, for the Ember, and the Brood is just having a field day up top.
Yeah, top of the network.
Okay, they did a few times, but that was because they started pause wars. That is one of the things I hate the most about anyone, really. Nice kill. The if a person in the laning stage gets a kill on someone else and they pause the game, I legit.
No funny business.
There is very little that makes me so annoyed as that. If it's an ally or an enemy, I don't give a fuck. Pausing the game for such a stupid reason should be bannable. I hate toxicity in general. I just want to play my game, relax, and be done. Anyone who's toxic in my games can suck a big dick.
Probably just queue up the blink dagger, right? Because then he's just gonna have to get it that
I'm
speed.
gonna have my dinner. I'll be back. Tim, I see you, Felix.
And just go for playing from a distance. As here comes White Album.
Yeah, wants a little bit of retribution there, and they move on in with the birds. Felix tries to get away.
You see, before Ancient's dead, you can just leave the game at that stage. It doesn't matter because your game won't time you out. Because the Ancient's gonna die within the 5-minute time frame that they unpause anyway, so. But if they enjoy sucking Big D, there are people that do. They're called.
But the other 2 cores, they're really suffering.
A lot of people actually. I want to say.
Ego's definitely been the one that's sort of.
Yeah, no, half the population probably. No, I don't know if they'd actually enjoy it though.
Alacrity and Flyby, the game just feels so impossible. Have any type of regular presence you'd see.
Maybe.
Yeah, and it's not easy for these
I don't know if that really is enjoyable.
Stuns, but this gust,
it would seem like a lot of work.
Get that gust silence and eventually itemize also into Hurricane Pike, which actually he already has. So
yeah, because you don't get timed out, Dandy, until 5 minutes of game time has surpassed. So if they leave the game and pause, you can just leave. But you do it out of pleasure or guilt.
He did
But suck the Big D?
So Felix opting for that one.
Yeah, a lot of
only I could remove my bottom 2 ribs.
You know, with the control that you're going to get out of just an Enchant Totem Aftershock, we saw how quick the damage comes out from the Primal Beast.
Does mean, though, initiations will be quite a bit harder because the Primal, as we said, you know, they have the kind of the counters to be able to deal with him. TK, he's about to have Blink Dagger.
But
he
no.
actually has it done, so.
I do not do the big gobble gobble. Suck 3000.
So clean this game.
Yeah, they're getting everything that they need done. Red Panda pops the ultimate, and well, Ulu, he also with
spooky, scary skeletons.
Shard immediately afterwards. White Album now.
The Spooter Army.
Oh my god.
Yeah, finally I choose not to predict a fucking
he walked right past an arcane rune.
a team, an underdog team to win for the first time ever, and that team actually is looking to win. I hate myself sometimes. I did not expect the laning stage to go this horribly bad for Knights.
How they're gonna deal with this? TK, but interrupts it and gets out the uproar. Alacrity able to find a little bit of space for himself.
Almost gets killed though.
God, my room is freaking cold.
And then gets brought down. Has Felix, of course, there to protect him. As White Album has all the freedom in the world. TP's bottom to stop this push that's going from the tree a bit and from that Visage.
Again, Ego farming very well. Just took a double stack of Ancients, then cleared out another round of it. But it's always going to be Ulu and White Album that are just a little bit ahead of him.
Yeah.
Because of that great start that they got. And White Album going for the BKB next.
Wants to just be able to commit all the way fully on top of this SF and not worry about some Requiem stun combo. As Ego, he has to go for BKB.
You still have to be careful of the
versus the line
overgrowth, though.
They have great ways to poke and force BKB. They have the tiny Ava combo with that slight thing.
SF can be very nasty in a good fight, but they're gonna need some miracles to be made this game on the side of Knights to turn it around. Because Drought is also a really solid hero to deal with the SF. Considering SF's base armor is pretty high, but you just remove it all with your sharpshooter. No, with it's not sharpshooter. It's called not sharpshooter. What's it called? Bro's been way too good for far too long. Yeah, the problem is in this patch is that everyone in my safe lane wants to play Drow, and I don't like playing melee position 5s.
So much information they have, and they just keep.
So then I play like Winter Wyvern or some shit, and I'm like, yay, we have no stuns, and if they get on top of you, you're dead. Good luck.
They will get bottom tower out of it, but at the same time, the Drow and that Broodmother push just that much faster.
7,000 gold lead into the favor of Aster.Aries. At 18 minutes, you can see still not like complete and totally into their favor. 81%, pretty freaking high.
They've just had such a flawless early game, and it's mostly off the back of this Ember Spirit. 9-1-1. 10 of those 11 kills that they've had have been because of him with his rotations and him just really dominating that mid.
What matches are there tomorrow?
Crazy how he's able to do that versus Alacrity, who's had some really good showings.
Oh, absolutely, and you know they're setting themselves up for success here. It's what you want to see after such a great start. Look at him, 14,000 damage done,
more than almost the entire enemy team. And yeah, now he's got not only
Entity versus Secret.
So he's gonna have to play even more reckless, even more chaotically, which has been working perfectly for him.
And they're waiting for their next set of items on the side of Knights. BKB for Primal Beast a ways away. Almost have BKB completed on the SF. And then, of course, it's the Greaves that Visage is looking for. Still very far away from that one.
Alacrity. Looks like he's just charging to farm. As Ulu, he walks right into him, but alright, BKB in 20 gold, but they have a blink on XCJ, so it looks like they're actually attempting to make some type of movement here. There is still that Ember Spirit with an Aegis, not the target that they want to go for, so they're just going to go straight toward top Ulu.
This would be a big pickoff for him. This would be a huge one. Now Ulu's still showing on this creep wave too, and he is going to realize too late. I think he is in trouble. Jason! Oh, he gets just a second away. Oh my god. Oh, that's got
7 seconds away. Just as long as I say.
I know there was smoke, but I think maybe the
I'll be waiting.
Because he was perfect when he TP'd out instead of finishing off those creeps. an inch from getting caught in the charge.
And now TK, they're right on him. Echo Slam, but the BKB was there from White Album, so they kill off
1 for 1, but in comes the rest of the team. Nom nom nom.
Overgrowth right now. Red Panda right on top of it with the bird drops. XCJ under fire. Managed to get out of there on the Shadow Fiend. The rest of Knights just trying to escape, but they won't be able to. So the only 2 left alive are the Primal and the SF.
Such a quick move from Aries. They see that smoke fail, they go to cut off that retreat from it, Knights, and they get it perfectly. Ego forced to pop his BKB.
Fuck you,
but
Dandy.
BKB and run. Can't stand and fight versus this Ember as White Album. He wants him.
Going for more. It's a little bit deep right there. Now this is where the double glyph that they can have if they decide to stick around for the tower will actually come into play. I don't think they get this whole set for free.
They're pushing for it though. They're really trying to commit. Keeping vision for the Drow. Catapult's still alive.
You need to have at least 6 MMR and a 10-inch cock to see the hack.
And also no more
You have neither, so you might have 6 MMR. To be fair, if you have 6 MMR, you probably don't have a 10-inch cock.
Really big gust to try and turn it. Pops his BKB,
Larky going for the Undying didn't even lose HP from the Pulverize. Guardian Greaves! Wow!
He gets controlled before he actually gets it off and nearly drops.
You got a 12-inch on my shelf.
Take this tower out before Living Armor is able to heal it.
You have a chicken on your shelf?
I don't have a creep wave yet, but it is coming in right now.
They should be able to get it.
Tower down.
They're continuing.
There is another glyph here. Felix connects. They have BKB.
Yes, Mr. Rooster.
SF now. Still 50 seconds until
Why on a shelf? Are you living in a hen house?
White Album finished off.
A chicken coop.
His BKB is ready to go. They're going to use another glyph now. It feels like if they want to defend this melee racks, they have to go now. Again, no BKB on.
I don't like the fact that you get like 17 glyphs when you're pushing the enemy's base. I really dislike that part.
He gets the push away. White Album. Alacrity's in trouble. White Album, he gets out. One more hit trying to dodge.
It's glyph, kill tower, glyph.
Felix trying to finish him off.
Everything looks prettier on the shelf, even your sister. Don't you dare fucking talk about my sister. I will stab you.
With no more Alacrity left, Ego thought about popping the ulti, but can't go for it. And TK just jumps in. Ava, toss. He's gone too far himself.
Doesn't go for the toss back though.
Without Felix, there's no punish.
22-minute melee racks though. They got what they came for. White Album pushes it a little too far, but he made the space, and they're still continuing this push.
Taking down another tier 2 tower.
I know, but he's off for dinner, Dandy, so suck it.
Like, how do you take a fight with an SF Visage?
Yeah, and they have the Greaves up too, so they can just keep healing everybody up. Anyone who steps up might just get tossed back again. TK?
Looks for it, finds him there. Whoops. It's gonna be a gust out. And the Greaves, Alacrity rolls through actually. Finds Ulu, but the BKB was there. They pop the ulti from SF.
Raccoon does nothing.
The Pulverize is gonna connect now onto TK, so they will bring down that Tiny. Maybe going a bit too far on the side of Aster.Aries.
Game 2 in the Amiga match. I'll quickly check the draft.
The cores are fine.
Draw is good against DB.
Yeah, this picture perfect game plan still for Aster.Aries.
I kind of like First Pro game 2. Draw really hard counters
pretty much anyone on
DB.
the side of Knights just has to be really cautious. Even when they pop BKBs, that straight physical damage that's coming out is overwhelming for them.
Yeah, they're still so farmed on these heroes. And like Greaves, they're gonna build into a Hex next for Broodmother. Feels like they're hitting these items.
Also, I don't think Hellscream Pulse 4 Zeus works that
Alacrity's
often.
just been able to have pretty much no game because of how that lane resulted in those 2 failed rotations that just got turned on to
I
him.
swear, my room is
so far
ice
behind.
cold. Why are you
Now
so
on the
cold?
shaker.
Actually, looking at the gold on Undying, and he's actually getting towards a Vlad's now.
Okay, cool.
I mean, they are incredibly farmed. He's almost caught up to Alacrity.
All the towers and everything they've been able to get, the racks this early too. It's that injection of gold even onto supports.
Right.
Not healing the tower right now. Waiting to see where XCJ uses his next armors. Bot tower is still low.
Well, it feels like this next Roche is a must for Knights if they want to find a way back into this game. Because if Ares get another Aegis, it's curtains then. And for Ares, you can see the emphasis put on it. putting wards in this area, sending out the spiders, not giving up.
I'm looking forward towards
They have to find some type of opportunity to land
Div
their
2 for Southeast
ults
Asia.
all in unison,
I really want to
somehow
do
get
some
onto this
official
Drow, get onto
casting
this Ember when
of
they
Dota
don't
2.
have
I did a
BKBs.
CSGO game yesterday,
Tall ask.
but I miss
They
official
do have the
casting
hero
Dota.
horde in some capacity with Felix Blink Dagger done on this
With the
Earthshaker.
production and
That's
everything,
Do they
and
have any vision here? All of Aries
we'll
perfectly
see who
set up.
I'll cast with. I think I'll probably do a couple of games casting with Winter.
Initiate onto him with Alacrity. Still waiting for that moment to group together and find the kill. TK there.
How's he still alive?
That
Now starting
silence
to beat him down.
was a
Felix,
big
he can't
silence.
Find a way into this fight. And White Album breaking the Blink Dagger right on top of
That Rec Room
dodges
does
the
nothing.
Echo Slam with the BKB. And just picture perfect play coming from Aries.
They can't even kill TK.
Yeah. A game is way too hard at this point. There's such a net worth lead.
Probably the worst hero they could run into to go for that pickoff. It's a support Tiny, but he's got level 2 grow, so has incredible amounts of armor. And then Brood comes in, grieves him.
Into the
They
pit
don't
to
have
get
damage,
that
and now
Aegis
Rush.
plus the shard to boot the
Right
boot.
as Panda was gonna
Boom, 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 heal,
come in there. The
shield, silence, avatars, boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room.
Perfect
Spend the
positioning
night
from
together. Everyone is now screwed.
You can see Felix up on the top side. Wanted to make something happen onto White Album, but it just wasn't going to happen.
White Album is a absolute beast on this Ember Spirit. He's done it. He's made some really tricky stuff, some really fancy plays before, even when he played versus an SF matchup, but I underestimated how godly he really was going to be this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sort of was going to come down to. And I mean, you know, I think that we've seen Alacrity have good games before. This time around, definitely struggling. And I mean, you can see he's going for the Blink Dagger next. With Blink BKB, maybe he can find the Drow at that point, but Ulu's just not presented himself as a target. Now with the Aegis, you don't even want to go on this guy.
No, and he's level 18.
Yeah.
Level 18 with Aegis.
He doesn't
with
have
Crossbow
what?
too,
Why
so
doesn't he
he's
have max
running back.
level
He just
multi-shot?
too, if you notice, he did put a bunch of points in stats.
Oh yeah.
And has just 3 points in Gust and 3 points in multi-shot. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Why wouldn't you go
Have
3
not
points
been
in
able to find
multi-shot?
a good fight for themselves on Knights.
Oh my god, the damage already at this point.
Panna was talking about the Echo Slams on the Spiders. We haven't seen it yet. The only Echo Slam hit on an Ember. And the second one that didn't.
Haven't seen Knights been able to get much successful fights, much successful initiation.
Does he even have a blink on
Yeah,
the
this
shaker?
disruptive start, this Ember.
Oh yeah, he does.
Really is just such a problem.
Gotta get the Echo Slama Yama.
Tower going to fall.
The siege is working. They've got the tombstone down now for vision too.
Slow and steady goes the spam. They're gonna take
Can
down
you
this
see how many
tombstone in the
points
second
players take
tier.
on
Opponent
stats instead
gets,
of skill
well,
points?
refreshed again.
No, but you can
Throw off the
calculate.
Visage Familiars.
Normally you
Still
would be
can't
able
find
to
it, so
see
they
it
jump
in
they
game,
find one.
but not with
Do
this
they have the damage,
application.
though? Avatos from TK. Felix gonna get jumped at again. White Album
I
just
mean,
has it out for
he is
him.
level
The overgrowth,
18,
it
gets
comes
1
too
point
late.
for every
And
level,
Knights, they
so
have
18
no
points. 1,
answers
2, 3,
now.
4, 5, 6,
No
7, 8,
buyback
9,
on this
10,
Earthshaker.
11, 12, 13,
They're
14,
going to run it down
15.
the mid
He
lane
said
after they
for
need to.
3
They
points
got the Requiem Souls, but Red
in
Panda, He's
stats.
still so tanky in this. They jump in with White Album, fine, ego, force staff him in, going to drop. Wow. And I think that's going to be about all she wrote. GG.
Fuck you, Dandy. Why you gotta be
What an
so
explosive game one.
cruel?
That is a
Don't you
excellent
know
start
I'm
there for
human
Aries.
too?
White Album, honestly,
Aight.
holy crap. That
Yeah,
last
White
big
Album
Ember,
fucking
he-
outplayed their asses. We'll wait for game 2 draft to start. I did not expect them to get absolutely owned that hard. Though, to be fair, the Aster.Aries lineup is pretty good. Fuck you. Okay, where are we going? Investigate the Hall of the Dead. Yes, you done? You done goofed. Oh, that's the Hall of the Dead. Where the dead people... Wait, have I been in the Hall of the Dead before? No, I haven't. Oh, I can loot shit. Whatever that does. Well, actually, I can check what that does. Right? Wait, no? Blessing of Archai. Increase your health. No, it's actually not really that interesting of a blessing. Try Skyrim 2 times and always get bored. I have tried it 2 times and kind of the same. I did add some mods this time to maybe spice it up. And actually, I do like the game. It's just... I don't know. I think I played the main story to finish. Like, I beat the dragon guy, and then I just quit. It's like, yep, game's complete. Anything else is just side quests. But then I... Oh my god! Oh my god! That scared the crap out of me. No, wait. Those are healing spells. Oh, that was a bit more of a blast than I expected. Things I tried on PS5 and the controls are atrocious with controller. Didn't they make this game to run on controller specifically? Wait, why is this book so expensive? Fuck it, I'll take it with me. What are you? Also, I want to buy a PS5. Still can't get one. Stupid fucking... I mean, right now, I should not buy it because... I should not buy PS5 because I think PS5, like, the new one is coming out this year. The PS5 Pro. So I'll just wait for that one. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the PS5 Pro would come out this year, right? PS5. They haven't made an announcement, but they expect it to come out. Oh, wait, maybe not. Just PS5 Pros may hit shelves around 2023 or late 2024. Okay, so I'll wait a little bit for it.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Archai, god? I see. I miss. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs.
First, make games that actually require PS5 before releasing a Pro. The new Spider-Man won't be coming on PS4. And will only be on PS5. Our height for GTA 6? Yes, but GTA 6 will probably come out when I'm 3 years in the grave. That will definitely be a game I will be streaming on Twitch. That and Elder Scrolls 6.
I'm a bit overwhelmed, as are the catacombs. Oh, thank Archai! Please, take
This
gold.
bitch gave me 15 gold for that work. I had to run back and forth for 15 gold.
Always in the light in these days of darkness.
Does he have another quest for me at least?
You and me.
That was it? Fuck you.
Archai has spread his word.
Won't be coming in and actually using hardware are two different things. Best looking game is still MH World. And that thing has no PS5 patch. Killed him.
He's all right.
I'm not gonna kill him because I'm not a fucking monster, but... Wait. World map. Check the stables. Fast travel to stables. I skipped school to play GTA 5 on release back then. Bro, I skipped school in high school so much because I just played a lot of World of Warcraft. And I mean a lot of World of Warcraft. What am I supposed to find here? Check the stables. I visited, I read and found 2 people had purchased a priest, the Hall of the Dead, and a stable boy.
Need a horse? Talk to my father. Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Oh. Money and a steel ingot. Only cool kids steal. Did you end up watching now in CSM? No, I went to bed. I was way too tired to continue that shit. The fuck's that farmhand then? Farmhand. Oh, is the poison... How the fuck would I ever be able to find poison? Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's got... I forgot to buy lockpicks. Shit. There's so many of these fucking things. Can I not sort them by date when I pick them up? It would be so much easier. Oh, wait. It shows what I have and haven't read. Oh my god. This is legit useful. Oh, thank the Lord. Have mercy on my soul. So, I think we need to go to the mountain, right? High Rothgar for Fusarda. Or... Yeah, speak to the Greybeards. So we'll go to there. That means on the way we will... I guess we'll beat that ass. Then we'll beat that ass. Then we'll beat that ass. We'll climb up the mountain, say hi. That's that direction. So we'll just follow the road. I forgot to buy lockpicks. Actually, I'll do that beforehand. Before I leave. Whiterun. Yeah, Whiterun. I'll buy some lockpicks and then go on an adventure! Yes, Bilbo Baggins. If asked, do you spend any resources or is it free? It's free. Thank the Lord it's free. But that's only if I... there's a mode in this game. Because right now I am playing it as a... there's a mode in this game that is like realism mode where you have to eat and drink and all that shit. And I don't play that shit because I tried it.
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods Store.
And it was really shitty. Because your guy had to eat like 17 apples in a row in one day. And then he, then he was still hungry. So that was kind of dumb. Where's the dude not here? Hello, General Good Store guy. I have to wait until later in the day? Cannot wait while trespassing. Can't, you can. There's no eating animation. It's literally you go to your inventory and grab a bunch of apples, stuff them in your mouth, and then you're done. But it's just
Take a good look around. I'm sure
every single time you eat like 15 apples, and then you're like, oh, I ate, and then after like 3 minutes, he's like, oh, I'm starting to get hungry again.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
What does he sell? Lockpicks. 7. That's all you got? Fuck you. Let's see what's the highest value I have. I really should sell some of this. Wait, what's the heaviest weight I have? Ancient Nord Axe of Cold. Actually, I don't use that whatsoever, so I can sell that. Ancient Nord Axe of Cold. I need to check which things I can break open and which I can't. Cool game. It is a cool game. Draft started? Oh yeah, draft's almost done. Even. F5, quick saving. And I love the fact that there's a mod that makes this game go 144 FPS, otherwise it would have killed me.
Which could make Brood's Lane a lot worse.
Oh, we have a lion!
Which is something I'm not sure how much I would like it.
Yeah, I think the line needs to match into the Dawnbreaker just so that she.
This is a tough game for Aster.Aries, considering.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I would want to match it into, because that makes it weaker. I do
is in
think,
the game.
Tusk Brood is going to be pretty unlikable.
Line is pretty okay against illusion-based heroes. Not
like
Naga. Other illusion-based heroes, because Naga summons too many illusions.
It's just scary though. I think Knights have picked such
like against TB line is pretty good. Against Naga, I wouldn't say that
and then
much.
A lot could then potentially
Naga is
hinge
busted.
On, like, the mid matchup and how that goes, and who wins.
Naga is
that,
annoying.
Rotate. We saw last game how well the Ember did. I mean, there's
I think more than anything.
So the draft will favor them potentially.
Rubik top 3 pick, yes, but it's not a good Rubik. The only Tusk spells are okay to steal, and line spells are okay to steal, but it's shit against
punishment to this would just be
the
like the Kunkka mid.
Brood and against Ursa. It's just really shit.
DK is a fair replacement though, because it's
Dazzle's best versus Illusion.
We're not trying to jump you.
Legion Commander's best versus Illusion.
You at some point want to jump us.
Overwhelming odds blows up everything.
DK instant blink turnaround. Rubik can shard lift away.
Flash is actually also really fucking good against Illusion.
So Knights, this is a very different style of draft than the previous ones. And if they don't get run over in the first 20 minutes, conceding
DK mid then?
Their draft should be able to counter Ares quite nicely. But once again, White Album just pop off.
I was going to say, aren't you a little bit concerned? Like, they didn't even really make it to that point last game. It felt like they were being run over by even the 10-15 minute mark.
This draft is a little bit more robust. They don't have as many cracks. And it's a DK mid. It's one of the more boring heroes. Oh, God, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I was like, there's not many heroes that can beat a DK. They've already banned out the Viper on Ares. So
Necro is actually good spell suit for Rubik.
Many Necros. I think this is maybe the first Necro in China. And why did they pick it? To try and bully lane. You bully lane, and then you play for that Roshan, you play for the dominant. So Aster.Aries is really just saying,
I mean,
crush you,
line with level 25 gets AoE hex
hit the motions of farming
as well, so then it's also poof illusions.
So I like this DK pick a lot. I think that Necro versus DK is...
By the way, this is, I'm pretty sure, the actual first Necro across all regions.
Yeah, I'm actually not too surprised. Yeah. So it's very good against Naga. It's like one of the better heroes into that. I think you do well against DK in the lane, but I think it's not like some super mega stomp.
Why are you curious, Dandy?
I have a hard time calling this one, but I think that Knights should have an easier way to play the mid game.
Am I the only one that finds those
those
big ass microphone headsets silly?
Sheep, who you gonna bat? Yeah, who you gonna bat for? You were so good in game one.
Oh, the one that they're having with
Tusk
like
on
the
pos
big
5
pop
player, because
filter
I thought
thing.
if it was Lion Ursa lane, then Rubik will just destroy the Lion in lane, and they won't be able to lane on 2 side lanes because they're swapping the supports up. I don't know. I can't.
Maybe
do it
they
in
just
time.
swap lanes.
I mean, yeah,
and just different plans.
I agree
I
with
don't know, I
you
favored
because
Knights
when you look at like
I think, and then this Necro's a wild card.
that's what I'm wondering. When you look at anything on TV itself, like at normal football or football commentators and everything, they always have like the microphone here, and that's good enough. And I agree, those headsets are humongous.
With confidence, and eventually people will believe that you're telling the truth.
Oh, jeez. Well, I was kind of wrong last time, but that's all right. It happens.
Are those like microphones that you put on your chest that expensive, or are they just not well versed with using those in the industry?
Really feeling like you're just gonna be able to dominate and take over the map. So eyes on him. I'm looking forward.
Because I
to see
think
what
as
Phil
well
does.
that like the big pop filter
Rating
thing
and
that's
stuff
like
that, since he is versus Nagasiren, trying to get some
half
super
your
skill.
head next
I'm
to
looking
your
forward
mouth
to
is
see
a
what it's
bit
gonna be
much.
able to do. I do favor Knights' draft a bit here.
Sound
just
quality
because
not good, I
they're
would
back to play
assume.
more
The sound
defensively,
quality
kind
for
of force the mistakes out
like
of
it's
Aries. But
official
that being said,
professional
White Album
football.
just dominated so hard last game that
What's it
maybe he's gonna be
called?
able to do something similar.
Yeah, it's hard not to
TV. Like
go with that
TV
idea
production
again.
tends to
will
be
say
still 10 times
there's,
better
like, a
than whatever we
different
can
dynamic
produce.
that exists here now. Alacrity playing on this DK can deny out and lower that base damage, can maybe even try and
And the quality
get
also
some
always
extra
sounds
type
good.
of, pressure onto him through the first couple of waves. But what is it about the DK versus Necro matchup that becomes really hard to deal with?
He's just constantly spamming. You don't even have to worry about bottle or anything like that on the Necro. You're with Heartstopper aura, because it's all about, you know, health decay versus these tankier heroes. He's trying to attempt the pressure.
Maybe it's
I
because they're
haven't
sitting
seen this
closer
lane.
to each
I
other
haven't
than
seen
they
Necro
normally
at
are
all
in a
since any of the
broadcast on
stages, so
TV. That could be
is
the
he even gonna
problem
be able to pressure
with
the
pin
DK is the
mics,
question.
because they're
Necro
sitting
has
next to each other at a
unbelievable
desk.
reach now. If you once you hit
Instead
three,
of
it's
making like the
nobody
desk
can
bigger,
actually bully him. So
they're
let's see if
like
the Necro's gonna be
shoulder
able
to
do it.
shoulder.
Well, the other thing that we're going to watch for is, like Sheep was talking about.
I'll ask
the
Seek
Felix
about it.
Chauba, Rubik playing together with Flyby up
He
top.
probably
Now, we did
knows
see
that
Sheep-
about
we did
that
see
sort of
Sheep
shit.
play an amazing Dawnbreaker the other day. So Aries, they're a team that's used to playing around Dawnbreaker, and they still are running this Ulu Ursa paired together with
Ulu
the Tusk.
Ursa?
Actually. So yeah, you were talking about the weakness of Lion and Lane. Now they're switching it up.
Yeah, thing is though, now with Tusk, you have to time your snowball kind of perfectly every time to stop Dawnbreaker. Meanwhile, Lion, he had 2 different easy functions to be able to stop it. So just wanting to have the Lion versus this
What's the
versus this
difference
Naga.
between that and this?
Really good stun from Alacrity under the entire creep wave beating on White Album.
That was
Sorry, I'm quickly checking a difference between.
Oh my
Alacrity.
God. Okay.
How dare you beat me down game 1?
I mean, White Album was definitely feeling himself last
I don't
game,
know
but
which
then,
one's better quality.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. Pre 1 minute.
How does a DK solo kill anybody?
Oh my God. I mean, they picked it for the lane, and if you get first blooded, now you're definitely not pressuring the DK. He can just buy whatever the hell he wants. He's going to be able to sustain.
Sorry.
I think that actually is a really big deal. That might really change everything as White Album.
Oh my
taking
God.
tower hits.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. If he didn't de-aggro tower, he might just die there as well.
As it is, he's trying to pressure underneath the tower here, but the problem is he's still gotten so much XP out of this that Alacrity's coming close to hitting level 3 here.
He's just gonna hit him back.
Like
So, you
DK
know what?
got first blood on an
Fine.
Necro
Fine.
mid.
Gets the second point, and there comes that big regen. What an interesting lane start. Is he gonna body block him with creeps?
Oh my God, White Album. White Album, be careful here, buddy.
He's okay.
He can't really come back in the lane that easily again. And wow, what an interesting matchup we've got.
I don't think if anyone ever expected that, that would be the most ridiculous expectation ever. A DK solo killing Necro at the 1 minute mark, or the 50-second mark. That was crazy. And having a bottle this early on Alacrity, I don't think there's going to be any pressure that the Necro is going to be able to apply to
Wait,
him.
DK on
He's gonna be able to
bottle?
Fill up that bottle constantly with the water runes. And Necro, not really a hero that wants to go for bottle, as we were saying before. Wow.
I mean, I'm baffled that
Yeah, unreal.
DK is going
other
bottle.
lanes that we're going to need to watch on, though. You can see across all the lanes going much better for Knights than it did in the last game here. Flyby having a better time of it, 8-4 right now versus the 6-0 on the Ursa. And we're
I
going
mean,
to
at one point in this game, if Naga gets Nullifier, Necro is
Looks like
fucked.
They should actually win all 3 lanes now off of that. We'll see how the Necro is able to like punish this DK afterwards, but yeah, it does feel like all 3 lanes are going to be really successful for them off of the start. Because top, it's a tough lane already for the Ursa versus these 2. Bottom, I don't believe that they can actually apply too much pressure onto Naga Siren, and yeah, the DK, Alacrity, with a huge outplay, setting himself up for success.
You can see that he's starting to get a little bit lower on the DK now, and is going to need to get a refill at some point to make this really work for himself. But at least at the moment, things looking somewhat okay. Gets the stun.
Ooh, no denial there, Alacrity, nub.
I'm loving him and just hitting him. 8 denies, though. That is a very big deal. He's going to have a pretty big level advantage over this Necro. Almost level 5 if he wants to put the 3rd point in Dragon Blood. Probably an option for Alacrity, so he can sustain in that lane.
Has the next bottle refill coming up in a few minutes here, or a few seconds rather. Down bottom, we haven't talked about this one too much. Ego with XCJ facing off against Shang-Chi and TK. Obviously, Lion known for being a relatively weak hero in the laning stage, but can kill off these illusions one by one when he does the mana drain.
You get a little bit of gold for every
Not till 15
thing you
minutes or
drain.
so. Doesn't really feel that effective to actually slow down Naga Siren, but yeah, they're doing better than expected. 11-4 on the Naga, 19-2 on this Broodmother.
Line 25 and Naga will be useless. Yeah, you just gotta get the line to level 25.
And he doesn't actually
Easy.
put that 3rd point in. He wants to have a little bit more damage. Doesn't want to go off. Doesn't want to be that passive. Just stepping up and hitting him because he's got this level advantage. He's really just trying
I
to
mean,
pull
at
the
that
Night Owl.
stage, you still have to deal with a Naga.
Really good job of it.
Yes, he won't have the illusions to back him up, but he will still be a Naga. That has a lot of farm. He'll probably still be 10k ahead of the Ursa in terms of net worth, if not more.
So should be okay, but Alacrity pushing the limits here.
Absolutely.
Naga without illusions just useless. No, I wouldn't say so.
And get whatever damage he can out.
Naga just gets stupidly farmed with the illusions, and then at one stage is too hard to handle. Because it's not only the Naga you have to fear, DK in the late game as well is DK with Aghanim Scepter, probably Heaven's Halberd, BKB, gigantic dick.
Ego find that finish on to the Lion.
Puts 2 points in the mana drain.
Late game, Aghanim Scepter DK is also terrifying.
Try to pressure this Naga Siren whatsoever.
Even
Sure,
though
he's gonna
DK
be able
is
to
the
kill
most boring hero in the
Illusion a little
game.
bit more frequently, but this should just be a free farm lane now for Ego, and the CM should be able to start getting some pulls off.
About to get level 6 on Alacrity here, but he is low. Has to be careful of the level 6 of White Album. Pops the stun. There is a TP rotation coming in here.
Okay.
As TK wants to help secure the 6-minute rune and could maybe even go for the kill when White Album gets 6. We'll have to see.
Probably just helping around the 6-minute rune. It looks like they're checking with both supports here.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be the rune for
A
Aster.Aries.
little bit more than a creep wave away, it looks like.
13 denies on the DK. Haste rune, it spawns top. Maybe they can set up Red Panda. He's kind of baiting him in.
Yeah.
Can't quite.
Alacrity realizes the danger, and the scan is there, so...
Big balls on DK, playing aggressive at low HP with Necro closer to level 6. I need this White Album guy to get over 12.5. So man went for the White Album over 12.5 kills in this game?
Gone in too far, and Felix is
Damn.
going to be in a little bit of trouble there. Tries to snowball
Wish you
in
the
on
best
this
of luck.
one, brings him in. The hammer throw
Anybody
is
price
out, and
picks?
the turn now under Red Panda.
Holy.
Good damage.
Are price picks
That turn for
the
kill.
predicting
Looks at
amount
that.
of kills
Tries to
for a
turn
player?
out
Or
onto
what's a
Felix
price pick?
Jalba, drops down the tree. That was not the right direction, but
Junk.
with another Celestial Hammer,
Junk.
it's not going to be enough.
Okay, well, look, it's a
to
double.
go down.
That's a big
That's a
deal.
big
They were
fat
getting crushed
whoops.
Up here. This Dawnbreaker absolutely free farming. Still way ahead on the net worth, but a big play from Ulu, able to stick on him. Nicely done from Ulu.
Yeah, getting that kill. I mean, I feel like after the laning stage, any type of redemption like that's going to be huge for him. As TK
Felix,
throws out the stun,
the Magic
Felix
8 Ball
makes the move
loves
in.
Dandy for
Get
some
the
fucking
slow.
reason.
Can't quite find the
Could also be that it
teleportation
hates
They
you.
have this very
That
early
also
level
works.
6 on the DK. Level 7 even, so trying to get the tower, but mid. Do they have
They're
enough
low.
damage?
They find him. Reaper
Oh,
Scythe.
that's
It's
the
gonna be
kill.
enough. So White Album finally gets
Luckily
some
enough, of course, he
retribution
doesn't
out
get
of
the
that
longer
late
death
stage.
timer, but it is infinitely scaling Necro regen.
Everything here on the side of Aries.
So how much
Can you
does
predict
this
the
change
stats for
things
basically
the
any
state of the
sport
game
or
right now?
game?
As Ego's getting gone on a little bit by Shang.
Oh, like that. In basketball, where one team has minus, 23.5 points over the other one. You mean like that? Or in football, same story. Like minus 1.5 with Asian odds.
He always is going to have that big target or 2 targets that he can just focus on with Reaper.
Yeah, I do that occasionally. I don't really bet that much anymore because I tend to get absorbed in it completely.
Pop it in the net and then into the Dawnbreaker rotation. That was cleanly done by Knights. That was just perfect.
Yep. This Dawnbreaker might be the big difference maker.
It's big gambling. It's fun gambling, I know, but it is dangerous. Do be careful, Chris. Be booted.
The DK out of the laning stage against White.
It's always a dangerous hobby.
Start farming it up now.
When the fun stops, you stop. Stuff like that. And well, if you're not gonna stop anyway, you might as well do it on sports bet.
Get some good damage in there.
And
holding on
sign up using my affiliate link.
To that creep wave.
He's got to just okay, hit the tower though. Support's coming in. XJ.
Get the poison hit onto it.
Might as well.
Regen the tower. White Album finishes off that big
like the plug.
Stack, already level 8 now.
Hey, I know how dangerous it is. I know it ruins lives. But if you're gonna ruin your life anyway, might as well make me some money.
After getting some damage, we're now seeing White Album will back away.
Oh, wait,
very addicting when you're winning, yes. And you always think, when I'm winning, it will never stop.
Okay, well that'll slow down the
and then you start losing a bit, and you're like, I'll get that money back.
A little bit before. I know yesterday, towards the end of the night, we had this brood mother.
And then it goes horribly wrong, and you lose everything.
This brood is going to be able to
your wife, your kids, your husband. If you've got a wife and a husband, something else is really wrong with you.
It was Jibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jibe was blocking camps like crazy. So we'll see how much he's even able to do, because right now, they switch the dynamic, they park the Dawn bottom, so they prevent this.
Nothing is as addicting as Giga stock options.
Oh
I literally just put money for the first time in my life this year in actual stocks, and I'm just keeping it there. Last night, it was so sweet. It had Tom Brady not throwing the ball at least 46 times.
White Album, TK actually stacking it up another round.
You bet on Tom Brady not throwing the ball at least 46 times.
Hard to get that. I need to cut some trees. And it feels like maybe that could be saved for Ulu later on. Who's going for this battle fury.
Does that mean
he's still
that?
Ways away from it on that Ursa.
Yeah, he's been slowed down, even though he got that beautiful double kill top that salvaged.
Because of course they're gonna do rushing yards, so that doesn't count as a throw, right? Because I assume a throw is like overhand throw.
Separating the two teams, a lot of that.
Because 46 times a throw in one match seems like a lot.
Build.
Considering most of the time they do rushes anyway.
Red Panda's getting beat down in the mid lane while there's this smoke.
You bet on him throwing more? He did more? Really?
They're all in the area.
You throw that much? Normally I see them always doing rushing yards.
Felix makes the move over, trying to bring Flyby down, but able to regen through it. CM ulti, the Hex is out.
Who are, by the way,
they bring down Flyby.
The last team standing for the Super Bowl?
Nice play there from White Album too, holding on to it, waiting for it until he sees the Rubik steal a spell.
Hey, who do you think is gonna play the Super Bowl? Because Super Bowl's in February, right? Almost always.
Now they're able to get this tower, so a little bit of a tower trade, giving up their mid, but getting that bottom plus a big kill. Open up the map for the Brood.
Any of those kills on Dawnbreaker are really nice to get.
Actually bringing Alacrity down here to try to find something. It's scouted by a creep, so could have failed rotation here from Knights.
Maybe he's just going to hold on to this area. I'm not sure.
I don't watch it. I mean, I guess I do, but just the final and bits and pieces. Same. I only watch the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm Dutch, so obviously most of the fucking games start at midnight on Sunday.
On that 5 tusk.
But I always make time to watch the Super Bowl.
Dawnbreaker has been the choice for Flyby. So wanting to.
Because I actually like American football. If I lived in America, I would have probably played American football.
Getting farmed, has the perseverance done.
Because I used to play a lot of football, but I would watch it live. But if I...
Yeah, I think we'd imagine
the problem I have with football is I never really like doing, training, and you need to have a gigantic condition to continuously play for 90 minutes in football. Whereas American football is like you swap defensive and offensive teams, and then you have a play has been made. Okay, time to rest for the next 30 seconds.
Take these ones down himself, it looks like.
Yeah.
which is
They don't
nice.
wanna wait that long for the Ursa to take him out.
Has the full Sanj completed now?
Very tanky.
So that one coming out will be pretty clutch.
Want to see what
more regen and
top.
Yeah, that's a freebie. He
That's a
can drop
panda.
the CM ulti to secure
You
the
never
red
say no
panda
to
goes down.
panda.
You know what? They don't have to use DK form to take down this tower. This is really nice. So they'll have Blink and
It's actually
DK form
surprising the
now.
Necros so far.
Alacrity pops it
I
to
like
try
all
defend
sports
the
but
big
baseball,
tower.
and I
He
don't
has
mind
Arcane
playing
Rune, so
them.
he's just
Just
like
in
your,
my
you know,
opinion, watching is
almost
so boring.
the same duration
I
as
love
for this cooldown when you have
playing
Arcane.
football. It's just
We'll be able to pop that one
I
right
want to
afterwards.
play a
Like you saw.
game of
White
football,
Album. Okay, looks
but
like
not
Kai's
sign
song.
up for
I
a
was waiting
club.
to see what
You
he-
know,
what else he'd kind of,
and that's kind of impossible.
opts
So
to go
that
for
sucks.
here.
I just want to play a game of football, once a year
Yeah.
I have
with
seen it
random
fail so many
people
times at the same time too, so
and fuck around. I don't want to play.
see too much Necros
Oh,
in
it's
it.
Saturday. I have a match
Well,
on
the first
Saturday
one.
every
I believe
week.
The first one in all the DPC.
Look at this.
But I miss
Preempted
football a
the
lot.
move.
Football
Bye-bye.
was I
Camera
loved the
away,
sport. I played
tries
it
to
for like
escape.
10 years.
Is
It's
going to
tanky.
turn, and the rest of the team in position. Red Panda, he's going to drop. They have the snowball now onto the spider. So Shanxi in trouble. They have another stun in 1 second. Find it right there.
Oh, that's a nice double.
The anticipated gank on
If
fly.
I had IRL friends, I'd be down to
I feel
do
like
it
they need White
frequently.
Album. If you're gonna
I have
play those
IRL
fights,
friends,
I
but
think
they're
the
not
damage
gonna
is
play
very
they're
limited.
they're not
Side
football
of
playing
Aries
friends.
has to have the Necro with that Reaper.
They
She's
really
immediately punished.
like
And tough
my
for them
my
to make
neighbor,
plays
for
elsewhere.
instance.
If they wanna set up a gank
One of my best
elsewhere,
friends. He
Donald
played
comes in and then
table
just gets
tennis when he was
counteracted. So
younger,
Ego, he's getting all the space in the world. Has now taken.
and now
that
he's a
top
truck
network
driver
spot
that
from
has no
Naga.
free time.
Depending
Other
upon
friend, I
how
don't
this
think he
next
ever
couple of
did
minutes
sports
goes, it feels
'cause
like they might not be able
they
to
were
pop
broke,
out
they
of that top
couldn't.
spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Another friend played handball,
Eyes on TK. What's he gonna be able to do with the shard?
and everyone
Cutting
played
waves,
football
cutting
when they
waves
were
to the
younger,
Naga
but
start
quit when
moving
they
down
were
with
older.
just
I
managing
started when I was
Will that
12,
be enough to actually slow them down
and they kind of
type
all
of scaling
stopped when they
function
were
that you need
12.
for Sikor.
Right, and it also.
But
comes at the
football was
limitation
one
of
of the
his damage
like
and
it's
control. He
it's
has
an
3 points
experience
right now on
playing
Red Drain.
football.
You'd imagine he takes another one pretty soon here.
I don't know about
Everybody
in America,
moves
but
on
in
up
Europe
top.
it's just
They
amazing.
peel off the illusions.
Going to play
Guess
some
who's
football with my
there?
friends. I'm gonna be so
Dawnbreaker,
dead on
the stun
Thursday.
comes in and they find and kill
Are you gonna
White
do
Album.
like a full
Just
match,
ripped him
Rooney,
to
or are you gonna do
shreds.
like a
Oh
3v3
my,
situation?
damage
Or are
that
you
comes
gonna
in on
actually
Dawn
play
as well.
11
Just
v
everything at the
11,
perfect time.
90-minute game,
Beautiful steals.
referee,
Felix, Snowball, I feel like
sidelines?
he's gotten them 3 kills so far, and then he steals the Earth Spike as well right afterwards for the
Yeah.
chain stun. Beautifully done by this Rubik.
Really good stuff from him.
Looks like a totally different team at this point now for Knights compared to that last game. Really finding themselves a better draft that they're more comfortable with to deal with this pressure.
It's one of those things where you sort of look at it and you're like, okay, well, if you get out of the laning stage and actually play some Dota, things look significantly better for Knights.
Because I want to
for
do the
Aries,
11 versus 11 referee, the whole
after that
shebang
solo
again.
kill just sort of felt
About
off.
that, have you watched the anime
Necro
called
never
Blue Lock?
wanted
No,
to
I
be
haven't
playing
watched
at a
it.
deficit. He always wants to be playing ahead. That's why we
We're doing 5
always
plus
take it
1
over,
in a
which is very
covered
volatile.
football
Gone
balloon.
for the shard now first before finishing up that Kaya.
Football
But
balloon.
even with this tankiness, you know, Sanj, Hood, and still gets exploded through the burst damage that we see from Knights.
So you're like
And
playing
there is
indoor,
always going to be that blow-up
which I think they
potential
call
depending on
foosball.
Pairing White Album together with the Ursa, and you're, you know, sort of playing this Naga Siren, which yes, there are 2 other cores, but
Soccer.
at the end of the day, it's all about the Naga in the late game. So they do have good
VR,
potential
Brazil?
constantly. As the Battle Fury
Slash
completed
Squid
and
Games, like
just
scenario. It's
bottom
actually really
bottom
cool.
Flyby here.
Have to start to bully him out of here because the Brood
Dude,
Mother's not
the
able to
best
play
shit.
her game.
Oh, Battle Royale. Dude, the best shit back in the day was fucking
Tries
Galactic
to
Football,
escape,
and
team
you
moving
cannot
into position, finger of
convince
death
me
done.
otherwise.
And Felix
Galactic
gets the whiff,
Football
but-
was the
well,
actual
actually, now
OG.
they find him. Oh, his enrage wore out. Ulu goes down right as he got the Battle Fury and trying to
Song?
escape the song.
Yeah, it's better
Song
than
of
to
the
die on a
Siren
100-meter
chasing.
long
Can they
field.
get
Yeah,
out
but
of their
I
side?
love
Looks like
running.
they will.
It's so small level.
It
one,
sounds
only got
weird,
1,000
I know,
radius, so
but
wasted
running,
there, about 3
like
minutes on
actual
cooldown, but another big
making
hit. They're
sprinting
reading the moves.
was
Sure, they
what
get the Dawn,
I
but
was.
lose their
I
Earth
was
Spike
really
to get that
fast.
Battle Fury, so
That was the
I think
only
Knight's
thing I
very happy with
was.
that trade.
I was really fast when I was young,
They,
and I
spot
still
up
am
on
fast.
high
But
ground now too, and gonna get the
I had
D-Wings
no
there.
technique. I was just big,
Knights,
fast,
the lead
and
with
annoying.
the Naga Siren
That's all I
draft.
could do.
And
If I got the ball,
question
I'd give it
coming
to
out
anyone
now
else on the
is,
field because I was terrified of
what do they
losing the
wanna
ball
do
with
to
the
try and
terrible kick.
Continue to build this lead. Is there going to be a Roche in their near future? Do they want to try and take that away from the Ursa draft?
Probably not too necessary. Just
I was Dirk out. I was
game,
exactly
back
Dirk out.
bottom.
No.
The two supports plus
Yeah.
the DK continue to move around, and Ego just free farms jungle. So I
No,
think it's a lot of
Dumfries at
pressure
least
on
has
Aries
the balls to try and
find some type of
throw the
avenue
ball in
pressure
front of the
back.
goal.
Yeah, right now, 10-5. It feels like Knights are going to start to really run away with the game soon.
Absolutely.
I didn't like going to training because it was always cold on the field, and I remember a game where I was in the defense, central defender. I got the ball, I made a solo across the entire field. I was so proud of that solo. It was the best. Like, I dodged everything and everyone. I was so good. I was in front of like enemy 60-meter line 1v1 with the keeper. I wanted to shoot, and I had zero energy to shoot, so I just fell down. And I was like, I just screwed up my entire game because that one sprint cost me like all the stamina I had left for the game.
They do have TK there again, cutting these.
When I was younger, I was still lazy.
Would probably want to get that next level in mana drain next to just ensure that he can kill him off quickly. Have it back up again afterwards.
I wasn't bald back then. I actually had pretty long hair when I was playing football. Like, I didn't like going to the barber, so my hair was... Yeah, it was pretty long. And used turbo and burnt out 10 minutes in. Exactly. That was also the reason why most of the time I started it on the bench, because I never went to the training, and I usually... I always said...
But he is
I always had a perfect reason to not go to training, and they knew exactly what my reason was. I just have sex with my girlfriend, and I'd call that stamina training. And they were like, "Did you have enough stamina training this week?" I was like, "Yes." Stamina is top notch again. Let's go.
Really clean play coming out here from Knights in this game number 2.
Yeah, looking. I mean, it's only a 2K lead, but it's just feeling rough for Aries to make anything happen on the map. It's just, yeah, there's nowhere for them to go. They want to try to squeeze the map, try to use this Broodmother space, but it's not existent because Dawnbreaker just sits there.
Knights are looking good.
Joins the fights every single time, so.
I mean,
yeah,
limitless. That's just the way you do it. Either you do practice or you do boning. If you do both, you're gonna be too much of a beast, and I can't have that happen. Otherwise, I'd have to play on a higher level, and I love playing shit tier. Shit tier level was the best level, where it was like everyone went out on the Friday night, and then you had a match at 8 AM on the Saturday, and everyone in the team was either drunk, tired, or both.
The ability to like actually find a target and stick on him.
And then it came to the match against the enemies, and there was always my team and the enemy team always had one person that was really good, like just really good player, but he had like asthma, so he couldn't play higher, which was hilarious because then he played with us, and the only thing that we were was big, strong, and annoying as hell. And it was like, oh, their offender is. Their attacker, their winger is really strong. Let's break his ankles.
This poor Ursa. He's just getting bullied here. Are they going to be able to break the smoke, though? Not quite. Oh, and he's going to walk right up that hill afterwards.
And then you got a little bit pissed off at the city teams because they were annoying, and then you just came in with absolute murder intent.
Goodbye.
Oh, they don't even need the Dawn ult this time.
Oh, man. But maybe a punish here? Can't get him. There's no way to run him down. The Naga is fine.
Oh, Red Panda. Just a bit of an awkward situation.
Just be quiet over there, buddy. Don't come out. They can't hurt you.
He's so patient.
Oh my god, they definitely can.
Oh god, they saved him for a second, but he makes the first move.
Okay. XCJ doesn't have ulti, but
he's alive.
He did get
Knights. They punish.
We did become champions one season. I think we tied one game and won everything else. It was a good season. It was a fun season. The only championship I've ever had. At least I had a championship.
15-5. No answers, it feels like, for this Naga Siren whatsoever. They tried to go for this Necro pick,
to be fair, our goalkeeper that year was the keeper from the first team, and he didn't play with his first team anymore because he had friends in our team, so he left. We were like third string. Yeah, we were the third team, and he did not like his teammates on the first team, so he just joined us.
Waiting to see
It was
White
a
Album
real
get
good
another kill.
goalkeeper.
They've only got those 2 Reaper sites that were successful. White Album, he's got Kaya Sanch Hood, and he's actually having to build.
Mainly because
Aeon
no one
this
in our
next.
team wanted to be goalie.
That's how scared he is to this burst that they burst in control that Knights has.
I mean, I get it, but it also feels like it's one of those moments of like, you know, you're staying alive.
There was one match that we played at home, and it was against Doetinchem, which is a city team. And well, city teams, if you are playing from rural areas and you play a city team in football, you probably know city teams tend to have a lot of angry kids, and they always play rougher than rural teams.
Ego taking top tower, getting massive. They already feel like they don't have the answer to the Naga.
So they went hard on one of our on our goalie. They went in with like straight leg, the nods, whatever the fuck they're called, forward, attacked our goalie, and our entire team just went at it. Like immediately, everyone started fighting. In came the team that was, because the first string team was training on the field next to us. They saw their goalie getting tackled by the enemy. They came running up the field. It was glorious. Oh, I miss those old fights.
Yeah, flawless game plan so far. Knights, and they're sticking to the recipe. Look at the map again. They're just having the DK.
You see that not so bad at all Kappa performance of Dawn Gaming earlier? It was actually painful to see them, bro. I did not want to watch Dawn Gaming because obvious reasons.
So, yeah, feels like
Gangbanged at its finest.
Shrinking smaller and smaller.
Studs, that's it.
They do have Blink Lion,
in Dutch, we call them
are
noppen.
they going to be able to find anything big with it?
Mess with one when you mess with the squad. Exactly, bro. Hey, MBK bot mode dreams, baby. Actually, the camera's there. Dreams, baby. I forgot that my cam has swapped positions because I now can do this.
He's going to get more and more farmed as these illusions levels up. And it does look like they're making a smoke play right now.
He's got the Aeon disc locked. They've now spotted it.
Can they take this fight?
Oh, Rubik's got webs.
They need to get... Oh,
Rubik's got webs.
I've never seen that before. Oh my god. Yeah. Felix, he gets jumped though. Able to dodge the stun. BKB. And the big jump. Ulu,
what's up, buddy?
The initiation that they wanted.
Putting on some deodorant because I stink.
And Ego gonna pop the Song of the Siren. They're all caught now.
Ulu. No BKB.
Big Shell was like, spider webs everywhere.
The lift is there. The enraged, the Dawn ulti comes in. They connect now with that Celestial Hammer. Ulu in trouble, going to die. They bring
Felix
down
Shalba, no!
pretty low, but not enough.
Spider webs!
Spider webs to get him away. Web on web. Shanksy can't believe
web
it.
on web?
Bring down White
Sounds like a
Album.
weird porn.
In the end, it was a buyback from Red Panda.
2 girls, 1 cup. 2 spiders, 1 web.
They're going to even lose more. The Brood's likely to die here too. Level 18
Brood
on
move
Alacrity.
faster in Rubik
Slow.
Web, like Void can move in Rubik Chrono. I don't
it
know.
Goes out. They connect. The root is there. The spam Felix dropping those voice lines, and GG.
They call it. Yeah.
Didn't stand a chance.
Well, they tried something with the Necro.
They tried so hard and sucked a big one, but in the end, they sucked a big one. Well, that's the next game done. So now we'll wait for game number 3. Don't ask that man how it's gonna exist in the hentai, bro. 100% it already exists. Where Muerta? Muerta is gonna come up when they put out the patch. The big question is, will they put the patch out between Division 1 and Division 2, or will they bring out the patch after Division 2, or will they bring it out after? They might actually release it after the major and then be just like, yeah, but, you know, suck a dick. Orphan Rock. Retrieve Nettlebane. After the major, I mean, they're not going to play the hero at the major anyway, so they might not give a damn about what you and me think. I'm going mage because mage is the coolest. Yeah, no, mage is the coolest. Though it is also the easiest and the cheatiest. So I'm always conflicted going for mage, but that guy's cool. Or that lady. Sorry, I misgendered you, I think. Archer's busted. Archer's boring. That's the one thing I never would have gone for. Archery. It just sounds like ass. I'd rather go like rogue with double daggers or some shit. That would, because I always like dual wielding, even though historically it makes 0 sense. What is this? Homestead. Wait, is this the place you can buy? Oh, this is the house you can buy. Okay. Okay, I can buy that house then. Okay. What if Gaben is your secret follower and hiding in chat all the time? If that was the case, he'd probably make me attend, you know, cast at the majors, but okay. Let me have time to cast, you dick! Oh, no! No! Fuck you. Where did it go? Did his corpse just evaporate? What? Lame. Oh, also I need to... Oh, wait. I can do that? I did not know that this was even a possibility. Oh. Actually, I'll make that one 3, that one 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, it's... Wait, that, wrong one. I need that 4. What's my 3? Oh, that's bound battle axe. Oh, no. Cool. Let's see. What? Six is... Oh, reanimate. Oh, I need 5. Okay. Where am I? Fell Glow Keep. Hey! 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 Wrong one! Wrong one! 1. No, wrong one. I literally am wasting all my mana right now. There we go. Fuck you! How do you cheat in Dota without getting caught? I don't know. Be good. Oh, mate. Let's get that. Grapes. Who doesn't love grapes? Look at that ass, though. 3 is battle axe. Let's go, baby. For Cosmodon! Oh, he's got a flame Atronach. Oh, you thought you had me? No, you have me. I need to heal. I need to heal. Potion of healing. Use. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Really? Why is that thing so freaking strong? Nope. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. Heal. Heal. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. You go, Archer! You're amazing! Okay, Flame Atronach explodes if you kill it. Good to know. Isn't there anyone else? There has to be another caster here. Some fishies. I stole a goldfish. Someone summoned that thing, right? Where is that summoner's corpse? Give me the Flame Atronach. Oh, I actually have the Flame Atronach, but give me more Flame Atronach. Meh. According to LG, they use a hack that let them D1, according to expert, aka paranoid crackhead gambling fanatics. That is the perfect way to call what an expert is. Oh. Get fucked! Oh, my 200 skill went up. Oh, they're on the other side of... Hey, juniper berries. Good luck. Staring at a wall like that'll break it open. Prepared to die? How the f... No, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. I need a deal. Oh, Nova's Necromancer. Necromancer robes. Wooden Staff of War. Ghost Walk. Oh, invisibility. Because we all know invisibility is invincibility. Wait. Oh, there. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? You burn! Naked. Ooh. Why did I pick that up? That's just junk. This is kind of nice. You can't use that while you're in combat. What is... Burn! Burn! You won't get away with me! Burn! Sorry. Sorry! No! I live! You know what? Fucking fireball your face. Or whatever. Elemental ball your face. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oops. Just blasted those guys from behind. Okay, let's save. I'm like, oh yeah, let's make sure that we level up our two-handed skill. And then, oh, two-handed skill is going up nicely. Oh, that's what I want to see. Oh no, they're killing me! Quickly turn to big fat exploding magic. Boom! Blows everything up in the room. Cool.
I was mentioning in regards to that disengage. Puck's one of the heroes that independently can do enough damage to, cause.
Isn't it kind of discriminatory for your companions to assume that all ice mages aren't Nords?
I'm happy we see it. I love the instant DK ban. I was mentioning that in the pre-show.
Dude, every ice mage needs to die because it's just the shittiest version of magic.
So far, Knights are hitting some comfort picks at least.
Yeah, and they don't have second pick, so it's completely fine to just pick 2 cores. You're not going to get counter picked anyway on the next phase.
I still, Felix, have only encountered spooters in 2 caves so far.
And DK.
What else do they need to ban for Mr. Puck?
They already have an instant lift on the Rubik, so it's like you kind of already playing into some way of them catching you. So just more lockdown maybe ban. I don't know what it could be. Maybe some Pango could be really annoying to play against for both of these heroes. Like if Pango gets a blink, he's going to be able to just catch Puck off guard.
I think Kunka's a very good option. I think against Puck, you just want mid CSs that can punish you, get the denies up. Pango is pretty good as well.
A battle cry when killing ice mages. Skyrim belongs to the North, which to be fair is because she uses that canned voice line every time, but it's just funny.
Yeah, I feel like any of these.
Man's hating.
Off the top of your head, do you remember how many times?
Skyrim belongs to the Nords. What if I choose to be an Imperial?
Because Puck's been picked 3 times, 100% win rate.
Damn. I think it's like KDA on, other than one game where he had maybe 6 deaths, I think it's like something disgusting, like 25, 7, and like 50 or something. And that's just me really guessing, but I know the last time he played it before he had that one, harder game, I think it was like 22 and something. So yeah, he's had some incredible Puck games, and right now, I think, again, he picked it with quite confidence. He doesn't really care about these 2 heroes. There are sometimes moments that Rubik.
I think tomorrow I'll probably make sure that I have all my Pokemon cards sorted. This is gonna take a long time.
And you want it preferably in your POS 5, is what you guys would be looking for it to be in?
Ideally, I'd want it in a core roll and 5. Core so that you can itemize, so you can always secure yourself entering the fight to hit that stun. If you solely put it on position 5, if you have a bad game or lane and you don't have the economy, then it's hard to reliably utilize that stun to set up, especially when Puck's got some Sanj and Kaya, Blink.
Puck does give good spell seals to Rubik though. Do you and Mrs. Truman like zoos?
I think for Aster.Aries, I'd like to see probably a disruptor.
Personally, for me, it's like you've seen one zoo, you've seen them all, but yeah, she does.
Like your Skyroth mages and stuff, but they're so bad against.
She loves animals, especially birds.
I think
anything with like birds, she just falls head over heels in love with.
A carry and should. Okay, this is what I'm saying. CM should destroy Brood. Last game really upset me. Because
I don't know what happened.
Naga and CM lost to Brood. How the hell did that happen?
It's because if in the lane they had. The 4 position had prevented a lot of pulls, and Naga was pushing the wave out naturally, and Brood was able to keep it in front of her tower. So there was never the chase down that you get, so they were just able to keep it in front of their offlane tower and just keep the wave.
Who doing also good spell steals for Rubik?
So it was support error.
I mean,
I feel like Naga must have missed quite a bit of CS. I feel like even if you push in the lane, you're supposed to be a bit closer, but. Okay,
plus Treant, so you're probably looking at like SF safe lane, Trow safe lane if you're Knights.
You have a lot of lockdown, but you need heroes that actually like.
I'm gonna quickly bio.
Coil, right? Hoodwink, Snap are like probably the first ones that come to mind.
Also, I got a lot of tombs now.
Okay, I mean it's obviously a good hero. I don't think it's incredible yet in this game. I think a lot of these heroes don't really care too much when it comes to your hero, but it's solid.
Just solid. Aster.Aries want to close out. Do you think they should pick up their carry here, or knowing their mid matchup, go for that?
I would kind of like for them to pick their mid, not only because I think you need to address the puck in some way, but it also allows you to keep the Dawnbreaker open between 1 and 3.
Oh, true.
Most likely it is an offlaner.
I didn't even think about that.
So they go with the bat, which is a matchup that at least in mid lane I've seen.
It's somewhat 50-50.
Yeah, like I've seen it can swing into the bat's favor. I've seen it, but most often it is pretty even. But I think like this is what their draft needed. They have once again this hero that can go in, Dawnbreaker who can follow up, and it answers the puck throughout the game. So I think it's very good for them.
Hasn't it got amazing matchups versus everyone except Puck as well? Like you're just playing against 3 heroes that play mobility through trees, and Batrider is able to follow them with his Firefly. He's able to give vision with his Sticky. He causes so many problems for all of those heroes.
Yeah. When I was coaching Hellbear Smashers a little bit ago, it was back when Stormstormer played before he joined Gladiators. He'd always call for the puck into Batrider. As a Batrider specialist, he would always say anyone that can disjoint away from Flame Break and also just survive that early tower dive that you want to get, it really prevents Bat from entering the game with early kills. And when Batrider naturally wants to look towards side lane, Puck is the hero that always has resources to punish you, TP into tower and coil, and before BKB, if you aren't able to really have threat on the map, the pick doesn't feel as powerful. So I think there is maybe a lot of emphasis on Aster.Aries to bring supports to mid. If they do punish Puck, they need to do it with supports with no orb, get the kill, and then kind of catapult into the game. So it's less of a 1v1 kind of mid vacuum, and now how the rest of the heroes play out into the game. Yeah, so it's gonna, again, I feel like mid's been so important for me in this series to look at, and now you have 2 heroes that can somewhat go even, and they now need the help to kind of overwhelm this mid lane.
I really don't like Aster.Aries' like support duo for killing Puck. Like I am the only thing that concerns me in this game is how good Alacrity is at the hero and how little they have to jump him outside of a lift. Because Bat's not gonna go blink. Usually on core you don't buy these items.
I kind of agree. I think the support duos, the CM is gonna hopefully help them like with the tempo, right? It's gonna help the Dawn to lane and maybe the Bat too. So I think the main aspect of why they picked it was for that.
Yeah.
I'm now like looking at this last pick for Aster.Aries. So I think that they need a carry. Spectre has been banned out, which would probably have been the go-to. Ursa too. Slark is out, because I think now you want more. You want another core that also goes in. Batrider wants to like go in, grab a dude. You have the same with Dawn. They all kind of rely on each other.
Furion is kind of the option. I mean, it's not as great in lane. I mean, it's going to do relatively okay against Brood in lane, but when she hits 6, you have no one to go there, so Dawn will have to rotate in. But I feel like they need that hero that can just want to fight with the team. And so it's going to be Dawn carry. Okay, fair enough. I mean, they now have 2 side lanes that can deal with Brood. It is going to be a Dawn carry, and for Aster.Aries at least, they don't have this tower hitter, so it's all about taking presence on the map, finding the kills and punishing them, and they have multiple forms of jump now to find this drow. It's a lot of skirmish, it's a lot of fight, but they need to be able to execute up to the point where they kill them to then hit high ground. It's not going to be as simple as we can force you back to base with hitting a tier 3. A lot of kills needed for Aster.Aries to win this game.
I don't know if he will do it, but if Mars went Yules this game, it would be so friggin' cool. Because you can Yules and then throw the spear, and the spear, if it's in the hitbox when they drop down from the Yules, it will just spear them. It's a great way to catch a hero like Puck.
I'm actually having a hard time deciding which draft I like more, but I feel like that eventually...
Who's gonna win mid instead? Fresh question.
White Album will win mid.
Okay.
But Knights will win the game.
There we go.
Oh,
Alacrity will win mid. But Aster.Aries will, I'm joking. How can you go against Alacrity Puck? That's all I'll say.
They will run into damage issues. That's my problem.
Okay. I like hearing what you guys have to say, but I like hearing what our casters have to say more. It's lyrical and folk.
Thank you so much, Nat. Yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
here.
That's
That
praise.
was
That's
a
great.
nice
Thank you, Nat.
praise. they talk really nicely over there at the panel. I hear they do that for a living.
Yeah, well, I guess we kind of do too, but that's okay.
We're getting into this game number 3 now. One way, very much in the game number 1 into the favor of Aster.Aries. Game number 2, completely looking Knights. Game number 3, often that means that we get a good one. We get like a crazy back and forth type game. Do you sort of see that in the cards here, or are you sort of with the panel feeling like Knights has it here?
I like Knights' draft overall more. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that they asked. We were even talking back here, like maybe they do switch the Dawn to carry and they pick something else. So they do end up doing that. But yeah, I feel like I like the last point that Kazu made. I think some damage issues might start getting to some point. So I think they have to play really fast, play really aggressive. I think if we see them make too many mistakes, I think there's a lineup that can't actually look to make too many mistakes because I think those are going to be way more impactful because they don't really have this incredible kind of scaling comparison versus that Drow. But maybe we get surprised because Dawn has looked really good in this region. Maybe even as a carry, it can still work. And they did kind of steal an idea, I guess you could say, of the way that Knights played last time with the Brood. You know, now they have the Dawn versus that Brood as well, too, so they can play fast around the map, perhaps.
Right, and a hero that is very competent at, you know, joining in after a Mars arena gets dropped down or there's a really good lasso or whatever it is that ends up happening. But it's interesting to think about a little bit more because, again, you come into that last pick and there were a couple of different options. You could have gone for something in the Southeast Asia style of a Monkey King or obviously Spectre was banned, but those types of heroes. And instead, Aries say, you know what, we're going to double down on initiation, give ourselves kind of a new win condition, which is this Dawnbreaker finding the Drow. And I mean, we'll see how it works out. You know, two of the things that Drow has in her kit to get away from people, the Hurricane Pike and also that, you know, Gust, not going to be effective against the Dawnbreaker if Starbreaker with, you know, Shard is going on.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it all goes. See, especially how these lanes are going to end up playing out. How the bottom lane is really going to go is what I'm watching. Are they going to be able to bully a Drow plus Tree?
Yeah.
You know, this is a really strong lane. Sure, they've got a Rubik and Mars, which has been, I mean, any lane with Rubik feels like it's just been godly as what?
Dude, Felix, he's been having a great season overall.
That's the ward.
Yeah.
That was the mid ward. I mean, he didn't take it. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit of times too, but getting rid of the courier right off the bat, that's an excellent start there for the side of Knights. And looks like it is 3 runes as well for them, so bit of a gold advantage. So 25 each from the courier and 40 each from all those runes. Nice.
Yeah, and, you know, coming in as the clear favorites in this one were Knights.
Okay.
Taking down,
so the draft is done.
You know, I think
and the winner is
taking down all of the same opponents that Aries has played against and hadn't been able to get a victory against. If they can come away with the win here, it would be a really big turnaround, particularly after what happened in that game number 1.
Camellia.
Talk to me a little bit about this Dawnbreaker carry. Is it pretty much
Namiga did win game 2.
What you see out of the position 3, just with a little bit more farm?
A little bit more farm and a little slight item.
San Francisco Zoo is great. I'd rather go to the San Diego Zoo, but okay. Like the one complaint I have about the place that the food sucks, but you can solve that by packing a lunch. I think we're only gonna land in San Francisco, not stay in San Francisco, by the way. Reptile House is diverse. They have a freaking Kasawari. The tiger exhibit is easily one of the fastest, safest in the country. Safest in the country? Why the fuck do I need the tiger exhibit to be safe?
You get coiled, you click Starbreaker, and it
got beautiful insects, and they have a great meerkat exhibit.
We'll see how Ulu feels and how the game stays.
Probably gonna be the San Diego Zoo. My cousin lives in San Diego.
Seen that before. It's one of the dumber
It's weird that in English, cousin is the same word for a male or a female.
Really nice if you're a Dawnbreaker player. And the other big switch up that we saw was.
But to be fair, in Dutch we use cousin and nephew for the same thing.
So obviously, Arena eats up those
so it's neef.
But you can go.
To be fair, we probably say nephew,
multi-shot through
which is like a smaller.
Great defensive potential.
What do you call it? A way of making it smaller.
Nice and healthy, so they can keep just getting these last hits versus this Mars and Rubik.
5-1 so far. Trading hits a lot, but not always able to get the last hits on these creeps here. It's a little bit close on it.
Camellia.
I mean, so much harassment down here. You actually see even the Mars has gone for the Bulwark just to absorb some of these hits from the Drow and still getting bullied a lot. They're down to 1 tangle left down here on the Dire side.
No, that's a lot of pressure, man. And yeah, has to bring in the
like little brother, so nephew is little cousin. Kind of. Nephew is in Dutch little cousin, I would say.
Can't really even bully them that
and niece
hard.
Is like little cousin. But we have a different word for male or female cousin.
Touch on is the big lane, right? From both games.
The previous tiger exhibit was only built to state and federal safety standards, but they renovated to exceed federal and state.
Playing his signature puck. A good matchup versus
what happened with Tatiana? I have no idea who
all
Tatiana
stages
is.
of the game, you have so many ways to play around disrupt
general-
the Bat Rider from getting initiations until the Bat has BKB.
I mean, we also have a Tiger exhibit at our local zoo, so yeah.
Alacrity 17-6 already, 18-6 even.
I lived in Africa, so I've seen almost all those fucking animals in the wild.
And you know, you can see that he can play even a little
I
bit
guess
aggressive
SeaWorld,
here
San
on
Diego
field.
SeaWorld's still
Whenever he
something
wants
I'd
to.
go to.
He's so
Because I always
confident
see
in these
San
type of
Diego Zoo
matchups.
and San
Even buys
Diego
the gloves
SeaWorld
and
in
haste early
movies and
on.
stuff.
Doesn't need the bottle since he's got all those stick charges from the Bat Rider, and he's just harassing him back. So White Album will never be able to go for an aggressive play.
First blood?
Top.
Yes, it is for Uru. Ulu.
I've seen something
Not
there that
Uru.
Alacrity's doing
Ulu.
against the Bat that I've never seen before. He's phase shifting the sticky napalms, so it's not getting the full stack up there either. He's getting like 2
Ooh,
or so,
woo.
and he's able to back away.
I can't stop saying ooh when I see that name. It's good that I'm not casting the Chinese DPC, otherwise I'd be ooh the entire time.
If I'm not mistaken. Spot him. Steps up a bit far.
The spear tries to get away. XCJ on the case, and they will get a stun. But TK now, he's the one that's going to be.
It's actually going really well for the puck,
Tries to get out of there,
which
but it's
normally
not
should
gonna
not be
That's even with
necessarily the
Dust skilled
case.
at level 2. That's actually really interesting.
This
Not
Bat
to-
Rider
just
seems
not
to
early
be
on.
very good
Just
against
wanting some
Puck.
type of
Puck has
protection, I
mobility
guess.
spells, but
Now they have
they
so
have a
many
pretty
ways to
lengthy
keep this Drow
cooldown.
alive.
Yeah, double Wraith Band too, just maxing out
UE.
these stats down here. Ego's gonna have a really good game, it feels like. And likewise, top, we saw that kill that
Wait.
happened onto the Hoodwink. It feels like Ulu
Is
is gonna
double
have a pretty
bracer,
good
what
time
does
too.
he have?
Already has that Falcon Blade dud, but the rotation moving in, finding White
Oh.
Album. Got him there, the orb claiming it. No,
He's got
can't get
stick.
close enough.
Stick Fairy Fire. They don't want to go for a dive play and get turned on.
and
Feels like
you
this
get
is the
turned
start
on.
to the game right now already for Knights is feeling fantastic,
Funny.
especially with that Drow lineup, with this Puck having such an excellent start too. Ulu feels like
I
he's
have a
gonna have to
Stream
be that
Deck. I
saving grace for
actually
his
need to
team
do
in
something
this
with it
mid game
soon.
once- After we see all these lanes already.
Because I have a
Bottom
Stream Deck
again.
XL, but I have nothing with it.
Gets hit, gets slow.
It is completely empty.
I mean, even if they don't get the kill, there's so much pressure being put on and flyby.
I bought it,
Much
but my
tougher time
thought
of it.
process right now is like, oh, it's so much work to put out.
And
Set
this
everything
is
up.
What you've anticipated seeing. Tries to get out of there. One more hit.
Nuke.
Red Panda. He got him.
Nicely done.
Snipe.
All right, yeah. This
Your
is the
take on
big winner
VP
lane
Mega
here for the
Game
side of
3
Aries.
draft.
Gonna have to have a really explosive start to be able to help these.
Well,
lanes
let's check
make
it
those
out.
aggressive
If
plays
the
with
draft
Donald.
is
Gotta be online
finished,
really early
it
because
is
of these skills,
finished.
so
I
that
will
could be the thing that
say,
opens up and gives that
what
Mars
the
a little bit
fuck
better
are they?
space to
Why
set
are
up
they
onto
always
Drow.
picking
Big Donald
techies
comes in so early
in
on. Probably
Eastern
why we
Europe?
see Ego going for that early point.
Hellscream
dust. Usually we've been
techies?
seeing most of them taking it at 5
They have a
anyway,
mid
but
Pugna?
smart to have that defensive
Okay, so
ability.
Namiga are on a big fat timer.
Bottom.
Goes for
They're
it
playing a
there.
techies draft with a mid Pugna.
Alacrity, it's a DD for TK. XCJ trading hits with them. but
Granted,
look
they
at how hard
can
that
win
really
in a
is
very
now.
short time with their lineup.
Gotta
Because
get
Pugna
out
is
of
really
harm's
good at
way.
pushing.
Oh, double bounce.
Honestly, everything in that game relies on Pugna.
Okay, can't quite get more aggressive.
I like VP's draft more though.
So we were talking a little bit about the struggles that Brood's having up top, but if we're honest, he's actually having a slightly better time than this Mars has been. You know, Mars hasn't gone down yet, hasn't died, but a lot of denies in his face, and of course the slight gold lead into the favor of Brood, but not
Full
by a
HD
huge margin.
movie link for
It's
free.
feeling like he's right on the edge constantly for this Mars.
Why is someone sending me a fucking HD movie link on
to be difficult
Facebook?
versus this Dawn and CM as Felix gets deleted as well too from Ulu.
From the website High CPM Revenue Network. Yeah, that seems super legit.
As soon as they back away, he realizes he
Totally not a bot.
They're really tanky. It's a 1200 HP Dawnbreaker. He'd have to just settle for a Crystal Maiden kill, but looks like he's lingering top, props for a bottle fill.
And yeah, bottle fill.
Ulu is doing a really good
Doesn't
job.
Stick around that much longer. He also got treads.
This some dumbasses got drunk,
He doesn't
started
wanna
throwing
give that
pine
link to
cones
the
and
back
rocks
for
at
so long.
Tatiana
He
the
knows that
tiger.
he's
She escaped,
doing
mauled them,
excellent
got
versus
shot
White
by
Album.
police, and then renovate. Then they renovate the Dragon
Actually
clothes to be
almost
more
1,000
escape proof.
gold ahead of it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
can make
fucking
rotations when calling
happy
those up.
that they got mauled.
If they have like 2 heroes and the Bat Rider's pushed up too far. Right now, a little tanky.
Sad
Does
that
have a great
Tatiana
up
the
in that
tiger
market
got
position,
shot
so
then.
He can't go for this solo, but if he brings his support in, easy for Alacrity to perhaps set up onto White Album.
Yeah.
Oh, attacked his own ward. Whoopsie.
That happens.
If Alacrity saw that, he knows there's a ward there because he has vision on the high ground, so it could be a quick D ward if he was quick to see it.
Phase boots completed now for the Dawn.
No, I can't get it out of my head when I hear Ulu. It's all your fault.
Gonna orb down south, recognizing the wards in that area.
Oh, is that from Hana Uo?
For the rune, so we'll be able to give it to White Album.
From
the side of Aster.Aries. Knowing that the lanes aren't going perfectly for them, two of those definitely suffering, but double checking runes to make sure that the puck can't pop off on rune control.
Okay.
Does again leave the Mars alone down here bottom, and he's getting close to level 6 actually.
This one.
Level 6 is on offlaners. The
They
next
could get
big
ego.
thing to watch for.
They got the Dawn ult. It's coming.
They
Oh,
immediately
wait.
jump in, find him there, but
Big
the sun
fight.
didn't connect.
Pulls him
Guts
out.
to push away, and the coil, the rotation, Alacrity
Ooh,
finds
ego.
time for his carry to get
Oh, that damage.
Oh, it's connected. White Album trying to
Lasso
make this
needed.
play happen,
No!
but it will be enough.
No lasso used.
To find the kill, they use the coil now, but
Not needed. Can they get the kill onto XCJ?
with the damage coming in.
But
the hook
White
link there, it's a
Album in
double
return.
kill for XCJ of all people.
Ooh, bit of a mess up there. Spell usage by Aster.Aries, not the cleanest. The spear, it pushes him to the tree, which actually doesn't let that whole Dawn ult connect all that damage, the stun either, and they have time for
Okay,
the
I'll use.
Sorry, I don't.
No.
Sorry, I don't talk in a uwu voice. I don't know what you expected me to do. Uwu? No! I taught what? Uwu?
Oh, fucking creepy. Ah.
Fly by. Oh, it's gonna get dropped. TK kills him off. So a little bit.
I don't know what you expected me to do.
Gets punished.
But seeing that mid differential.
Oops,
as you said, this is kind
that
of been the
reminds me.
dictator of
Has
both
anyone
games,
ever
who's
seen
able to dominate early game? It's 1,400 gold
Community?
difference between Alacrity and White Album, and now Alacrity even finds a power rune.
The Community show with from Dan Harmon with like
Well, I've seen him in
those
MC
guys.
Felix. I think he's got a couple stacks also prepared in the jungle.
They
He's
have
Alacrity
an
even more so.
episode
If Drown
where
out goes to jungle,
one of the
they
female
give
main
Tree the lane,
characters,
so now much harder for them to utilize this Mars ult
the
and Dawn ult
youngest
to be able to try to
girl,
pressure
I
this
think.
Drow Ranger Knights.
Crap, I can't think of her name. But she she acts like tries to be super cute and like 12-year-old girly, and it's just like super creepy.
There could be some issues there, and particularly I feel like if they wanted to make a
Kind of like that Uwu that you just saw.
It looks like it's going to be a really different item build coming out from Ulu. Is he maybe going for like an
Having
armlet? He's got a gloves. of
Can I
haste
find it?
coming out. Wait, what? Isn't it it's an armlet or Midas, right? So, all right, interesting there from Ulu. Maybe feeling like they are starting to fall behind and want some Midas for some recovery outlet. I haven't seen armlet Dawnbreaker since the hero first got added, so curious to see what build it's going to be.
Alison Brie, that's the
not
name.
So it's not that early shard or BKB kind of timing.
I feel like Midas is a trap.
Actually, probably
Very
should
real.
Annie Edison.
Coil, and gonna break that one. They have overgrowth. They have bushwhack. They have everything. Dawnbreaker ulti coming in. He's in trouble.
That's
Ulu
aggressive.
sticks around and wants to go now. They'll find XCJ. They brought numbers for the rest of Aries.
Had a
so
huge
he's
crush
gonna
on
be
her
safe.
when watching
Good steal
Community.
there instantly from
Didn't
TK
we
against
all?
the overgrowth, so perhaps that can be something that lets him get a further catch.
I was thinking that Knights would have more numbers nearby, and with that Alacrity puck could have turned onto him.
I think they're okay with this kind of thing happening, right? Because they lose a tree, but now Flyby, he's not playing versus the Dawn in lane, so he can now start to take out that top tower.
Yeah.
And a quick smoke. The Arcane Rune was used before that coil, so it's going to be back up in about 10 seconds. They want to try to find White Album.
This would be a really nice kill for them.
And it's right around another power rune, too.
Where is it?
It moves on in. It's up top. It's a regen. White Album retreating back to the jungle.
I'll show you that scene that I'm talking about in a sec.
I mean, that's the thing, right? They saw Alacrity go down there. They saw the coil, and, well, it looks like it doesn't matter. They still get to kill onto TK.
Instantly going to get dewarded, though.
Yeah.
Mr. Rad plans to get every single member of our study group right?
Annie, you too? This is beneath you. You are an intelligent woman.
Teach me how to understand Christmas. Show me how to open a box. It hurts my little head when I'm lying in my bed with visions of sugar plum socks.
Is this a bit?
Teach me how to understand Christmas.
And then it gets to this.
Won't you be my dad?
No.
Understanding Christmas. Mistletoe for Edie tastes good.
Felix, he finds one.
Uh.
Panda taking damage.
Oh, that's just so fucking wrong and disgusting.
Such an easy blow up, but Mars, the combo. They're right on top of him. They get 2 kills in a
That episode made me despise all the fucking
something else. Well, they need to push the bottom tower out.
ooh cuteness in the world ever.
Get the courier kill. XCJ won't get caught by that spear. They want to try and keep this tower alive. Have 2 points in the living armor, but Bat Rider is going to TP in on this. They find XCJ and Aries say, enough of your nonsense. We're bringing
Wasser,
buildings.
what about your crush?
From the bat.
Did your crush in your pants grow even more?
So they use those ultis at their maximum to hit
We should stop. We don't sexualize Annie.
For Knights, but bringing things back onto their side.
And you can see the response. Knights say, okay, you take that tower, we're going to run mid. Claiming this one.
If you use Dawn ult and Mars ult, we're ready to fight. We're ready to bring the action to you.
Alacrity has already finished off now that Witchblade that he's been working on for a little while.
You smart. Don't sexualize when she's literally doing sexual pose.
Now
Now the entire show it's like a running gag where we don't where they say we don't sexualize Annie and then she went for like that move and then like a fucking meta played by the show itself.
Sometimes see these bats have like bots BKB at 15 minutes. That's not going to be the case this game.
Stop sexualizing Annie.
Finding themselves a little window as Alacrity, another
Because she's the youngest of the group and she was like a pill addict and everything. They all had weird, horrible issues in their lives.
Build into that blink dagger actually. So a little bit of a change up again. You know, similar to the Dawnbreaker going for this armlet. It feels like a faster paced fighting tempo game is
VT Faded is now playing Dota 2.
Like, trying to find a drow and stuff like that, I guess too. I haven't seen a blink first item bat after bots in I don't even know how long. Maybe a year or two or something like that. It almost always is the BKB just so they don't run out of steam. Because if you go this build, you have 1 or 2 rotations that don't work out for you. You're just completely shut
forever
down.
banned. He's gonna be forever banned. Just like Coma is in Eastern Europe and like a fuckload of other people, including the offlaner from Alliance last year, Limitless.
For the jump onto him, aren't going to be able to connect. Top lane, maybe?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ooh.
He dropped onto him.
That's a lot of damage.
Be an easy one.
That is a lot of commitment, though. Those 2 big ults being dropped down. Alacrity waiting patiently to go. Instant lift, but he's okay.
Follow-up's not there. Rooted, but they can't get the spear. So, yeah.
By the way, my sister started created a character on
this lineup right now, but they finish off the
Cyberpunk. And we were creating the character, and then we came to the part where you can adjust the boobs, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And then you could have boobs and a wiener, and then she was double. What the fuck?
Still getting all this free farm, so I think they still want to be pulling the attention away from this drought.
I actually have a chick with a dick. Customization goes too far sometimes.
Being used, that Dawn ult being used, yeah, we do see more itemization being queued up. Ulu, Shard was purchased right away, so definitely recognizing versus Puck versus Tree. It's one of the better answers.
You set the max size for the boobs. No, she went for small boobs, like normal size boobs, not small but normal size.
He's got his build prepared.
It's interesting. I mean, Starbreaker is going to do a ton of damage, and Satanic Starbreaker is just a full heal. White Album.
Ooh, that dodge.
Tries to get out. Does they have enough damage? Oh my goodness.
That Shard on Drow. I don't think he expected it to do that much onto him on the bat. That was very close. If he goes 12, that's a kill for sure.
Yeah.
So fortunate there. White Album is able to survive.
But I think also speaking to the problem that you're talking about, right? Like, you know, he just has the overaxe in his backpack right now. If Bat Rider doesn't manage to find a couple of these kills, could fall a little bit behind.
And it's just there's still no pressure onto Ego. He's just
Scooter, he's got the full pipe on flyby.
Farming better, 800 gold ahead of his counterpart. Just been able to keep it up as level 12 is hit. Ults are back online.
He went
so
armlet on Dawn.
For Aries, there was no
Dawn safe laner. They have either
Knights didn't punish it at all.
Armlet, Echo, or Deso.
Another big catch.
trying to hunt into the
Well, most of
area,
the time
and,
it's going to
well,
be Deso,
seeing
though, I think.
exactly where Ego is. But he is retreating back behind the tier 2 tower now, recognizing the danger that could be coming his way. And, well, no chance here for Aries to find a punish. I believe that's a courier bringing on out. Is that a mech for the Rubik? It is.
I think it is, yeah, TK. He's been able to quietly farm up a storm. All right, so they have a mech advantage over their counterparts here. Only for a couple seconds, though. We are going to see the Brood finish it very soon after he has his pipe.
Rubik mech.
Finish off this
Okay.
tower. They want to get a kill before they show themselves, but not going to be the case, so kind of have to just show themselves onto mid.
Sending out the Brood Spiders to scout across the map, too.
Oh, and look at this. Of course, Ego, he finds the Grove Bow. There's a Drow in the game and a Puck, so it's got to, you know, Gaben just has to bless them with that item every single time, it feels like. Is the push top, Red Panda in a very dangerous spot.
They get the silence onto him. They get the combo. Stolen Illusory Orb.
Illusory Orb, let's go! DD!
Back.
He's committing.
He's right onto one. He finds him.
Instant root.
They have enough damage, though. Alacrity tries to get out of there. The combo, but he got
Oof.
him for the lift. Dead instantly. They
Drow.
bring in Ego, though. Look at this damage coming out. The hypothermia. It blows up onto one, trying to find another. Aries, they're just getting melted. Oh, Ego, he does way too much damage on this Drow Ranger.
Pop it like it's hot, baby. Pop it like it's hot.
Arma toggle for all he's worth. But Ego just came in and started ripping him to shreds. A couple more hits onto TK. We've got to look at this Drow's damage at the end of this fight. We'll jump away, but it's going to be a dead TK.
He did, I think like 5,000 damage, it feels like, or something in this fight. Let's take a look. 5,500, holy crap, at 20 minutes on a Drow. What a timing to show up to the fight. It looked beautiful for Aries. They connected perfectly. Alacrity panicked, jumped to the opposite side of the arena, but was already pretty much dead.
That was not bad.
Man, what a moment. Look at the Drow running. Like, it couldn't have been at a better time for Ego to show up.
And it speaks to what you were talking about earlier, of like when all the big ultis are down, Drow reigns supreme.
Yeah.
And all the ultis got used at the start of the fight. The end of the fight, they didn't have any left over.
Three-man silence.
I don't think I've ever seen a better setup there for multi-shot. Literally everyone just getting plowed, getting destroyed by the hypothermia that he picks up early. That was picture perfect for Ego.
Unreal. And, you know, the split out there after, they've got way
Drow Gaming, right click, woo!
Still not bad for Aries to get all these like initial kills, but yeah, the Drow having such a good game is going to be problematic for them to just get on top of her. Ulu still has really good farm though. He's going to be having that Satanic really early on.
My mind is literally thinking Ulu?
Well, in the
Who's Ulu? I only know Ulu.
Regeneration that it reduces as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's not a lifesteal thing.
No.
So the Satanic is still going to be quite strong. You can see here, though, Dota Plus win probability up to 68% right now. So they're going to need to get a Scotty or a Shivas or something else to help deal with that Satanic from the Dawn.
Well, it still works the same way. If he gets, if he has, it takes longer to get the stacks though,
Got
right?
it.
If he gets like the 7 stacks, then it's going to be a 70% reduction, but that's a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Of course, but he is probably going to have to hit that Dawnbreaker a lot because of how tanky she is to be able to get it, but that means that she also explodes, right? So we saw there how many stacks he had. I think he had 7 stacks on multiple heroes there, so we saw like the 400 burst damage that comes out from it. So still only a 1K lead though for Knights.
Yeah.
Aries doing a very good job of just keeping this game very close.
Well, and you know, you imagine how different that looks if Drow is one of the people that's caught in that arena. She just blows up too. So it feels like this is, as many of these games have turned out to be, a factor of vision, you know, initiation, who it is that actually gets that jump. And with a Bat Rider draft, you know, you imagine you have some of it, but then you've got these sneaky little heroes on the side of Knights.
3 of them, right? The 3 annoying heroes.
Okay, let's see.
Be hunting. I mean, even kind of 4.
12 to 12.
Do some
look
tricky
at
stuff.
Look at the spider spam. Like,
pretty close.
It's just some map hacks.
So far, let's see if it's first beating Namiga at the moment.
He is how close now? Almost at that same.
Sadness.
Super farmed.
Try to imagine someone with a deep voice saying
long enough, if they can,
maybe that will
help. They need to just be able to get on the Drow is the thing, right? They need to be able to find Ego and get him inside of that big combo. Ego, though, I like that he's going for this really early on, going straight for BKB next, so then even if he is caught inside of it, we'll have some ways to get out of that Mars ult, reset his position.
Static is a pretty important one, because you can then get, because in this game, he has
the last 2, like we said,
so many things to dispel.
This time.
He has a silence to dispel, slow, root, silence.
BKB soon to be online for Drow. Just hitting really hard.
On the Dawn.
Well, Aries, I think, again, does the game plan change at all? Because what we've seen 2 or 3 times in a row is just Mars Arena into Dawnbreaker ulti. Do you ever want to bring the Dawnbreaker in first and, like, let her be a part of the fight to begin with? Or do you have to sort of, you know, set it up where you're finding these other heroes to initiate?
I think you probably just set it up. When you have the double blinks, when you have the Bat going for blink, you just use that Dawn from elsewhere. So now BKB timing, though. Bat and Mars BKB. Same time, though, Knights looking to fight. They have a blink on Tree, so sure there's BKBs on Aries, but they can still get caught by this overgrowth.
Felix pops it up. They blink away. Shanxi looking for a moment here.
I bought
for
spray cologne.
What are we gonna find?
Oh, it's called. Or when I shave my head.
What the heck just happened?
But there's alcohol in it, so it's gonna hurt. Also, I need to.
Wait, was there actually like 9 bounty runes?
There's no way that was
that a bug?
I
Did they
think
all
there's a
attack
bug.
at the same time? And
Yeah,
it
I
looked
think
like it
so.
killed. Wait, what the heck? We gotta replay that. What the heck did I just? There's no way that there was 10 bounty runes. That's more than even existed. Yeah, okay. We'll say it was the spiders getting like a multi-hit onto a bounty. That was weird.
I just report it. There it is.
Bug found. Bug fixed.
Well, bug found, not fixed.
12 to 12.
How often do you do it?
Ooh, double smoke.
Shave my head? Whenever I'm going to my girlfriend's for the weekend.
They see him.
He's got BKB though.
Because shaving my head actually feels like shit. It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
They still have full vision.
Also, I still am doing it incorrectly because I have to shave with the grain, not against the grain. Otherwise, it's gonna really suck.
Deal with
the feeling.
Just everything that
Because my skin, my head skin will just like feel like it's torn up.
I'm seeing a little spider hit a courier for 17
Which is not
damage.
great.
Can't quite bring it down, but gives information. When they see those couriers flying over, on top of them having these wards here, they know exactly the positioning of Aries. So is Aries going to
No name Asian only AFF Cup is finally recognized by FIFA by the next edition. Thank God Malaysia and other countries can't call their best players because this tournament wasn't in the FIFA
That's
calendar.
where the Drow is just going to be able to thrive.
Okay, so now all the clubs need to make sure that they do not get any Asian players. Otherwise, they're going to lose them for a tournament. Just like the African players.
Even on this farm, in
Good
spite
to know.
of losing out on what feels like a couple of these key moments, and you know, having a free farm Drow and all the rest of it. You look at Ulu, Satanic Dawn. He's got so much on this Dawnbreaker.
And he's got Blink now, so he has an avenue to be able to commit onto this Drow Ranger, perhaps. As top, Felix just gets the lasso.
And an easy bring down.
Ooh, even stolen Sharpshooter. It's a level 2 one as well, too. That is a lot of damage for a Rubik.
Yeah, hold your mouse over it, press Alt.
Still the same on that, right? I'm not crazy. Okay. A big win for him with the Greaves completed. So Greaves and Pipe done on Brood, queuing up the Lotus Orb after. But like we said,
There hasn't been a lot of action for a while now this game. They're kind of like doing nothing.
And then game 3 becomes a lot more.
He does have a Satanic. BKB, Nullify. Nullifier is always Pog, because you can't Hurricane Pike away or get the Tree and
A
Shield.
bit quiet from them, sitting back and just farming. Scared to really take fights into this enormous amount of team fight that we've seen Aries have.
Oh, Brood is actually a point booster. Oh, so more ways to try and control the vision.
Okay, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Panda.
I was hoping to see that we get to see the spider thing.
Yeah.
Spider thing again. I'm pretty sure we're right about that, but
there's no way there were like a bunch of
no. Can't be
there.
Especially not that many.
Shanxi
Fly
has the spear, but the spiders come out. He has to back away.
What if there's a
controlling this area
bottle with a bounty rune in it and you kill it? The bottle.
outposts
Does it count? Does it give a notification that you killed the bounty rune?
for the
Probably
side
not.
of both of these teams.
I would assume they didn't code that
Next
in.
fight likely to dictate who's going to get that Roshan, and Aries is honestly, they're shrinking the gold lead. It was 2k down to 1. Dota buff still favoring Knights for this Drow lineup, but
That's what's happening with VP Namiga. I was wrong and VP's winning.
He's actually going to
Wait, was I wrong?
did he
No, I was correct in game 3.
Going for the Lincoln Sphere too on Ego. He's almost got that one completed.
I was wrong for the series, but I was correct in game 3.
Yeah.
It seems.
Alacrity will push out these side lanes.
Also,
so far.
Lincolns.
Yeah, I mean, to deal with... Wait, is that CM multi?
Techies is a very
Panic
specific
killing
hero that
spiders.
you can only run in
Not
very
gonna get
specific
a good
games.
one off in the fights, and the game has slowed down to the
If the
point
enemy
where
has
they are
Lina,
playing
you
in
just
front of
lose.
them, so.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Makes sense.
Big rune down bottom.
DK, Secret's last chance tomorrow.
Aries, they
Yes,
have everything back up
indeed.
again. They've got this lasso
I
at the
think
ready
it's
for
gonna
White
break
Album.
my heart, Tony.
They're maybe even
Not
looking
even
for
lying. I
match
think
and
that's gonna
setting
be
up
the
for
day
the next
that a
Roche.
piece of me
For
dies.
the first Roche, sorry.
So Entity
Yeah,
is
it's crazy that
doable.
this is
As
this much
what as
emphasis
the
placed
teams
on it
go
for
in the DPC,
just the
Entity
ages.
is not the strongest.
It just opens up so much, right? Because if Knights gets it, then your big ult wombo combo kind of thing might just be counteracted.
Which is
Turtles, though,
surprising, because I
think
thought
Aries
they'd
really
do
wanted to
better with
prevent
Watson.
Drow from being able to go control this area.
And when that happens, it does mean there are many
They
heroes
don't beat
down
Entity,
bottom
they're
for
goners.
Knights.
It's gonna make me
Ready
happy.
to
Why
push
is it gonna
this
make you
T1
happy, you
tower.
fucking bitch?
Only Alacrity that was shown on the way.
What is your prediction on Discord then, hey?
The rest of them now holding hands in the Radiant jungle. Scan
Let's go
X.
through our
They may
Discord
expect them to be- they may think they're doing
competition.
Roche right now, so this could
Where's
be that
Tony?
big fight that we're looking for.
Yeah, smoke up as 5, running across the map as quickly as possible.
Lincoln's is coming
Tony
on
has
the career
West and
right out of
EU.
Ego.
Oh, you
This is
don't
number
have them in
20
your top 4.
finished
Fuck.
with damage coming out from her.
And Mars shows himself for a moment.
Okay.
They move in. They take down that vision. See everything. Aries walking through Death Valley. Oh,
Coil
grouped
4.
together. The
Alright,
combo.
game is Secret
oh,
is
but they
fourth.
get the arena down. Ego has to back away from him.
Instant
They
buyback.
get one round of control. When the buyback comes out, White Album having the lasso onto tree. I'm not sure if that's a big enough target. Fly by, the good CM ulti, but on the low ground, do they have enough to get him out of there? The Dawnbreaker ulti, it's going to be broken immediately.
Secret is
They
0-3,
die
right?
back on the CM.
So if they win
The
the
Hurricane
remaining
Pike's trying to
games,
get
they'd
away,
be
but
4
White
and
Album
3.
right on top of Ego. He needs some help from
They
his team, and
technically
Alacrity
probably
shows
still
up,
make it to
but
the
it's
major.
not going to be enough.
This is a
Ulu's too
bad
strong. They
fight
can't deal with
for
this Dawn.
It's way
Knights.
too much damage. Jaunt to get away.
screwed
Alacrity
for Southeast
looks to
Asia, though?
escape from this one. And Flyby, he also is going to go down. So Knights, they lose 4 after the dieback from CM, trying to find another little pickoff.
No, it's Secret that's
salvo.
3rd. I had them
Oh,
over
the
2
way to
draw.
kill, and the Witchblade is going to be enough.
I had Entity number 1.
Alacrity manages to find another pickoff. I don't know if Aries can actually take this comfortably.
I don't think so. The spam from the puck, he'll just be able to
I had
constantly
Liquid
reset,
number
jump in
2 and
out,
Tundra
so
number 4.
kind of like an even trade, but it does cost buybacks from the side of Aries to be able to do so. Alacrity, 4-man coil, but quick defensive moves from Aries. Ulu, it's crazy how tanky he really is.
I had
Dawnbreaker.
Southeast Asia
He's able to
number
just
1
hold his ground,
boom.
keep hitting targets.
Yeah,
Oh, how
Dawn's gonna
wrong
do
I
more
was.
damage beyond just
How
the
wrong
space
I
for her to
was.
really stand toe-to-toe with Ulu. I mean,
Yeah.
if she's just hitting away, eventually Ulu will die, but like they can close the gap in between.
Exactly. Yeah, Ulu, and now a full BKB. Has a blast trick as well, too. Little fortunate things versus a Drow, plus armor on top of the armlet. Very tanky, so is able to endure Knights.
Oh, I'm not going to win any money
Alacrity,
back.
big winner. He ends up surviving through all of it, so level 20 up on this puck now, too. After that initiation, it looks really scary for Aries.
Also,
but
it's going
they
to
have
take a
so much
long time
defensive
for me
posture
to
versus
count
this
all the
puck coil with those
predictions. It's
BKBs.
going to take fucking forever. I also will need to put up a new
So the
prediction, by the way,
Alacrity, when
for
he is able to survive
Division
these
2, but
long
the price
fights,
pool will only
he
be
gets the
$10 per
levels, and
region because I'm
BKBs
broke.
seem to be the big name of the game there for Aries to be able to protect themselves. Puck level 21, you have to expect that 25 is going to be on the horizon pretty soon. So Dream Coil pierces Magic Immunity. That could be the thing that allows Ego to keep his distance from these targets.
Right, and then, of course, if you can get out multiple rounds of that multi-shot, I mean, that's where so much of that damage came in a really good arena after the multi-shot.
Ooh!
To make sure they caught it.
Mars ult ends up whiffing. Felix with a quick blink, able to get out of it.
Nice play. Gets them away from there. They are going in for that refresher. And we also
Felix
saw
reported
level
for responding
28
quickly.
For Drow Ranger after the fight. So now that multi-shot damage increase, you can also look towards that 25. Might go for the +3 waves.
Could be. Usually do see the other one taken, but definitely a possibility. And now Mars ult is down, so for Aries, the fight is a little bit more complicated. 16 to 17, super close.
Kill
game
that
right
one
He has the
spider!
refresher if he wants to go for it. On the Mars, if he wants to commit fully for it. And we're, what, 1,000 gold away from Broodmother Ags too?
Okay. Could be a big timing.
I actually think that Broodmother eggs might be pretty huge in these little fights too. You know, there's so many ways that they're just
Responded quickly. He is cheating.
Kind of
Exactly. You think
that.
Aries can win late game?
Might be able to
It is possible, but it becomes really rough
It's very
against
long duration
the
games, though. Dawn
puck.
picked it up after the fight, so still
Puck
9
Trow
seconds.
is
I
really
believe
good.
Aries
As they
is
mentioned
also 8 or 9,
previously,
8 seconds,
the
so is
Aghanim
the bat,
Sept,
so
sorry, the
might be able to
Puck's
force BKBs
level
and
25
cause
talent
panic,
is
but
stupidly
we'll
fucking
see.
good
I've-
with the Drow.
I've never been really impressed with this Ags on the Brood, to be honest with you, so I'll see
Yeah.
what it's going to be able to do instead of having something straight.
But
to
I
the
think this
text
game
to be able
can
to get that
is
straight
the
control that we've seen much
the
more
thing with
popular.
Dawn is I never
It's
really
just,
see
you know,
ultimate
he's playing as a
end game Dawn because
Broodmother
normally
himself,
Dawn
like,
either wins or
going
loses
in
at
for
this
the
stage.
Pipe next, it looks like, after the Greaves.
That's working.
Yeah,
It's definitely looking pretty good to tank up his team.
that's what you want to see. So the main separations here
Bottom.
being
To get the lasso.
managed to break, managed to find him. Spear, is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it will.
And it's
They
an
drop everything for that.
arcane rune
Gag
lasso.
W
beautifully done from
alacrity,
White Album,
gag
pulling force
W.
staff to break the link
Also,
into
I
it, gets the
have
grab, and yeah, all
yesterday
under an arcane
purchased
rune, so we'll be back up with the ult in any
blue
moment. As soon as Puck's
M&Ms.
back up,
Even though
lasso's back up,
personally I
we can
like
do it again.
purple M&Ms the most, but they didn't have those ones
Chris
available.
Woods around the map.
This one was
Hard-
half
yeah,
off.
hard game
So I got
for
a
the
big
Puck
ass
after, you know, picking it into the Rubik and then
crispy
getting that
M&Ms
Batrider
bag.
forward. As much as there were
This
issues
is so good for
in
my
the
health.
laning stage
All
and
this
with early
chocolate.
rotations, we're seeing the value
Crispy.
of this for White Album.
Yeah, and we're seeing the value of moving this Dawn as this carry, right? Ulu having a phenomenal time. Full Basher finished up, and now they have Roche opportunity.
The blue M&Ms
Dawn
are
allows you
crispy.
to do this kind of easy to keep everybody at full health, too.
The root, it
There
comes
comes.
out onto CM.
So they are scouting. 38 seconds for Puck, though.
Trying to maintain that vision. Have to be careful about the initiation coming out. Lasso back up in 15 seconds. Roche getting lower and lower.
And they see the refresher on the Mars, too. So right now they know that Mars ult is down, but there's another round that he can just go for.
Throws it out there. Doesn't connect with the Hoodwink. The Bushwhack. They also have Manta done, but I think this one is just going to be for Ares, barring some type of a really tragic mistake, but no. Aegis in hand, and Ares going to be able to retreat out with that.
That was a big hit. White Album just coming in clutch, getting the
Oh,
grab, but now
White Album giving his life away almost.
alive.
Manages to barely escape from that. Dawnbreaker ulti comes in, gets pushed back for a moment, doing a good chunk of damage. They get the silence out afterwards onto the CM.
Yep.
And now the Bushwhack connects onto
That
the Rubik.
was,
Ulu trying to escape from this. They lose 2 heroes quickly, and Ulu will manage to TP out.
Big mistake
I
coming
cannot
out
believe
from
White Album survives. That was so close to him also being brought
White
down.
Album.
Right after we give him
Almost
a little bit
fucked up
of praise,
every
jumps in and
advantage
does a
they
pretty
had.
reckless play. Ego sits in the back line. He's able to just free fire.
Now, I mean, with 30 seconds on the sideline, you kind of need these supports in these fights to play intercept. It's hard to just run in straight as your Dawnbreaker or your Batrider, as we see in that last fight. So Tier 2 tower gets taken in spite of having the Aegis on the side of Aster.Aries.
I have to be careful how they do these type of jumps. Has to be kind of perfect, as any type of these mistakes add up quickly. 4K lead now, even though they're playing into that Aegis. Now downtime there for the Mars ult. Sure, he's got refresher, but see now Knight's taking over the map a little bit. And I'm continuing to just look at the Puck. I think that's going to be one of the big timings that just unlocks Knights. Then the Ego just has freedom to distance himself once the
and Alakri as well with the Octarine.
So I think for Ares,
That
pace has to be
Octarine
picked
makes
up
the
still.
Buck
I wanna
stupidly
see them
scary as
continue
well.
to be
Can
very
you?
aggressive with this lineup.
Are you eating
And it's also been
standard
Felix
peanuts or
somehow
cookie
finding
M&Ms?
these, like, clutch bushwhacks in these initiations. Because
You're
again, if
eating-
Alacrity goes in first, we've seen there's ways.
Well,
to
they
break this
were
Lincolns
blue
to
ones,
find
which
that
have like
lasso onto the
crispy
puck.
rice treats in the
So
middle. But
you kind of are at a little bit of a detriment if you have to jump. with
cookie
Alacrity.
M&Ms, I've
They
eaten them
find,
before. I don't
whether the
really
tree is
like
scouting
peanut M&Ms.
things
I
out or the
eat them
hood is
if
scouting
they're
things
like my
out.
parents love them,
That's
so
when it feels
sometimes
like
I eat
the
them.
avenue to find success in
Personally,
these
I
areas
don't
here.
really
And
like
if it's a
mixing
situation where
peanuts and
they
chocolate.
overcommit and overjump
I'm not
with
like
their
a
three
big
cores,
Snickers
the
fan
supports are gonna
or
get caught by like
peanut
3 or
butter
4
and
spinner
chocolate.
snares, not be able to join the fight too. So
Yeah,
perhaps this
I
Ags
like
on Brood
crispy
is going to be
and default.
really annoying for the
I'm not a
supports
big
on the
peanut
side of
chocolate
Ares as
fan.
well.
So like those Reese's
Still has Aegis.
things, I
And does
don't
have
really enjoy.
BKB.
Felix is in.
They try and blow him up in time, and oh my god, he just dies.
Ego has DD.
He's got BKB TP, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him out of here, actually. Tries to escape.
There's the root.
Overgrowth, they got him immediately. Tries to turn and get out of here. They show up with the rest. The spear,
Ooh.
it's not going to connect in the way that they need it to, but Ego off to
Okay,
the side.
still a
He's
lot
able
of
to get the
damage.
Manta, but the lasso is there. Illusion's trying to
Ooh,
do what damage
Safar.
they can. He's going to have a Force Staff when he comes out of there, but Alacrity's still going crazy. They jump
he's going back
on
in.
top of Ego, got him caught with Ulu, but the Bushwhack, no, it's not quite going to be enough. They have the damage out from Felix, tries to get the snipe. Alacrity
dropping. They're
continues
actually
to
dying.
survive through this fight. He's getting close to 25 off this as the chase is there, but look at all these heroes still alive for Ares. He's killing off supports, but the Drow is gone. And Flyby,
Saying I
the
don't like
last
peanut
one left
version.
behind. Alacrity tries
Everything
to
is
support
available
and
in
actually
fucking
does get a little bit
America.
of an escape there.
Bash.
Control. Flyby, living,
Ulu
burning.
is dying.
Dude, are you kidding me? What in the heck? He almost has enough Ulu dying in the fountain, but he is going to survive. They lived through this one. Bat Rider eventually brought down low, but not going to die. Alacrity gets the coil for the kill.
Alacrity's level 25 now as well.
And, I mean, if Red Panda's not careful, Alacrity Puck is
Octarine
something
Puck,
to
guys.
behold
Octarine Puck.
as he's
It's
hunting,
done.
but won't be able to find the finish onto CM.
Look at the spell casts right here. I mean, you can look at the damage as well, too. 13,000. Doesn't actually show all of them, but mine did. 10 orbs, 10 waning rifts, 6 phase shift, etc. Just constantly resetting in and out of the fights. Ego, he gets caught really quickly there from White Album, but Alacrity is kind of the one to clean up the fight and make it look good for Knights anyway.
Make it look good.
Replay here. I mean,
It
again,
also
to
reminds
catch
me
Ulu
of a
out
great
this, and
scene
you
from
think of how different this
Moneyball.
coulda looked if
No,
Ego
from
didn't get
Monster
caught.
Ball.
Yeah. Great job from White Album to just get right on top of him, even though that quick man
With
came
Halle
out.
Berry.
Oh my God, this is.
When you
this is
make to
turning
make
out
me
such an
feel
exciting
good.
game. We have
Make me
25
feel
on Puck, and
good.
now also 25 on the Dawn.
Oh,
There's
and
even
that
a double
Force Staff,
damage
it
Drow.
was so
Oof.
close to getting out of the Mars arena, but the BKB wore off as he was mid-shift, and Felix there came in with the sharpshooter to try and get the damage out.
Alacrity did so
Alacrity,
much.
just the one doing the deeps in this fight.
And it was right, I believe, right before the fight started, he just had got the Octarine too.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what unlocked everything for Alacrity to salvage this fight for his team as level 26 on this Puck now also finds himself a... Okay, he's actually going to keep the Stormcrafter. I was going to say, they found the Timeless Relic, so I was wondering if he's going to take it, which would unlock even more damage for him. But a whole nother item. He literally finished Octarine right before the fight, now has the Overwhelming Blink finish too. What a play from Alacrity.
I mean, the scary thing is there's more room to grow for this Puck too.
Yeah, the
Like,
Dagon's soon to come.
Go in Dagon, and then eventually you've also got the Brooch.
Yep.
Could become another thing that just opens him up. I mean,
What does Buck
Ares,
Shard do again?
You still got this incredibly
Buck
farmed
Shard's still the
Dawnbreaker,
AoE.
So much damage. The Basher's done, and still queuing up this Nullifier.
Yeah,
Like,
phase shift
do they
attacks.
have the supporting cast that they need to
No
make
one
this
ever
work?
gets the
Feels like it
shard
still needs to be
anymore.
that perfect fight
Ever
cast.
in general, the
It
shard
feels
on
like
Puck.
harder fight still for them. Yeah, they need
Feels
to
like it
utilize
should
those
be
perfectly.
decent. I
If
mean,
a
at
li-
this
if
stage in the
Lasso
game,
gets
Puck
blocked by
does
Lincoln's, you know, the fight's probably just
200
gonna
auto
completely
attack
decide
damage.
Knights.
That's
Now
like
also,
AoE
there is
200
the Puck
damage.
25, which I think that's a big timing for Knights.
How
to
do
be
the
able to
crispy
keep the
ones
control
compare to the pretzel
versus this
ones?
Dawn,
I've never
versus
had
this
the
Mars,
pretzel
versus
ones,
this,
but the
Bat
crispy
Rider.
ones
Dawn,
are.
in all these
I mean, they're
fights,
crispy.
Dawn
You've
has ways out of
had
everything.
like
Either
a
Satanic
chocolate bar
Dispel
with
Brute,
crisps,
Starbreaker to
crispy
break
parts
coil.
in it,
Now you
right? I
can't
think
actually
it's
do
like
that.
rice
He's just able to
crisps.
just pop that coil and trap you inside of it. So
It's kind of just
it
that.
should be harder.
They're delicious.
For Ares.
I love
That
them.
being said, they've been impressing it nonstop this game.
5 heroes smoked together for Ares. They show briefly on the mid wave. Lots of scribbles.
I like them
coming
more
out
than the
from
normal
Ego.
ones. That's why I bought,
Do
of course,
they
the blue ones.
realize what is coming their
But the purple ones I
direction?
prefer
Scan,
the
it's
most.
gonna hit,
Because
so
the
they
purple ones
know
are
on Ares that up this high ground,
have
the rest of
what's
Knights
it
are
called?
there.
Both scans hit.
Spinner
perfectly.
snare. They're gonna run right through it.
Brownies
Reveal themselves on
in it,
TK,
so
get
they're
the
kind
lift
of
on
like
the Brood,
harder and
trying
tougher.
To do the damage. They find the Bushwhack, jump in from Alacrity, finds the coil onto 2.
Oh.
The lasso connects though.
Start
Do they have
Alacrity.
the damage to kill him off in time? Alacrity's getting low. Alacrity's falling. He's dead.
Dead
Now,
for
Vital
100.
out for that one,
Second
and now
arena.
they've got
Oh,
Ego
that
under
arena.
control. He needs to get the heck out of here. TP's out immediately. This was the fight that Aster.Aries was looking for.
I think they found the priority target. Sure, the Drow is dangerous, but Alacrity after that last fight, I think White Album knows who to go for. If he's able to lasso the Puck and the Mars is able to isolate the Drow, that is the recipe for success. As Ares continue to impress, even though they are at these deficits sometimes in the fights. Woo!
It's a spicy one, man.
Yep.
And they don't
I've never
have
heard
that
pretzel
save right now, it
M&Ms.
feels like on Knights to keep people alive. You can see in here.
Also,
everybody all
aren't pretzels
5
salty?
heroes on top of Alacrity with an arena surrounding them.
It seems like a nice.
like,
It's
what
nah,
do
I
you
don't
do?
like.
It's a perfect
Same
fight
with
for
all
them.
the
Coil, I believe, only catches even
chocolate
the two
with like
supports there, so
salted
only the Brook
caramel
against CM, this
that
time
all of a
Alacrity
sudden they have
fighting for
everywhere
everyone.
and in everything.
Really impressed
Who
with
the
Aries
fuck loves salted
and
caramel
their
that much?
target prioritization. It feels like they've sort of been.
I want my caramel to be
growing
sweet
and learning even throughout the
and
course of
sugary,
this game almost.
not
the way that it's
salty.
gone. And they need to find some other way to.
I swear, I'm missing like an entire population that loves, gets a massive boner for salted caramel.
Just great recognition of how to take the fights on the side of Aries is now a full nullifier if he wants to.
I think there's this weird feedback loop with the buckshot where it tends people into going for offensive shifts they normally wouldn't, leading them to do
really
worse.
Cool again, like recognizing
Just
that
don't
last
do that
pick
then.
Mars and
Then
what
it's
that's
amazing.
given to him, you know? Like you have the actual way the switch up of putting the Dawn to carry has completely opened up a new way to play against Drow where you can just ignore her and put her in the arena.
Salted egg everything.
So many different forms. As
I
long as
mean,
they can
just
do this
having an egg,
simultaneous
a cooked
initiation,
egg, and then
deal
putting
with the
salt on
puck,
top,
grab the Drow
scooping
in
it
some
up
of these
and
other
eating
areas,
it.
and not be the
That's
ones initiated
delicious.
on, then they could have that recipe for success. But still, I think initiation is going to be one of the big things that we're looking at now as these 25s and stuff have come out.
But I don't know what salted egg everything is.
Aries. Shrink that gold lead down to 0.
Right, the 25s, the Dawnbreaker 25 is done, 2 charges. Batrider also has the sticky napalm added on with the flame break, but this Drow one is going to be the other one to watch for.
Salted
She's
egg
almost 24. I mean, the marksmanship champs you said is
Pumpkin
the one that
spice
they
is
go for
also
more
one of
often
the. I
'cause it's more
just don't like pumpkins.
could still
I
be the
think pumpkins are also disgusting.
He's a bit underleveled on this Drow.
The little brother of my girlfriend
so much
loves
attention on
making pumpkin soup. It's
You can also
horrid.
see Aeon Disc almost completed there, I believe, for Felix. We have a refresher
Tastes like
Batrider
poison.
now.
Okay, not that bad, but
Aeon
it's
Disc
just
gonna
like
be
eh.
completed also for Alacrity, so looking to not go for so much
It
damage
tastes too
if he
sweet.
does
I don't
need
like
some
my food,
survivability. Yeah.
my dinner to
Refresher
be sweet, but
Batrider,
I like
refresher
my
Mars.
sweets to be sweet.
Hex now also on the Mars. They have a lot of different
I like my
solutions,
dinner
a lot
to
of
be
different ways to
salty,
control the
spicy,
side of dice.
or
Again, I feel
well,
like
I'm
it's all
Dutch
gonna be up to
flavorless.
who gets the jump.
Right, and the kills don't come that quickly. It's just that they have so much control on Ares with like this Abyssal Blade and everything else now that he will
This
be
is
able
the
to
second Roche?
disassemble of that
After
Aeon
45
Disc.
minutes?
But
How?
needs to
Are they
finish
only
off
at 2
the
Roches?
Fight here. He's what, 65 gold away.
Just about. Because now Ulu actually gets rid of boots.
Okay.
This is a risky play. They've got to pretty much get that. They have to get the initiation, and that's the case. If they get initiated on, Ulu's just going to be stuck and unable to really move much at all. So it's a risky attempt, but could just work out beautifully for him because it's another way to prevent this Drow from getting out.
Salted
break
egg
links, et cetera.
frappes are
So
pretty
let's
good.
see who gets this jump.
Red Panda runs through the spinner snare.
What about breakfast? Can you do
revealing
sweet?
this
Yeah,
smoke is
only
going on.
dinner I don't like sweet.
gonna run through it again.
Unless,
It
you know, it's
looks
dessert
like
for
over
dinner.
in the
But
mid
like the
lane,
actual warm food, I don't like sweet. That's why I don't like warm
Aries
fruits,
PK.
for instance, like
So
mangoes in
ward
my
down.
food.
Have
Mainly
information.
because
They
it also
see
gets like
Alacrity.
mushy and everything.
Position
Which
breaks
I
the smoke there in the trees.
Oh, BKB.
Jumps in,
Ooh.
dodge. Gets
Cool.
out of there for 1. Can they get out of there for 2? The control is there, the lift. Trying to bring him down, but they're leashed. Is it going to be enough?
That was
Aeon
the
Disc is
stolen
gonna be
leash?
assembled now. Alacrity, he turns
Safe.
this one around. Gets the jump away.
But that's the
Overgrowth
refresher
stolen,
use.
though,
They
by
kind
the
of need to
Rubik. That's
dip.
pretty big. And Dawnbreaker in
Ulu.
no man's land.
Pancake
Completely
is
isolated here.
delicious
Pops
for
the
dinner.
BKB. Ego tries to
But
back
for
out.
breakfast,
Is able to turn
I
Alacrity,
love
forcing the rest of those supports
cornflakes
away. Ego
and
walks away, gets out of there. The
bread
spear's
with-
not going to connect. They have enough
Actually,
damage.
most of the time,
Nice,
peanut
they're
butter.
Right on top of him.
But cornflakes
The
is
overgrowth stolen
really
from
good.
TK, but they don't have the damage for Ego. A triple kill for
Okay,
Alacrity,
that's
running in
not
for
looking
more
good right now
as
for
TK
Aster.Aries.
in trouble, tries to orb away, but Alacrity has the run
Ultra
down
kill
with the
Alacrity.
ultra kill. He is the game changer in this one.
And the Roche as well right afterwards. Again,
Knights
Alacrity,
coming
he's
back
able to run
alive.
rampant in the fight. Ego's able
What
to
a peanut
distance
butter and
himself.
anchovy sandwich.
Yeah, Ulu, he goes
You
for this all-in nullifier play,
are
but you see
literally
he's so
talking about
slow.
something
He's
that
actually gets
even
hit by
God
like
does
one or
not
two of these
allow
frost
in
arrows.
this world.
He's just stuck in place, and it's an awkward initiation
Ugh.
from Ares. Even though they have the vision to start the fight, all of Knights is prepared perfectly. That Aeon just unlocks so that he can survive, and then he just deals with the supports perfectly.
Are you watching
I
SA
feel like
today?
the
Yeah,
one thing that's
the
gonna
first
be
series of
scary about
SA.
This next engagement is that they won't have that unlock Aeon Disc play again to run, which is a
But
little
I
bit
love
scary. So if they
making
can proc that
pancakes and
early
eating
on
pancakes.
Alacrity, it's going to be rough. But like you said, a
It's
great
such
play
good dinner
here
food.
from Knights to separate themselves,
I
but
don't get the
also
entire
taking
American
advantage
idea
the
of
fact
pancakes
that
for
Ulu
breakfast.
didn't
That one's
have
just
that
weird to me.
mobility he needed.
Because for us,
And,
pancakes
well,
are
we'll see
dinner,
if we even
not
get another
breakfast.
one, 'cause
I'm
this
gonna go
is
gym
Aegis
for
down
2
and
hours.
now.
Oh, look at Mr.
Knights
Buff
walking high
Daddy.
ground,
I don't
taking
actually
down
even know how
buildings. It's a
you
tier
look.
3
You're
tower
probably
dead.
skinny as fuck.
They've blown the game wide open. Lincoln's now even finished for the support
Nerd.
on Hoodwink, so more ways
Pancakes
to
is
cover
breakfast,
the puck, more ways
bitch.
to
Get
cover the
out of
Drow
here.
Ranger
Pancakes
too.
is dinner.
Music Aries, they've had such good team fights, but one mistake like this versus this type of draft, it's critical.
Taking so much damage. Ulu back up in 9. Mars back up in 2.
I could, like, eat...
Getting the Lincoln's broken on him. White Album jumps in, gets the lasso,
Ooh, that's a
pulling out of
nice
position.
lasso.
He still has
I
the
could
Aegis
probably
spear
eat
connecting to
one
the tower. Even in the midst
pancake
of that
in
one,
breakfast
Alacrity
and then
jumps in,
go...
has to
Like,
back
I
away.
can't eat much
Ulu
in
right on top.
breakfast.
Oh, he's going to break it. No, he didn't break it. Ulu is still living. Double Starbreaker. Ego runs out of there. XCJ Overgrowth just to escape. They've lost 2, and the rest of
It works if you use one of
Knights
those
has to
semi-sweet
retreat away
peanut
from
butters.
this.
Oh my, White
to
Album
balance
actually
out the
does a
harshness of
clutch
it
play.
with
He's
the
gonna
nuttiness
drop
and
top,
compliments
but
fish.
he
I don't
actually
like fish.
refresh blinks before the second salvo of spells comes out from the puck.
I mean, I
Somehow
love
ends
deep
up
fried
surviving
fish
on
and I
his
love
backline as
like
well.
tilapia.
Look
with,
pretty scary there for Knights for a
like
second,
white
being
fish.
that drow under tier 4s,
But
they throw
when
in
I
the supports
eat,
to protect
or
her.
when we order sushi, I always eat like the chicken
trying to
sushi
finish off
pieces
this
and stuff.
deadly
I just
build
don't
is
really enjoy
finishing
fish.
off the Revenant's brooch.
It's not like I
Say
find
bye,
it
best
disgusting,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really important for the next fight. So,
but fish
even
soup is
through Aegis,
disgusting.
Aries is able to find a better initiation this time around, and they have another
Vegemite
round
or
of their ults
Marmite.
too.
Literally
Refresher, he's
never
still
had
ready on the
either.
Mars. He's got both ults. Lasso is ready on the Bat Rider.
And the weird thing about this game too is that that's only the second Roche that got claimed.
Yep.
It was only the Shard. So there's still a lot of room to grow for all of these heroes. You look at it, Aghanim Scepters can still
I don't
come
even
online,
know what
all the
it's
rest
made
of
of.
it.
We have potential for an absolute bonkers late game if this game keeps going like this. The back and forth coming out from both teams.
This is the type of Dota that I was hoping to see this morning. Let's go. Some China DPC.
And I've eaten burnt wasp biscuits.
Everyone's
I
playing,
have
nobody's like
eaten
being left out or anything. Everybody's playing really well. You see the steals coming out.
flying
It's a tough game for the
ants when I
supports
lived
on
in
Aries
Uganda.
because if the Alacrity's not
Hey,
dead,
those
these
are actually
supports just
pretty
start getting
tasty.
Eviscerated from all the spells. and
You
everything
roasted
like
them
that.
on a fire.
Either way, all of them doing a good job of covering each other.
It's a weird thing to eat because they were
Still very
literally
even on the
bugs,
kill
but
score, 26 to 28.
it worked in
10,000 gold
Uganda.
lead. At this stage of the game,
Mainly
that
because I did
obviously
not really
matters,
know
but it
exactly
matters
what I was
significantly
eating
less
half the
than
time.
buyback status. All
So
the rest
I
you
was
can
okay
see
with it.
The win probability, it's remained pretty constant throughout.
Now if I think,
They have
oh, I'm eating
buybacks
grasshopper,
on
I
most
probably
heroes for
already
both
started throwing
teams.
up in my mouth before I
Tree
started
is
putting
based
them
on
in my
cooldown, and
mouth.
So too is the CM.
But did you catch
And
flying
besides
ants?
that, it's
They
mainly just the
they were
brute
everywhere.
video.
It wasn't really a lot of
Those fly back
catching
anyway,
necessarily
so
needed.
damn
They were
far from the spot.
everywhere. It was like the fucking
those
plague
supports just
out
died.
of
I mean,
the
they already pretty much were, but Alacrity,
the Bible.
this puck, we've seen how special it's been throughout this DPC.
And
This
every
is another
year,
game just like
same
it.
time of the year, there were like
An absolute treat. Now,
thousands
this next
everywhere
fight's
flying
gonna be
around you.
Absolute chaos, and here comes the smoke.
So Revenant Broach, what is it that makes it so strong in these games?
And this one, not so much because there's not so
Wasp
many of these, like,
biscuits were
ghost
pretty
scepters and
good,
stuff
not
like
gonna
that,
lie,
but the damage
expensive.
potential
The
for
only
puck
reason I'd
becomes
eat a
so
wasp
much
biscuit
stronger
was
with
just to
BKB
fucking
going on
stick it to
And a
wasps
Bushwick,
because I
that's
hate
a
them.
huge one. Jumps right at the start, but the BKB and the Force Staff away. That keeps him alive.
Okay, not the most ideal there for the coil, only onto a single target.
And they get the blink back. Something to watch for.
They always screw up my summer.
They can obviously
hate
find
wasps.
those initiations, but the Bushwhack becoming less relevant now that Force Staff
I've been
is online to defend him.
Stabbed by a wasp 7 times in my life.
Be forced, though.
I remember
they
every
do
time
see this
vividly.
Mars again, and they can get this full catch onto him.
And if
they
you've
just
never
can't
been
afford to get that
stung,
fresh BKB
I
off.
said stabbed.
Again, for both
If
of
you've
these
never been
teams, so much
stung
on
by
the
a
line. It comes
wasp,
down to this one game here,
that
but
pain
realistically, for
is
Aries,
so
they're trying to
horrible.
avoid relegation down to DPC 2, and for Knights, they're playing for a spot at a major. If they can clean up these games against some of these teams, they're definitely in a pole position to make their way to Lima. We'll see if they can actually close these ones out here.
if they can even get to Lima,
this
if the
alive, but
Lima
all of
major
those
even
types of
continues,
things could
because
hinge on
how's
what happens
anyone
in the
here
next
from
couple of
Peru?
minutes
How's
here.
Peru
And
right
all
now?
the small plays, all the little
I know
mistakes,
that the
all
news
those
is
are gonna
probably
be the
giving
most
us a
important
bullshit
thing to look
story
out.
about some
Ego did,
fucking
but Michael
backwaters
multi-shots out
village
to your range, so
300
really just
miles
looking to throw out
away.
multiple salvos of it as these longer team fights go off. off because it feels like the
But
longer
Lima
the
be
team fight
chilling
is,
or Lima be
Knight's
dying
gonna look great.
right
if
now?
Aries is able to explode targets quickly, those short fights, they're gonna look successful. So.
And also
eyes
the
on them
Chinese
these
can't.
next moments
Can they
to
leave the
go.
country yet? Anyone know if the
Lincoln's
Chinese
up
can
on it.
leave
They have
China?
3 Lincolns to be able to protect
Or
those
come back to
castles, so
China?
it's
You know,
hard for White
COVID
Album
and
to get an opportunity.
Except
stuff.
for the arena of blood grants team the extra
Oh, he's got Revenant's Bro Jump up.
on
Cool.
Mars is all the 25s are
This sort
finishing up here.
of sort of
Remove the
odd
next
sourness
one
to it.
you
This is
talk
the
a lot about
formic
that silken
acid,
boa,
like somewhat
slow
bitter
and miss
burnt,
chance
not
percentage,
quite
which is
astringent.
still a little ways away from the
I don't even know what the
25
fuck astringent means.
But
And
Hex
almost
is
tannic,
done, and
if
the
you know what
smoke
I
up,
mean.
White
I
Album
don't
rooted.
know what those words
It's
mean.
actually being so annoying. It's catching all the
My English
rotations every
vocabulary
time.
is top
Literally
tier.
distancing himself again.
Type of item that gets better with
Astringent
higher
and tannic.
skill, team play, and then of course
Yes.
the
Yeah, it's all about that map control and vision. All about initiations and stuff too. As we see spiders scouting, spinner snare scouting. Even though Ares is smoked, Knights is completely aware of it.
TK gets a good ward down. I mean, that might come back to haunt him later on the side of Knights.
Like if you put grape skins in a toaster.
Nice sneaky when both teams looking
First
to
of
play
all,
around their vision.
don't
and
you
fly
then
by.
just get like
Did finish up his hex now too in these last few moments as well. So can potentially just lock the
raisins?
target down and kill them before they get a BK.
Sort of.
Because no Lincolns or anything on the
Hot
side
raisins?
of Ares to protect versus those instant grabs.
And we're almost at the puck, Aghanim Scepter Synth.
Ags and almost level 30. Oh, Alacrity. He's like, move over, Drow Ranger. I'm the carry.
Dream Coil Rapid Fire.
Coil Rapid Fire. Let's go.
It's all the little things. Even every little, all the talents, of course, will add up. But it's all the damage that comes out, even from Coil. It becomes
Like
pretty
raisin
damage
without
that
the
ability does too once you get
sweetness.
the 20 talent.
But that's the only thing that's in a
Watching now,
raisin.
Waiting for this next Roche respawn. So again, the key thing to watch for here is they have vision on this high ground.
This
Ares
could be
do.
huge. Yeah, that ward could do everything. Because as we said, it feels like the game, even though there's the 12k gold lead, it's all going to be up to these initiations and buybacks.
This is a 12k gold lead at 54 minutes, which makes a pretty big difference there.
Especially when pretty much that entire 12k gold
4K
is in the
HP
bank for
puck?
heroes, right? 5.6K
Yeah,
on
but Don's got a
Drow,
nullifier
5.5K
and a
on
big
the
dick.
puck and 2k on the hoodwink, so that's pretty much that gold
Look at this
separation.
wraparound. This wraparound that's coming in from Ares.
This ward.
They see Alacrity. He blinks away just in time as they were heading up to that high ground, trying to find him.
Just playing around their vision, setting up the snare. They get the vision there for a second.
Felix, he finds him. Coil
Oh,
onto
three-man
Do they
coil?
have the damage for the follow-up? Multi-shot starts going out. They bait out that BKB. The lasso, it's connecting. They get a second round of it. Look at the damage.
Oh my lord, Ego just fucking
Has to buy back.
Ulu, now he's in pretty
his
far. The
pee-pee
Hex is
hole
there,
got
control
absolutely
onto
smack-a-doodled.
Alacrity, he's still very tanky, very strong in this fight. Ego runs forward, wants to find a couple of heroes. They're all running out together. Great spear comes out, and now the control onto Felix.
Another one.
Onto the Drow. Do they have the damage, though? There's nobody there to follow up, and Alacrity, he's zoning everybody else away. Knights, they don't have the damage. The panel said they were going to have issues with it, and that is very true. The Hex comes out, and now Ulu all alone,
Crystal
starting
made
to
an
get
ulti.
controlled. The damage coming out.
No,
from Ego.
Ulu, heal, damn it.
Flyby, he's so low on this
Wait, I'm
round.
rooting for the wrong
Do they
team.
have the damage? They're starting to bring him down. Can they
Nice,
get on top of
go,
Ego?
Drow, do stuff.
Jump. Can they get the control? The break
Oh,
down.
dieback on Ego.
Ego's gonna go down. That's a dieback. Did Ares do it? Oh, God. White Album with the triple kill. They were able to outlast with that Dawnbreaker.
I mean, this time, it's crazy how the carry players are actually not the ones actually doing the carrying. This time, look at the damage from Bat. I think
Yeah,
it
that
just
Bat Rider
explodes this
damage
Drow Ranger with
against
the double
Ego
flame break
with the
talent.
lasso was
With all
kind
those
of
sticky
fucking
napalms, He dies
insane.
in a heartbeat once he gets lassoed.
He got
White
double
Album finding the
lassoed, not
perfect
just
target.
lassoed, double lassoed.
Holy moly. And yeah, that's the buyback from the Drow. Alacrity has to buy back to prevent any further damage to come out here, but Ares, they brought that gold lead down to 0. Such
And
good
Roche,
execution.
12 seconds away. I mean, if they find Alacrity right now, they jump in. He's going to get the jaunt away. Has to escape from there, trying to cut this creep wave. But Alacrity, I mean, if they catch him and kill him, that's game.
He's got to go back.
I mean, a lot of people play Dawn. I'm not really the I still am not really convinced with Dawn as a safe laner, mainly because his ulti. He's one of those safe laners where if he gets his Ags, it's actually super shitty
Could potentially have the
for him.
Dawnbreaker now having double BKB,
Because it does.
Satanic, multiple
Does it
forms
at
of
least give
Starbreaker,
any
etc. to the
decent
top of
buff
everything
to his
else.
ult?
And Shanxi on this, like, Mars has done so much in that last
Increased
fight.
total
finding that
duration,
double
cause
spear,
allies
found the
to
Drow,
have
found the
evasion
Hoodwink,
while.
and
I
Now
guess you
also
can
has
dodge
this, arcane
away
blink,
from,
so
like, you can use it to run away
avenues
from a
of
team
fighting
fight
that
better.
initiation are so much more clutch.
Yeah, so much quicker, so much harder for
But
them to try to
it's
avoid
kind
it on
of
the side
still
offense.
actually
And
donkey.
give him the Aegis. Yeah, I think Ulu.
He bought back.
Yeah, Ulu
Compared
does-
to, let's say, a
Ulu didn't
Drow
have to buy back
Ranger who
the
gets
expensive
fucking
gold.
split shot.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. I think he's gonna be able to farm that gold anyway in a second here, but.
Which
yeah,
side are you
prioritize
on?
the
I'm on the side that
Yeah,
gives me
sometimes
the
when
best
you commit
Dota.
so deep into these fights too, their base
So
is
I'm
right
on the
there,
side
so
of
those
the winner
buybacks,
of this match.
You really got to see the true effect of
Wherever
Ares
that
with
might be.
So there is a really interesting thing that's about to happen in 2 minutes. I think we're actually going to see these 60-minute items.
I think so too, and there's a lot of really big ones. Apex for Drow. If there's a Giant's Ring that comes out either for Dawnbreaker or for the Mars, could unlock crazy
Or
potential.
Force Boots even. Force Boots would be huge for Ulu, I feel like.
Force Boots, I think, for me, I'll say right now, I think Force Boots are actually the best tier 5 item. I think they unlock, they literally open up an item slot for you, and it's old Force Staff plus a Dispel. It's the speedy Force Staff because it's actually faster rate that you move with it, and it also opens up a slot and stuff like that. We'll see if we get there, because we're seeing the wards already start getting prepped. These teams, we see how much they do get ready for them, for those tier 5 neutral items, even perhaps warding their own Ancients.
Yeah, Ares still, you know, aware of the current situation, which is that if they lose a couple of heroes,
I'm
you
cheering
know,
for Wait,
you don't
Ares
have
is
buyback
0-3
on
right now?
Mars, you don't have buyback on the CM. You could potentially just get taken out. They need everybody.
That's kind of
every single
surprising.
One of their heroes.
Because
to
the
make
lineup
this
should
team
not
fight
be
work well for
0-3.
them. But of course, it's really Knights that are on the back foot right now, having bought back on Alacrity, on that Drow, on that tree.
Yep. Ooh.
Wait, they are
Thought by there for a
0-4?
second They did, but they can't commit forward there.
Dude,
Man,
how
Dawn
are they 0?
Doesn't have the Aegis, but we'll be able to finish out.
That's
that
weird.
line.
Aster.Aries is actually a really good lineup.
59 minutes.
I mean, they have
Still
Uwu
feels, still feels similar of these initiations.
in
right?
their lineup.
Can they find the Drow? Can they deal with
How
the
can you
puck?
lose with
Now,
Uwu?
it's seeming like Ares has some answers, but now we're seeing a.
By the way,
bit of a change up in their
Felix,
alacrity. Now he's
are
got a
you
crit.
here?
He's level 30, so
Because
he's
if
got
you
that
are,
rapid fire.
you should know that
God.
Hannah Owo, aka the
Probably worth it to buy
Uwu
the
girl,
shard at
has
some point too, right?
she
I feel
entertains
like
the
that's
fans.
Pretty value.
When you have Daedalus, yeah, I mean, probably. Especially well,
I think
he
she
upped
even
the
got
fire
it.
first. I think, yeah, just wanted to prioritize more damage. I think they're starting to really feel that pressure where
Something
they're
done
all leaning onto
recently.
Ego, and now, okay, neutral items. Who's getting what?
Nothing yet spawning, but at the 60-minute mark, Arcanist armor.
That's a good one.
I'll link it in
Decides to
Discord.
get that.
That could be huge to be able to protect the Drow.
In the
Giant's
not
Ring
safe for work
for the
channel.
Dawnbreaker.
Oh, that's a big one.
Force boots for Alacrity. Seer Stone on the Mars.
Oh, we're starting to get rapiers queued up
Yeah.
too. Woo!
It's
amazing.
we're going the distance here.
I'm loving it. Mirror Shield on TK also. I think that's more likely that Knights want something like a Mirror Shield to be able to protect versus these lassos. But now look at our Mars. Big boy.
Dude, with the BKB, he's going to be so big.
Gotta be giant. Look
It's
at
just
that
me, or
shield.
does it kind of feel wrong to hear people actually verbalizing ooh
up
since it's
all
just a
that
cute
damage.
face
The
and
shield is
emoji?
bigger than the Bat Rider.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, it's
that's the
horrible.
thing.
But I can't
so let's see
stop
who picked
thinking
up
about
what.
it because his name is
It is gonna
Ulu.
be Mirror Shield out onto Ulu, so has more protection.
Oh,
than the
Giant's
Ulu
Ring.
control that was coming out from the side of
No
Knights.
neutral items yet
None.
picked up for Knights that
They
they're
have-
keeping. Oh, the Book of Shadows is big too.
They have Arcanist armor, but nobody's holding it.
Fallen Sky.
Wait, that's actually interesting. XCJ, I think you should move a Philosopher's Stone out of your inventory
Yeah.
and take the Arcanist armor.
I think so.
Dawn's
too,
probably gonna be replacing his.
I think they're really focused on just the overall aspect
No
of the
fucking
game right
clue
now.
what you
Flyby has
would
a
replace
meteor,
in this
or
case.
Fallen Sky, so has another form of initiation.
You kind of can't
See if that
replace
one's gonna
anything
do
at this
for it too.
stage. Maybe
Level
it's
30
a
now
in
for
case of we
Dawnbreaker.
lose a big team fight,
Crazy long distance of this last year.
buyback
This is
and rapier
I
ready.
think most exciting game that we've had so far here in DPC. I think I said that yesterday as well too, but
Dude,
this
look
one
at
is
that range.
this one is impressing. And oh,
Apex Drow.
they get the Apex on the
Oh
Drow.
my God.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that one very happily.
Boom! And look at the agility. 400 now. 86 armor.
Dude.
400. What does the aura
This
do?
is-
How
this
much
is some
does the aura
insanity
give?
right here.
They have to get on Ego. They need to stand in the face
Hello,
of
my
this Drow
pal
Ranger,
DK.
and he's
Much
just
love
gonna
from
blast
Uruguay.
right
Go
through it.
Ajax,
They
bro.
take the
Hey,
Force
go.
for the Hoodwink. The
Suarez.
last item
Ooh.
is Book of the Dead, which it looks like they're going to take on Alacrity.
Does
for
Drow
the
have scepter
moment.
yet?
And I imagine
Don't think so.
he might try and
No,
do some
not yet.
switching out between that and maybe the
It'll probably
Stormcrafter.
be the next item
see.
though.
We shall see. So it's going to constantly get some push going onto the towers here.
Oh yeah, that's
Mid
pretty
tower.
nice.
I mean, mid tower might actually just drop to this. Yep.
Dude, Book of the Dead, the power, and then goes for the immediately the range creep. range racks.
Yep. It gives a lot of gold, though. That's the one thing. So we probably will see Ulu be able to get his rapier. However, yeah, has to figure out how he's going to itemize and how he's going to slot this item in.
So the other big thing to watch for here, I feel like, is going to be like Seer Stone.
No, he can't get rid of anything. Maybe the Abyssal Blade's the only thing maybe you could get rid of.
Not the biggest thing in the world, I guess. Sort of turn around the hexes or what have you, but a smoke up now Aries.
Seer Stone feels massive. The range that you can break those Lincolns and get the catch onto the Drow could just be that big.
Look at that Mars, how big he is.
Hiding away. Oh my god. Saw the circle of the TP right there, but couldn't get him.
So close. That arcane blink, you see how fast the spear comes out and nearly gets him.
Buyback status. Drowse is about to come back off cooldown. So too.
Look how big he is. Holy shit. He's huge.
Gold. Looks like we might have that 10v10. What we hope for with all these buybacks. It's 2 minutes until Roche does spawn.
Does he have bots too yet on the puck?
Ulu also got an Apex as well too, just to point out.
Fallen Skies, Pog.
Swaps away from that mirror shield. It doesn't
Book
feel
of
like
the
most
Dead
useful
is
mirror
kind of
shield on the
cool.
side of Aries,
Force
not really any
Boots,
targeted
okay.
spells on the side of Knights, but smoke up.
He's got the Apex as well. 70 extra strength on Dawn. Seer Stone is fucking broken. I mean, 350 cast range, bro. 350 cast range and 350 bonus vision is literally broken.
Along the top side, waiting
Look
for
up the
somebody
shadow to
show
save your
for this
ally.
creep wave. It's going to be the Mars. TK shows for a moment right there.
He's got Book of Shadow, so he's playing a little bit more confident. If he gets hexed, though, probably just dead. Okay, he will survive. Not quite level 25 on the support.
And
yet.
Mirror
I'm
Shield.
waiting to
Mirror
see when the
Shield's
tree
also
hits
nice.
it, but they haven't been able to find it because I think we say a lot. That tree
Dude,
level
there
25
hasn't been
talent is
anyone
also one
dying
of the
for the
more
last
broken
10
ones
minutes.
if you're able to ever get it.
Why is this game so long?
Place, but
What are they waiting? What are you waiting for?
yeah. Who's holding? I'm gonna check to see who's holding what. I always pause the game or something. Okay. All right. So yeah, it looks like both sides do have 5 tier 5s.
Dude, don't pause. Felix will come after you.
Felix
He's
will kill me.
afraid.
I'm not touching my keyboard now.
Let's go low. No, I mean Ulu.
And it's starting to really work on
Oh my
those tier
God.
4s even too.
Dude, the neutral items, they're too strong. The Book of the Dead.
They removed Necro books for a reason, and you guys are seeing why. Just kidding. These are super Necro books, of course, but
Even more dangerous to play against.
Yep.
And with Alacrity constantly pushing out these waves, you know, he's kind of the perfect person to hold it. In the fights, it's not going to be as valuable, I feel like, but for these little split push things, it's huge.
could be very useful to just kill off the supports, though. If he just coils and sends them onto a CM, it's just like, oh man, I'm dead
That's
to
a
Book
good
of the
point.
Dead. That's why they removed this item in the first place. It was miserable to play support versus it. As Ulu, we'll get 600 gold for it instantly.
Jeez. Yeah, 10,000 gold in the bank right now. Can buy that rapier.
He doesn't
still
even have
buyback
Moonshard
money.
yet, fucking noob.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see some rapiers put at base for the buyback, respawn, grab rapiers, and go.
Do they find a jump there? They're thinking about it.
It's all up to the grabs, all up to these initiations.
Oh, Trient has
I mean, this is the thing, right?
Wraithfire.
Is that like one bad fight and the game can literally be over.
For either side.
Yeah.
Yep. Just any small mistakes.
TK gets out of there.
He's really pushing the limit how he's stepping up. They're giving respect to him, though. They see the bat, so they won't look to step forward.
How long is this game gonna last,
know
you
that the
think?
Dawn can always just jump
I'm
and
going
enjoy it.
for an hour and a half.
So 6 minutes past the tier 5 neutral's appearance, and we're waiting for the next Roche, it feels.
2 minutes just about.
Obviously, teams don't know how long it's going to be, but it will be in a little bit here.
Oh my god, this
Scouting
game lasts
both teams
forever.
having defensive wards this time around, not playing on those aggressive postures. A lot scarier now versus these tier 5 neutrals. Is Tree the only one without buyback at this point?
Spinner snares to scout the movements. And Spiders also there to just run across the map.
Information, information, information.
Go. Has the marksmanship. He's almost level 29 now.
Okay.
And, you know, the level 30s, that could also become pretty freaking relevant. We already saw it, obviously, on the Dawnbreaker. Puck has it, so the Dream Coil, Rapid Fire, ready to go.
So much damage. Doesn't use Force Boots. Force Boots dispel? Okay, well, he just had to take the damage. Could have dispelled off all that sticky and flame break, but oh well, doesn't matter.
And Alacrity shoves it down.
He's doing great split push.
Dude, the Book of the Dead, it's actually working. I mean, it's ending the game kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting it's causing them to constantly go back and give attention to it, which might get some of them caught if they're not careful. Alacrity has also farmed a crazy amount with it. He almost has Refresher, so secondary set of coil and everything too on top of that rapid fire Daedalus. He might not just be doing the most spell damage in the game, he might actually do the most physical too soon.
And of course, like we talked about, this is
They're just not. They're farming. Oh my god, this game.
Gold above what.
What's up, Aragorn and the Canada? How you doing? Who wins this? Fucking hell if I know.
A little bit scary. Regen shown there.
Flip a coin.
Respawn in 5 seconds.
Such patience from both sides.
Such patience. No, they're pussies.
Gotta know how dangerous.
Last Roche.
Very up close personal look at Mars there on the hill. But 4th Roche.
Free Ags.
On this pretty.
Rubik with the free Ags would be nice. Yeah, Rubik with the free Ags gets to steal new spells, better spells, bigger spells, harder spells.
It's gonna die. Whoever gets into the moment to get to it is gonna die so fast. We see 25 now for the Hoodwink, so Bushwhack Radius. We also saw 25 for Rubik coming.
Oh, Batrider.
So Telekinesis lives.
Why doesn't he have his Ags yet?
Catch. Lots of ways to break those Lincolns too. As the Book of the Dead again, tier 4.
They need to deal with
especially considering he has a fucking Hurricane Pike of all things.
They're losing the tier 4 towers, and Ulu has to come
back.
There's
a Hurricane Pike, but he doesn't have Ags yet.
Dawnbreaker for it.
Spinner Snare catches someone for a second too. Won't be able to
Double Lasso still seems like a really good Ags to have. Oh, he's going for an Ags next.
And the root comes out. Guardian Greaves from the Rubik, keeping him alive.
Waiting for the first Rapier. I think he can purchase the first Rapier safely now. Doesn't need to hold on to it, but can save it for a buyback or whatever. So yeah, we see the courier going down. And he looks like he is going to purchase it, but more focused on the fight. Everything is down to these next few moments.
I mean, if he has Rapier on the Dawnbreaker, double Starbreaker, like, a lot of these heroes are going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, the Broodmother has Aeon Disc, so too does the Puck. But these heroes without it, I mean, it's actually just the Hoodwink and the Drow that don't have it. Everybody else on Knights has an Aeon Disc.
Yeah, could just get exploded. Is he going to hold it, though? The Rapier, let's say, yeah, drops down the Nullifier. He's going to hold Rapier. All right, big damage coming in.
Refresher done on Drow Ranger now. So more avenues to get out of here. They drop down the Seer Stone. Knights.
Okay, this is
anticipating a movement. They jump in. The Spear, the Hex, the control is there. Can they kill off this
going for
Brood? The
Spooderman?
big hit, but the Aeon Disc already keeping him alive. XCJ in a little bit of trouble. They have the Hex to turn. Another double Spear. Ego is on the low ground. The CM ulti doing good damage from Panda.
Overgrowth?
XCJ is
Jesus, it takes them forever to kill those two.
Both dead. Ego tries to do the damage from the
But they use
ground
everything
now.
on Aster.Aries.
They're doing good damage. The throne is falling. They need to get out of here now on Ares. They've got to get back home.
Wait,
they
what?
run away on Ulu.
They lost their tier 4s?
The power of that Book of the Dead as Knights, they run right in.
And Ares, this could have been way worse. The coil hit nobody. Alacrity literally missed his coil completely in that team fight.
Trying to take it down now. White Album moves into position. Ego did a ton in that fight, but the jump comes out. Alacrity backs away, and they can't get there in time. The Spear, it catches him to the back of the Roche pit. A random one. You don't often see that one comes out, but
Hex.
the lift,
Save.
keeping TK alive. Ulu has to stay in base.
Good lord. I think they could have, honestly, for Ares, that could have gone so much worse. Yeah, he Waning Rift, and it actually split 3 heroes apart, and then he coiled right inside of where he Waning Rift, so it just completely whiffed. But the positioning from Ego ends up being enough there for him to get that cleanup. Flyby gets focused, but he's fine with that. He's the target that wants to get jumped in these situations for Knight still. I think that's the first time Ares has actually gone to jump that Brood, because it was the only target they saw possible. And Knights come out ahead of it.
And Flyby now, you know, has the Aegis on him. So Refresher, Aegis, the Refresher done for the Puck, the Rapier. I mean, these fights, they're so hard to take now for Ares.
Another Rapier for Dawn. This one might be the buyback Rapier one, where if he dies, he'll have that safety net one. But
yeah, don't want to put that in your
keeping TK alive.
Knights, do they feel
Well, they do have
confident
Rapier
now
gaming.
to go on up to high ground? Do they want to try and get Megas?
Might be able to look for this type of battle here just because the Puck does so
Pat
much
going
damage.
Moonshot before Ags?
It's
No, he did
his own Ags
buy
briefed him.
equipable Ags.
One, right?
Yeah, you get one.
That
One
was
thing is,
free
though,
Ags.
looking at armor, right? Armor values for everybody on the side of Ares, they're not holding the AC on the Dawnbreaker, so you're really seeing why Ego is able to just explode in
What's
that
that
damage. So they don't have any real.
What's the
plus armor
difference
on any of the
between
heroes.
Deco as a shard and as an Ags?
Also, the Book of the Dead is very obnoxious.
Book of Shadows against the Book of the Dead there. Kind of
Oh yeah, it does a second sharpshooter. I forgot about that
the
sharpshooter.
coil coming down could also just be the nail in the coffin for Aries if Alacrity finds it. He has been the standout player for this Knights team across every game that I feel like we've seen.
Yeah.
And doing it again here on this puck.
On his signature hero. He's now continuing to look to push and cut some waves. Aries, they're in the area.
Orb,
Goes
spear,
spear,
jump away. After the Book of the Dead.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's like, wait, nope, gotta keep the lane pushed out. They think he's still down here. TK even looking with sentry wards, perhaps to get lucky with some vision, but can't quite find him.
72 minutes.
Whew.
73 now.
Still feels like initiations, but now soon we're getting the big level 25 for Tree. I saw him take the tome before. We almost have undispellable overgrowth on top of piercing coil.
Wait, undispellable overgrowth?
All this other crazy stuff.
I mean, again, it's
Wait.
very much feeling like it is Knights.
Overgrowth undispellable. Really? That I never knew.
Still.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
we're
casted
on
by
an edge
TK to
that
keep Mars
all it
alive.
takes
Come
is
on,
one bad
caster. How
initiation,
can you
one bad fight,
fuck that up?
or one amazing fight from Aries.
Yeah, one type of vision aspect that allows him to get the grab onto the puck.
Oh, I wasn't
gets them
paying
onto the
attention.
drow, and then Aries is also then probably going to be in the driver's seat
You
themselves.
see
It's
Sprout
super back and
Sprout
forth how
lineup?
this can
I
go.
am baffled that
that
Sprout
move
has 0
right on
Germans
top
in
of
their
the
lineup,
second
Tony.
You stick around there a little bit too long, you get punished.
German org, 0 Germans.
No
Cool.
Boots of Travel 2 is being picked up. Mars has the gold for it. Batrider has the gold
You have like
for
3
it.
Danes and 2 Romanians, I think. Xelo is a great player, though. I think Xelo, superb pickup.
Dealing with the attention of the Book of the Dead, it's probably just distracting them as well, too.
Right. Book of the Dead gets sent out again.
Tree. XCJ trying to find his level 30, or level 25 up top. Should be able to finish it.
Same as when I Am got
30
picked up.
on Ego about to be done. So pretty big levels on the side of Knights. Those two will unlock even more potential for these two heroes.
Ulu has gotten so much gold in this game from these freaking Books of the Dead.
Yeah, they don't have a Pirate's hat, but they pretty much do because of those books.
They find and take out that
They get
now.
400 gold for countering a ward.
400 gold ops ward. I love it.
That's what happens late game Dota,
Yeah.
man. It gets crazy.
So much gold on the map for everybody. And XCJ, there it is, 25. So eyes on him if he's able to find
Drow
these roots
refresher?
as well too. Undispellable.
Yeah, Drow's got
Definitely
refresher.
goes up
I
for
mean,
Aries
double
too.
blink, double
Looks like
Lincolns,
that's what they're
double
waiting for.
BKB, double
Has
Silverage,
boots, but
double
also has
Manta.
that refresher shard ready to go.
Yeah, these fights, now it looks like for Knights, they've got a lot more ways to be able to get into these jumps and get the control that they need versus Aries. Aries, the fight's looking harder, but that being said, still all up to initiations. And
You
who's
see the
going to get
pass
caught?
over. So they put the Fallen Sky now on the puck.
Okay.
And going to give the Book of the Dead to Flyby, who also finished off an AC.
Oh, so maybe he's looking for some type of backdoor play. He
Yeah.
would just be able to just end it. Okay.
Backdoor play. Some backdoor
So I'm
sluts
out
9,
now.
baby.
With, I mean, with Overgrowth, they could
Ulu,
go for
no!
all-in play. Find
Oh,
him,
no!
Bushwhack, control, coil, good damage, breaks the coil, stunned for a long time, but Ulu, Book of Shadows, keeps him alive. The spear pushes him outside of it, actually.
He tried to do the fancy play, the spear into
And
ult.
Bushwhack pulls him back again. They steal, was that Living Armor? Alacrity jumps in, finds Ulu again, and the stun
No,
is there. The Overgrowth
Ulu.
Rapier on the deck. Does have buyback. They retreat away. Lasso, the double lasso, the control, Red Panda, the ulti is there, but the root to turn it. Do they have enough damage to bring down the rest of them? Batrider, the rest are starting to drop. XCJ, he has
Undispellable overgrowth.
And Felix Chauba right on top of him. Dawnbreaker ulti comes through. XCJ gets controlled, gets killed. The other fight on the south side still continuing.
On the
as
south
Alacrity
side
is
with
very
my
good with these
homies.
supports.
The supports are
Ooh,
dead.
and
Ooh!
Ulu in trouble.
Ooh, no! Oh, that healing.
Stun, the heal. It came out in time.
And now
Ego now trying to get out of there, but the Ancient, they got to keep their eyes on the Ancient. The creeps are starting to take it down. Book of the Dead not being microed. The Ancient is exposed.
Lil,
The
report
creeps are
Alacrity
there.
for not
Whiteout
microing
trying to get back
creeps.
to home to stop this, but he has to keep alive Ulu too. Heals back up. From the Starbreaker, Alacrity right on top. They bought back and got in range. Mars keeping that throne alive. Ulu is going to get ran down, going to get killed. The throne was at half HP. Aries, they don't have enough left in the tank. Knights are going to close
G
this
to
game
the
out as
G.
they run on in
Knights.
and take it down. Alacrity, Fallen Sky in the Ancient.
Finish
At the
it
end of
off.
the game, 77 minutes. Knights come out victorious.
77 minutes, guys.
Amazing. They have to put so much
and
attention
it man,
Drow,
what,
but
2
there's
hours?
an alacrity
Essay
in the
starts?
game. He's able to do so much work.
I need to sleep.
It was amazing. That was one of the best executed games I feel like we've seen from both sides. Things got pretty chaotic, but wow, they identified who they needed to go for, right? Ulu, he gets caught at the start of the fight. Has
I
to
think
buy
this
back
is
early
the
to
this
get on
has
top
to
of him again.
definitely
And
be
then,
the longest game
honestly,
this DPC.
Book of the Dead may have been the
Cannot
winner.
not be the
It
longest
really
game
was.
this
It's so
DPC.
weird.
It just
It's
can't.
like late game neutral items, because you know sometimes it's the Pirate's Hat, sometimes it's the Book of the Dead. Remember the Fusion Rune or whatever the hell that thing was called before, but made the difference.
77-minute brood game is curse AF.
What a
That
player,
yes.
I have to give him the MVP because of him identifying the
But
fact
yeah,
the game is getting weird.
that was it. I'm gonna be gone for give or take 2 hours,
It puts Aries into an uncomfortable spot.
and then I'll be back for Alliance Latam versus Keystars later today. For the people that are here, Southeast Asians that are watching, probably not gonna be here because of course you don't love me enough. That's just the way it is. So yeah, hopefully you at least enjoyed the cast. I will be sending you lovely people
Fantastic way for the series to
along the way to, let's see, oh, Limitless is streaming Valorant. That's a little bit unfortunate, but have a wonderful day, everyone. It's 1 a.m. when the Alliance match starts here in Southeast Asia. Yeah, but that just means you don't love me enough. I get it, but okay, fuck you. Bye, guys. And in case I